Costs. Alright, how's this shit work, dude? Why are these guys taking damage? Yeah, I don't understand this game. Alright, we're gonna listen to homie talk about this shit again.
Look at the forestry has changed the way we train woodcutting. So here's a quick guide that shows you the best path from levels 1 to 99. It all starts here in Drainer Village, where you'll train from levels 1 to 60 in the forestry world. This way you can participate in forestry events, which reward you with anima-infused bark and woodcutting experience. You can spend this bark in the reward shop to unlock helpful upgrades. Additionally, you get a +1 level boost for each player on the same tree, capped at +10. Don't forget to grab your forestry kit, which stores your bark for you. Get to 15 woodcutting by chopping around 100 regular trees before moving over to the oak tree next to the bank. As there are always other players here, you get a nice XP boost, and you also get to participate in any events that spawn around this area. After you hit 30 woodcutting, move on to the willow trees until level 60. Make sure you have the woodcutting plugin enabled for Runelight and all forestry settings toggled on to get help.
Okay, we got a plugin.
Overlays for events and notifications. Forestry events are pretty straightforward, but if you'd like a walkthrough of each event, I recommend you check out my forestry guide next. Woodcutting becomes more AFK at 60 woodcutting, which is when you unlock yew trees. Best location for this is the church in Sears Village. To get here, teleport via Camelot teleport tab, which you can buy from the Grand Exchange. Players who have completed Song of the Elves can instead chop yew trees in Brivdinis, which is closer to the bank. Stay in one of these spots until you reach 90 woodcutting. If you wish for more AFK time, you can switch to magic trees at 75 woodcutting, but you'll be sacrificing XP per hour. The best location for magic trees are Sears Village or the Mids Guild. Anytime you get bored of AFKing at yew trees or magics, you can try out Soyoseps, which is a non-AFK training method for woodcutting on Fossil Island. I'll leave a guide for that in the description. Another option is the Blisterwood tree in Darkmere, which never despawns, but instead has a 1 in 10 chance that you stop chopping it. Pretty good AFK, but you do need a high level quest to access it. Players with access to Brivdinis can also chop the teak tree here, which is really good experience per hour if you stay in a forestry world due to the +10 level boost and experience gained from events. But this is also locked behind a high level quest. Once you reach 90 woodcutting, you can get a really chill AFK by chopping redwood trees in the woodcutting guild. Just keep in mind that forestry doesn't work inside the woodcutting guild, so no events and no boost from other players. Let's recap. Between levels 1 to 60, you'll spend time chopping willow trees in Drainer Village. Then at 60, move over to Sears Village for yew trees until 90, and finally train on redwoods until 99. If you want more AFK time, consider doing magics at level 75, as each tree lasts for almost 4 minutes. Alternatively, the Blisterwood tree in Darkmere is also quite good for AFKing with better experience rates than magics. For the fastest way to 99, stick to willow trees until 62 woodcutting and then switch to Soyoseps on Fossil Island, and at 90 plus woodcutting, you can get really good experience rates at the Brivdinis Teaks. Before we round off this guide, I have 2 more things to cover, which are gear and money. You should always use the best axe your level allows and upgrade to either the Dragon Axe or Dragon Felling Axe at 61 woodcutting. The Dragon Axe is cheap, but the Dragon Felling Axe is not. But that's okay, because you can save up 10,000 bark to get a felling axe handle, which you can use to upgrade your dragon axe into a felling axe. The felling axe offers 10% more experience while chopping, but there's a 20% chance that you will not get a log. Furthermore, it needs to be powered with forester's rations, the cost of which adds up over time. You can buy rations from the Grand Exchange and store them inside your forestry kit. Another helpful reward from forestry is the log basket, which allows you to carry 28 extra logs. This costs just 5,000 bark, so it should either be your first or second purchase. Once you have the axe handle and log basket, you can save up for the lumberjack outfit. The full set will give you 2.5% more experience. Any bark that you gain after that can be spent on felling axe handles, which you can sell on the Grand Exchange for 270k profit per hour. Subscribe if you want more quick guides for OSRS, and check out my forestry guide next. Cheers! Forestry changed the way we train woodcutting, from a skill that forces you to find an empty world into a thriving social activity. All you need is your axe and a forestry kit. You can obtain your kit by speaking with the Freaky Forester in Drainer Village. Items that you obtain during forestry are automatically stored inside this kit. Forestry made some core changes to woodcutting. For starters, trees now complete on a set timer, allowing multiple players to chop the same tree. To encourage players to train in forestry worlds, you get a +1 level boost for each player on the same tree, capped at +10. But the most notable change made with the forestry update is events. There are 9 total events that can spawn at random. These events reward the player with adamant-fused bark, a currency used in the reward shop, as well as woodcutting experience. Some notable rewards are the felling axe and log basket, but more on that later. To be eligible for event rewards, you need to remain in one woodcutting location for the duration of at least 2 chopped trees. This prevents players from hopping forestry events to accumulate more bark and XP per hour. Before we go over the events, I urge you to enable the woodcutting plugin for Runelight and make sure all forestry settings are toggled on. This will make it easier to learn the events. First, we have the struggling sapling. During this event, you have to find a combination of 3 resources to feed the sapling. You can work together with other players to speed up this process. Next is the pheasant event. Bring eggs from the nest that doesn't have a pheasant sitting on it to the Freaky Forester. When roots spawn, chop them for experience. Switch to the animal-infused ones for bark and XP. The flowers event requires you to find a combination of 2 bushes to run in between. Runelight will highlight the correct ones for you. The ritual event forces you to play odd one out. When the leprechaun spawns, he can bank your logs for you. They'll also spawn rainbows, which give you more XP if you stand on the tile. If you see entlings spawn, give them a haircut according to their instructions. During the fox event, you have to dismantle traps by clicking on them. And finally, when you see a beehive, you can deposit your logs for bark and construction experience. The events can be divided into 2 categories: events that reward bark and experience, and events that offer uniques. Participating in the pheasant event gives you a chance of obtaining the golden egg, which can transmog your beaver into a pheasant. Similarly, the fox event has the fox whistle, which can turn your beaver into a fox. The entling event rewards you with egg nests, which can be used to obtain pieces of the evil chicken outfit. Let's talk about
Alright, so we're just
the main
chilling.
reward is the felling axe handle, which turns your axe into a 2-handed version, granting 10% more experience. As a balance, you have a 20% chance of not obtaining a log but still getting the experience. The felling axe needs to be fueled with forester's rations. These can be made using leaves and cooked fish, but you can also buy the rations from the Grand Exchange. And while we're on the topic, you can even buy the dragon felling axe from the Grand Exchange, meaning you can skip out on grinding 10,000 bark to obtain it. Another important reward is the log basket, available for 5,000 bark. This thing sits in your inventory and it can hold up to 28 extra logs. It can also go on your back by combining it with a forestry kit and
What the
sturdy
fuck?
harness, creating the forestry basket. I recommend you get the felling axe first and then save up for the log basket.
What
After
happened?
that, you can look into getting the forestry basket, maybe the lumberjack outfit, though keep in mind that it's much
Shit
faster to get
crashed.
that at temple trekking. And this version is just a recolor, no extra benefits. And that's it for this guide. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Cheers.
Chill, what's our goal, man? 56. I mean, we'll get a couple levels an hour. It'll probably be a couple hours of a grind. Zamarok this. Saradomin that. And well, Guthix chilling. No drama. No conflict. Just burning trees. Bro, if I wanted to just like secure my fletching, lilies. Wouldn't you though? Don't lie. How do you mute someone? This is not worth the time. Dropping. I think we're at the point in the grind where we get high as fuck. Yo, answer your phone, dude. We can all hear it ringing. We should have put some drip on for the wood cutting if it's gonna be like this. Not that anybody can see you because we're all stacked on top. Alright. Oh man, I gotta think about what I'm doing for D&D tomorrow. Be running D&D tomorrow, that's for sure. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. We're finding the rhythm here. Let's get our window pulled up. Alright, so if our YouTube reset, Does that mean that we lost our thumbnail? Let's check. Bro, it does. That's so stupid. Uh, bro. And it just uses the shit. Alright. Old school Runescape. Questing. Now get back over here. No, just literally. Hang tight. Alright. I mean, no, not blah blah blah. Let me look for the drop down that says entertainment. We hit gaming. We hit school. What? There we go. Hit save. Alright, we're back online. We're cooking again. Yo, what was that? Get the. Get him. Get him. Is that it? Hell yeah, we got some bark. Hundo. Uh, did our Twitch. Oh, we have another window. No, what the fuck? Oh, control Z. Oh, dude, we're triggered right now. Quick actions. Uh, questing. Okay, dude. Alright, we didn't realize just how much of a problem the little internet blip is for us. Because we're using Restreamer. And so like Restreamer has like a set title and then every time we disconnect and reconnect, it pushes that title and category and game or whatever to both Twitch and YouTube. I mean YouTube its own problem because when YouTube stream disconnects for half a second, it it rehosts the stream once it's back up on a completely brand new URL. So that's a problem too. That's a problem we can't solve. The title thing I think we can solve, but we gotten 2 levels. Undead Lumberjack clothing though, that's sick. It's Pet Smart. Damn, we chomping through it right now. Fuck me, dude. I'll just take, like, damn, that's so rude. Weird flex. Yo, give me that. Yo, give me a sandwich. I need to get high. Fuck, this shit pisses me off, dude. I'm fucking clogged. We clogging. Here we go. Oh, we ain't using that to unclog. Not that. Where did we put it, bro? Hold up. I make sure we're still chopping. I think we put it over here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So now, the last one I used is. Alright, come on. Uh-oh. That's weird. I'm about to get another level. Then we were cooking. I think the sound effect plays when you're the one who fells it. Maybe your tick or whatever. But I don't think it's on a timer, right? It's not like a chance anymore, so. Take a look. Do a little test. Alright. I got some garlic rosemary fries. Thinking of microwaving up. Feels like the play. It's the clock off. Huh. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it'd be like 4 levels an hour. I mean, obviously it's gonna slow down a little. It's like 3 hours. Probably less, but overcompensating 3. This is a gilded axe. Maybe we should be doing felling axe. Is that what's going on? Am I supposed to be using felling axe? I don't know. I mean, it's probably marginal at best, if it is better. No, we lost our spot. Alright, we're good, we're good. Shape's cool, man. Like, not saying it's good per se, but what a MMO should strive for. A bunch of people on screen with the capacity to be social. They all look different, but you could tell if you have game knowledge whether it's meaningful or like costume items or whatever, right? And they're concentrated in an area and they're not penalized for hitting the same resource node. Otherwise, implement competition. They're incentivized. Yeah, I'm not seeing any events. You know what I mean? Video would kind of imply they would be like all over the place. Yeah, maybe it added its own icon on the right. I don't think so. Look up. No icon, so. This feels like a bad rotation. Like this tree is always good, but this one always dies right after, and then we have to switch off. I'd rather run a little bit. I mean, sometimes it just starts hitting, right? It's fine, it's offset enough. It's easy to not register. We hit the little timer, like we know when to switch back. I haven't decided yet, Stevie. Like, I don't think I have enough game knowledge to make the right informed decisions as far as like what regions to restrict myself to. So I'm not sure. But I am like intending to like one day watch a bunch of videos on it, you know, and maybe try to copy someone's plan or, you know, really give it a big think. But I might not at the end of the day. I might continue on this. It's like I already have a goal that I want to do, right? Which is quest completion. So if I have something meaningful to do, then whatever. I don't know. I really don't. It's like 50-50. I feel like I'm close enough to like certain endgame content right now that even with like leagues being supposed to be boosted, right? Like to some extent. I don't know if that would get me there any quicker, right? If it, yeah, I don't know. I'm mainly interested in like doing like endgame PVM stuff. That and PvP, but like I don't want a PvP right now. You know, it'll be a while before I get into PvP because getting into PvP without an established main sucks. Um, Once I can just dump money on PvP and not worry about not have gear fear basically, right? Once I can just approach it Hey, what's going on? Sure, how can I help? Oh, okay. Retrieve. Okay. What do I do with the egg? Go talk to him. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Give it to the. Okay, now what? Okay, then we go. Why am I stunned? Okay. Okay. Oh no, he got me. It's kind of like whack-a-mole. I get it. Seems like we can get each one twice. Maybe 3 times if we're really on it. No. Okay. How do I? Alright, whatever. Where? There we go. We're back in it. And levels to go. Look at that. Look at that. It was a triple. Kind of want to listen to some music. Let's get the VOD terminated. Oh shit. Spacing out. Fire wood, then doing things in another tab.
Coast Contra thing. Look, 1, 2, 3, everybody get low. 4, 5, 6, nigga, here comes the coast. 7, 8, 9,
I think I want chat overlay for Runescape.
10, that means begin. Yo, we good? We good?
Like I'm already looking over here, you know. I'm not running over for.
Baby, I'm coming. Bust through the pussy wall like Kool-Aid man. The new moon rose high and shine on the coastline. Kings follow like the northern star through the dark skies. Haters gon' say we couldn't do it without a cosign, but my pen moved to range. This a landslide.
This hip hop we came to spit raw. What y'all do is backwards, helping them win a war. Coast gon' give backwards and push forth in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Truthfully feel like all y'all weak. No style, no technique. You niggas run with 2 left feet.
Oh, I'm trying to find the tempo here. Oh, this one sucks. We just wait for the XP drop. Oh. Click, bitch.
As you can see, we stay connected to the roots of hip hop. This is year 51, man. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like this is a very, very beautiful experience.
Alright. Where were we?
Support the coach. They ain't get a chance to see us live.
Yeah, it was half a level, dude. Shit was popping.
Let me put it out there. The songs that we doing. Some of these are on our mixtape, the old way, so you can definitely go listen to that. Check it out. Quiero mandar un gran saludo a todos mis latinos a todo alrededor de todo el planeta. La música es una energía, no un lenguaje. Acuérdate de eso. I like that. I don't know what that was about, but I like that. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, yo,
Spark, nice.
you tapped into the live experience. You are now rocking with Taj Austin. Raz Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Jamal. Rio Lowe's El Puente. And as a group, we like to go by the name of Coast Contra. Hey, yo, fall back. This shit for mature audiences only. Let me talk crazy. Who's the big shit? Grand Pooh, slick Rick, ruler, 12-inch. 1 foot from the feet, stepping to you in some all-black forces, Jedi cat. Moving as a mastermind, sending brain waves to your medulla, nigga. We Mount Rushmore, who stone-faced jeweler, trust more. Same stone-face can stare down Medusa once more. Prayed up, I'm blessed enough, so what is love for? I wake up, the day my life suck, I bust enough for. It's up for a moving, your top 5, moving at Mach 5 speed. Moving, the niggas laughing, mocking them seas. The mark of the seas, the Coast Guards could walk overseas. Your barking is cheap, and none of your dogs is costly to breed. I keep it cheap with y'all. We ain't impressed, ain't even trying to compete with y'all. Just us four, and the Mexican standoff for a Visa card. Back the fuck up. You back up, nigga. Back up. Back up. Cause me, my niggas borderline crazy, common, tweaking hard. I swear it's voices in my head and one of them dying to speak to y'all. Ain't even mad at all, my nigga, I'm slightly annoyed. I'm hungry, angry, these stomach pains is killing my joy. So I'm killing these rappers. Relief, I feel it's filling my void. Plus niggas need ghostwriters at least to get your spirit employed. See, Razzie been his best self, he try to speak his message to y'all. But nigga way too humble, I kidnap my let me in charge. I'm prideful, my bones is fossils, I'm better than y'all. My nuts is dragging, it's like they stuffed with medicine bars. These niggas swear I'm crazy, I try to tell them I'm speaking the truth. But he keep locking me out. Knock, knock, opportunity of who? Opportunity of a lifetime, and the right time is right now, move. That's what happened. Too damn modest, rash the best, and I'm proof. It's Coast Contra, nigga. One of those. It's one of those. Hey, I'm gonna lie. You just snapped. Yeah. Reed's trying to bring out Razor Blade, huh? Yeah, right. This nigga dick. Tiger Date,
You
aka
know what I
Buck
mean?
50.
You know, I got questions for this nigga,
Talk
man.
to me, man.
Hey, yo, who the best in the group, my nigga?
Nigga, obviously from what I just displayed, it's me, nigga.
I'm the best in the group, nigga.
Scheme,
Hey,
nigga,
yo,
what you
yo,
talking about?
Who the best in the group, then?
I'm the best in the group. Stop playing with me,
Oh,
bro.
okay,
Lo, say it in
okay,
Spanish. Tell these
okay.
niggas,
Y'all
man.
become the best once y'all master Spanish like your boy, you heard me? Come on, man.
I like that. I like that. I like all y'all niggas' answers. You know what I'm saying? I disagree. I'm the best in the group, nigga.
You
know what I'm
alright.
saying?
You alright,
I'm really him like that. But you know what? I got a serious question real quick. Nigga, who better than the group? Nobody.
Okay, I kick up, flip shit, huh?
Keep it moving.
Hip hop, you can't stop this type of movement. I'm a storyteller, let me get right into it. About this time, I'm almost died over some
Gucci. Say what?
brown skin. It was this cutie. Threw a party at a crib, told me come through.
But damn it, I knew better. Granted, I'm too clever.
But I'm from Philly, I'm ready rumble like whoever.
I'm on the way.
Something kept telling me, boy, you foolish. Couldn't get a lift from my nigga, so called a
Uber.
dropped off, hip hop stars. He was the
Coolest.
but not the cleanest. But at least he played my music. Hopped in that bitch like I was cool. Can't lie, shit was a vibe. They playing Future. Getting high, speakers as loud as petrol.
Booming.
See these guys with evil eyes, what they up to?
Wait, there she go.
I recognized her from her booty. Walked up, baby, what's up?
How you doing?
You turned around with the stone face, I was confused.
Then I realized I looked in the eyes of a Medusa.
Left, right, punch, kick, getting jumped, no shit, oh shit, broke ribs, still throwing both fists, don't miss. Now I'm a dude, I got contusions on my back, too many cats, I just see
Boomers, call the doctor.
it was nothing else I can do in this street fight, wishing nobody else that hurt. Everyone run, boys and blues, I'm not afraid of the police.
Hallelujah.
Wanted me to cheat. Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in, it's Coast.
Yeah. Break it down now. Come on. Yeah. Break it down now. Come on. Yeah. Keep it down now. Yeah. Keep it
I say how close these are to each other.
Yeah. I got Buddha on the bass. Keep it going now. Yeah. I got the shine on the drums. Keep it going. Yeah.
Oh, that was just
Keep it going now. The coast.
pure intuition. Purely.
Hey, yo, we gonna end it
And now these ones are.
we go East Coast, West
I hate it.
It's the new mantra. We the new monsters. The only coast is Contra. When I say coast, y'all say Contra. Coast, Contra. Coast, Contra. When I say coast, y'all say Contra. Coast, Contra. Coast, Contra.
We out of here, baby.
And it's
One
like
love.
that.
I see, say, I say. Hey, yo.
Yo. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. 9 levels to go.
She's still fatal. We need an IV. It's on us for to keep us stable. Everybody move. Give us some room. We turn the table to a defibrillator. Message clear that we the greatest. Please have patience. We operating on a generation whose ultrasound is all the same as a little baby. That's why music born. They so against procreation. They just imitating their latest favorites. Here come the labels, cause they will cheer for any rapper who's self-degrading. They gon' give them paper, make them hot, then cremate them. But the truth is they couldn't cut it, so they use staples in the rap game to use their influence to make them famous. Niggas pro-sick, so they pop pills and youngest take them. Had they brains baking and egg them on the scent maples. Think the perks of life is getting high for your inflammation. Out of a medicine that was good for the soul. It's human nature, bitch, you're all scrubs. I brought mask and gloves for sanitation. Calling out the greatest, tell them I said it, I verbatim. You got east, west, and Colombia on the equator. Yeah, it's Coast Contra, really surging through every nation. To all the rappers who only here to gain green, I'll amputate them. Raise the vibration, this way deeper than entertainment. But with your radiation, ego solo, you could go major. No, I can't, sir, I'd rather just go through all the stages. When you in a group, some go salute, but others hate it. So be wary of different bacteria, contamination. See, when we gon' realize our culture is in danger, they sedating our creators, controlling the narration. Afraid of the day when we waiting in visitation and the doctor come out saying hip-hop didn't make it.
Visions of my newborn son rising while the moon is heavy and my daughter got me caught her. She keeps spilling her spaghetti. Me and my wife rocking. My life is beautiful and steady. Look, I don't know where I'm supposed to be, but I know where I'm going. Slowly approaching me, and as of right now, my nigga, first time in my life, I just flew first class. Okay, first time in Dubai, they carry my bags. Okay, first time on the autobahn, we did the dash. Skirt. That same time in Germany, I catered crafts, I had to work. First time out in London, I performed some shows. I even shared the same stage as Cleo Soul. First time in New York, nobody knew my talent, don't trip. Second time New York, I bodied Jimmy Fallon, real shit. First time in the Rhino, signing niggas merch. That was the first time I got the crowd surf. First time out in Philly, rapped on Cosmic Kev. Second time I did the MIA Fest. Third time I met Raekwon and Chef. By the fourth time, shit, who knows what's next? This might be the first time you heard me speak, or the first time you heard me in a couple weeks. And if at some point you feel like, why you get to eat? It wasn't one time I mentioned I wasn't on EBT, nigga. And I still feel fulfilled. Man, we build it. 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 Some different, some independent. So it's ours. The more you independent, more you get dependent on God. Stay blessed. Learn to say grace before your plates even manifest, nigga. Blow, 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 blow. Cause the odds can be obstacles. Those who believe say no proof is necessary. Those who don't believe say no proof is possible. Which one are you? I'm number one, I don't run with no one that's number two. No wonder no one on my team broke under one dispute. The same ones that probably say that this one was a fluke. The main ones producing more ass records than Uncle Luke. Hey yo, I called out my dog the other day. Looked him in the mirror, had to talk to him face to face. Like, what's up? How's your mother? How's your sister and your brothers? God bless them, tell them I miss them, I love them. He asked me how's the music going, and I said it's lovely. The love so real, it feel better than the money. Shit so cold, we finna do a show in early. Everything Gucci, man, just focused on working, learning, grinding, thriving. Even made this beat here reclining.
Should probably the middle one, right? Is that how Roche works?
But missing heart, that's the problem. Shit, they spiraling out like Fibonacci. This shit fire, that's why the numbers don't lie. G, he reply facts, y'all giving niggas hope, hoping niggas cope. Even me, shit. Lately I've been going through some things, trying to maintain. Little sister fighting cancer, about to turn 15. Thank God she here though. You know mama trying to stay strong, cause we don't believe in fear. So say a prayer for me, dog, cause the Lord seems to hear you clear, bro. All them bars got you good reception. Y'all done came far, I responded, see, not without God, no question. He told me he been smoking roaches down to the essence. Angry and reckless, skipping the message. We learning lessons and tired of stressing. Running from his
Holy shit.
lacking connection. Suffocating from
Dude is mad.
feel that, cause I don't feel that. My heart numb. All the trauma through the years and the mind state of surviving got me lying to myself, saying that I'm good when I wish I was. Got me out here fucking on these bitches just because. At some point you gotta say enough is enough. And looking in the mirror really helped me find my love, nigga. Hey yo, my sympathy don't ever come too cheap. Pity parties like surprise parties, always, whoa, it's me. Who am I? It's your higher self, meaning God himself. Here to guide you when you don't guide yourself. We provide the help. I am the consciousness of the human collective, yet remain anonymous. Ear hustle, so many philosophies. I find it all astonishing. I am simply just a vibe, meaning I am
Like,
I am alive.
go back to League of Legends.
If you go inside, you see I am you, unified, meaning I am your lower self. Get to know yourself, I can ask. You ever tame a donkey? Try to control yourself by acting bad. Mac a bad bitch, then use the hands of God to smack her ass. I got urges, scratch my itches urgent, got me acting rash. I need all the splurges, I feel awfully nervous. I can't trust a person, say you love me. Every time you judge me, I hit all your verdicts. Who am I? Nigga, who are you? Got me paranoid, anxiety. Smoke another square, make it trapezoid. Life been hard for me, got no tight regard for me. All my life I had to fight the sight with right regard to see. Gave us insight, but that's a sight that I could hardly see. And his favorite quote is likely gonna be that the best things in life is all for free. Probably RC, pardon me, my sympathy don't never come too cheap. Pity parties like surprise parties, always, whoa, it's me. Who am I? It's your higher self. Say hi to yourself. Speaking life into your lifespan. That life bar was health. Who am I? Not your favorite rapper. I'm your favorite person. Look inside the mirror, see me clearer. I look great in person. God leave. When did God leave? I still feel his presence. The second coming is every second coming. Living in the present, the time is now. Sit, calm down, find your peace. But the world is fucked up. Go to your inner world, relief. God bless you. God bless you.
Probably. Aren't we all logging in a way? Just addicted. Show the log. Yeah, I don't buy it. Got to invest in this chat. Yo, answer your phone. The random inventor. They take away from the aesthetic, you know? Why am I not getting any audio? Where's Waldo? Alright. Debating snack options. Technically, I have some pizza that's still probably edible. That's 2 days. But also those fries. Go. There's a maple tree. Probably better here anyway. So there's just a fuck ton of people here. Bro, there's so many people over there. Oh, it's gotta be better to be over here. Like, what's going on, dude? Oh, that's loud and annoying. Alright, I turn the sound effects back off. I don't want to learn about RuneScape leagues. RuneScape leagues. 23 minutes. I want a long form video.
Leagues 5 guide.
Alright.
How
We're gonna watch that after this song finishes, cause this song is vibing right now. And by watch it I mean I'm gonna watch it, you're gonna listen to it. Do I go to Maple like right away? Is there even a Maple near here? We got Willow, we got regular, we got Oak. Yeah, Maple's the one that's like, you have to run a ways. Get to log in over here, alright? We are starting to get some, yeah, I think it's quicker here for sure. It's like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 people over there. Oh, when we're on this one. Almost everybody's around these two. There's way more around this one. So that's the comparison, because we're hitting this one either way. This clapping is annoying me. Alright.
are we doing? I hope you're all okay. It's that time of year again. The build up to Leagues 5, the teasers every day. And you might have seen by now that I worked with the old school team and created a video revealing the Echo bosses and their rewards. And you should 100% watch that video on the official old school RuneScape channel if you haven't already. That's why I've not covered any of the teasers.
Yeah, it's an old school RuneScape channel. From
November the 27th.
okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking at their recent videos. Okay, let's start with this one. There's a couple we're gonna watch.
Take one.
Playback
It's that
speed
time of
normal.
year again. Get ready for Leagues 5 in what we're calling Raging Echoes.
Sorry, dude, could you hold still for a sec? We just need to get a reference image to turn you into an old school character.
Oh, can you make the character like all Muslim?
No.
For those of you that don't know, Leagues is a
Yeah.
temporary game mode where players start from scratch. It has boosted XP rates, a huge variety of tasks to complete, powerful relics to unlock, and of course, brand new rewards. Area locking is one of the most interesting things about Leagues, and we've decided to make it a core part of Leagues going forward.
We want to build on top of
Okay.
it, constantly refreshing it and improving it to keep it exciting. So we're going to add new content into each league rather than rotating stuff out. There's something else. Combat Masteries is the new core of your combat power. Combat Masteries complement the relic system to give you greater control of your battle buffs. And there's one more big difference that we're going to be introducing in Raging Echoes.
Alright, and now reach for the tea.
In this year's league, each new area will feature 1 or 2 enhanced bosses.
These bosses will drop a desirable, unique item that's not normally found in that area itself.
This means players will have to choose which areas to unlock wisely. Do they play it safe and go for an area they're comfortable with?
Or do they venture outwards to use the exciting new unique boss drops? It's not just the drops that change with these enhanced bosses. Each new
boss will have slightly different mechanics, so players will have to be on their toes if they want to get their hands on these big ticket items. I've not seen this item before.
That's all we're going to reveal.
They're
in
falling
Raging
down
Echoes
left
for
and
now,
right.
but there'll be plenty more info soon, so keep an eye out on the official channels.
Alright, sweet.
What happened?
Autoplay on close up now. Alright, where were we? Where the fuck even was that video we just watched? Oh, right here. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Think that has anything to do with it. Not that. Think that has anything to do with it. Click the new tree. Alright, here we go.
November the 27th marks a very special day, the launch of Leagues 5 Raging Echoes. I'm Scritic and I make a lot of Leagues related content, but today Jagex have entrusted me to deliver some really exciting news about this upcoming league.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this video, then literally the same guy's other video.
What a league is, so
And then at that
quickly
point,
explain. Raging Echoes League
gonna
is
be
a
arguments for
temporary
different
game mode
regions.
spanning 8 weeks with boosted XP rates, drop rates, and passive buffs. Everyone will be playing under Iron Man game rules, but with a twist. You start locked only to Misthalin and Karamja, and have the ability to unlock 3 further regions, including the new region of Varlamore.
New region?
How do you unlock regions exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked. League tasks are the name of the game and range from defeating that first poor goblin you come across to chopping your first tree all the way up to end game raids. Trust me when I say that the dopamine of ticking off task after task and seeing that pop up never gets old. And you'll be able to unlock your first, second, and third regions by completing a certain number of tasks. And that's not all, because completing league tasks also rewards you with league points, and these are important. Upon reaching certain league point thresholds, you'll be able to unlock relics. These are powerful, permanent buffs to your character that alter a gameplay style of your choice. Want to instantly process and bank items you gather? No problem. Have you got an excess amount of GP and want to use that to train prayer? It's possible. I think you get the picture, so let me tell you all why I'm really here today. In line with the titular theme of Leagues 5, Echo Bosses are a new feature. These are powerful variants of existing bosses with beefed up hit points and added mechanics for a fresh challenge. More importantly though, they drop new, never before seen
That's actually,
items.
I can actually
There's
feel
one
it
Echo
being
boss
quicker
per
too.
region, excluding the starting regions of Misthalin and Karamja, so don't panic.
Maybe
you
not.
don't have to deal with
This number
Jads
doesn't change
spawn
at
in a
all.
set of more Jads that spawn a set of more Jads that spawn a set of more Jads that... You get the idea. To access an Echo boss, you'll need to beat the regular version of that boss. And in doing so, there's a chance that that boss will drop an Echo Orb. These are region specific and can be used to permanently access the Echo version of that region's boss. Now, I'm not going to spoil what each one of these new challenges have in store for you, but let me take you on a grand tour around Gelinor for a sneak peek at the new exciting drops from these Echo bosses. Oh, and if you happen to have planned any of your league's region choices ahead of now, then get ready to have those plans turned upside down and your mind truly blown. because this is going to change everything. Alright, the first stop on our tour is the Caridian Desert. Just southwest of the Shanty Pass and deep underground is the Cowfight Lair. The Cowfight Queen resides in the depths and will award any challengers who can defeat its Echo variant with a chance to obtain a powerful ranged weapon befitting of the desert's characteristics. The Drygore Blowpipe. Just like its toxic variant, the Drygore Blowpipe uses darts for ammunition, which are conveniently unlocked for fletching after completing the Tourist Trap quest. The Drygore Blowpipe is incredibly fast and accurate, working like a ranged version of the Osmunton's Fang. Its built-in passive rolls for accuracy twice before taking the highest result, all while
It has
attacking
advantage.
at a lightning 2-tick attack speed. I can think of some keen desert enthusiasts who will be very happy with a strong ranged option that will make light work of most of the desert denizens. Next, we're headed to the region of Asgarnia, and for this one, we're gonna need 91 Slayer and a Hellhound Slayer task, because we're headed deep into the Tavali dungeon to find everyone's favorite hell puppy, Cerberus. If you're lucky enough to obtain the Asgarnia Echo Orb, you'll no longer need a Slayer task to fight the Echo variant of Cerberus. Now, have you ever wondered what it would be like if you could forge all of the God Swords into one? Well, Echo Cerberus makes that a reality, as it'll have a chance to drop the Dog Sword.
Gross.
Whoever came up with that name is a genius. For 50% of your special attack energy, the Dog Sword will hit a target and apply every single God Sword effect. Freezing, healing, reducing defenses, increased accuracy, and even more damage. The Dog Sword does it all. And who knows, if you're lucky enough to pair this with a relic that enhances your special attacks, this has some insane potential. Let me talk to you guys about the wilderness. It's sprawling with bosses, all suitable candidates for an Echo variant, but there is one boss here that has stood the test of time, and you can find it just west of the Lava Maze. The King Black Dragon. There aren't any requirements to access this boss, so grab your anti-dragon fire shields because
killed King Black Dragon.
variant can drop
About as far as I got in the RS2 era.
The Thunder Kopesh and the Thousand
Where I like
Dragon Ward.
got
The Thunder
whisked away
Kopesh
by
is
life.
a powerful sickle-shaped slashing sword, imbued with the power of thunder and lightning. When attacking with
I
the
don't know
Thunder Kopesh, you'll
be
have
on.
a 20% chance to summon a lightning bolt. This deals area of effect damage in a 3x3 area around your target. Especially useful for getting through groups of monsters quickly. The Kopesh's special attack takes this effect one step further, and for 50% of your special attack energy, you'll quickly attack twice. If either of those hits are successful, an additional lightning bolt is summoned for up to 100% of the original attack's max
What the
hit.
fuck?
This weapon is insanely strong and even does full damage against the corporeal beast. But before I get carried away, let me tell you guys about the Thousand Dragon Ward. Strong attack bonuses with more melee strength than a defender and some beefy defensive bonuses to round it off. But what really makes the Thousand Dragon Ward special is its passive effect. While wielding the Thousand Dragon Ward, you will be immune to pretty much all negative status effects. Dragonfire, Desert Heat, Poison, Venom, and many, many more.
Want to buy
These two
that?
items combined are making the wilderness look extremely promising this year. Wildy good. Next, we're headed into Mauritania, and I hope you all remembered that I asked you to get 75 Slayer and a Gargoyle task for this one because we'll need a Brittle Key for where we're going. On the roof of the Slayer Tower are the Grotesque Guardians. If you can get a hold of the Mauritania Echo Orb, you won't need a Slayer task to access this Echo variant. And if you're good enough to come out on top,
Not gonna lie,
there's a chance you'll
randoms
be able to
are
bag
annoying.
yourself the Gloves of the Damned. As far as their stats
There's
go,
a vibe.
they're just as strong as Barrow's Gloves, which is very fitting for its extremely powerful
Wait, go back again.
effect. Which damned. As far as top, there's a chance you'll be able to bag yourself the Gloves of the Damned. As far as their stats go, they're just as strong as Barrow's Gloves, which is very fitting for its extremely powerful passive effect. While equipped, the Gloves of the Damned double the effectiveness of all Barrow set effects and additional set effects provided when wearing an Amulet of the Damned. And luckily for us,
I don't know what the
the
Barrow's set
gloves
effect
act
is,
as
but
if
that
you
sounds
have an
like
Amulet
big.
of the Damned equipped, meaning every set of Barrows
I don't
gets
know off
turned
the
into
top
an
of it.
absolute powerhouse with these gloves. Arim's set gains a 50% chance of combat spells dealing 60% more damage. The Carol set becomes a machine gun with a 50% chance to hit a target twice. And the infamous Darok set is going to be capable of dealing up to 194% bonus damage when at 1 HP. So grab your spades and get digging. The Fremennik region is our next stop, and while there aren't any requirements to get to our destination, you'll want to be prepared with at least some overhead prayers and a pet rock. Or, you know, a friend. That'll work. On the 6th level of the Waterbirth Island dungeon are the Dagonoth Kings. Each of the Dagonoth Kings uses a different attack style, so this won't be an easy challenge. But by defeating the Echo variants, you'll have a chance to get the 2 best pieces of jewelry that Leagues 5 has to offer. The Amulet
This league
of
sounds like it's made
and the
to get
Emperor
people to watch streamers who
Both
know
of
life
these
digging.
pieces of jewelry provide incredible stat bonuses. Attack, defense.
I wonder how many people are
bonus, melee,
actually going to be able to
strength,
engage
and
with
of
this
course,
content.
a huge amount of magic damage as well. These 2 items really are a jack of all trades and make Fremennik the perfect support region to pair with whatever else you're cooking up. Now, who laughed at me when I said Fremennik was going to be S tier this year? Yeah, I thought so. The Kingdom of Kandarin. This place has historically been known as an especially strong region for magic users. And that's not about to change anytime soon. Just southwest of Castle Wars is the Smoke Devil dungeon, and you'll be able to take on the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil here once you have 93 Slayer and a Smoke Devil task. But just like the other Slayer bosses, the Echo variant does not require you to have a Slayer task once you obtain the Kandarin Orb. This Echo variant of Thermi has a chance to drop an offhand item that allows you to tune into the elements of the world and exploit weaknesses like never before. The Devil's Element. This neat little incense burning looking thing provides some generous magic accuracy, a 6% magic damage boost, and some prayer bonus on top. But the real magic behind the Devil's Element is its passive ability to harness the power of the elements. While equipped, the Devil's Element counts as any elemental rune, and it will allow you to double the effectiveness of any elemental weaknesses exploited. There are a ton of fun bosses across Gelenor with an elemental weakness which are going to be even more prominent with this item, and may even open some different strategies for you to try. In the previous league, the Tummakan Shadow was everyone's favorite magic item, but this will definitely close the gap for other elemental staffs like the Nightmare Staff to stand at the very top alongside it. A little further to the west is the beautiful green area of Tyranwen. Okay, maybe it's not all beautiful, and for this region's Echo variant, you'll be taking a trip into the heart of Prifddinas to take on the Gauntlet. If you're up for the challenge, you'll need to tackle the Corrupted Gauntlet for a chance at the Tyranwen Echo Orb, which, once obtained, allows you to instantly skip the Gauntlet's preparation phase, as should you choose to fight the Echo variant, you'll be geared with a generous Gauntlet setup. This allows you to jump straight into the action with the Echo variant of the Hunlith. If you're lucky while fighting this Echo boss, you'll be able to get your hands on the Crystal Blessing. In addition to providing a big boost to prayer bonus, the Crystal Blessing harnesses the power of the Crystal Armor, allowing its accuracy and damage bonuses to be applied to all melee weapons while equipped. For those who aren't all familiar with this gear, a full set of Crystal Armor will give you a combined 30% accuracy and 15% damage bonus. I can definitely think of a few weapons I'd like to try this out with, but I'll leave the experimenting up to you guys. What do you think would pair well with this? Across the sea is the Kingdom of Great Korenth.
This massive landscape has a lot of great content to get stuck into, but for this next Echo variant, we'll be traveling to the Farming Guild. At level 65 farming, you'll be able to enter the intermediate tier of the Farming Guild, and after planting and watching your Hespori seed grow into a giant angry plant, you'll be able to fight it, and defeating it will guarantee you the Corrend Echo Orb. Obtaining this will allow you to fight Echo Hespori whenever you want, not requiring you to wait for a seed to grow. Befitting a piece of living nature, the Echo version of Hespori has a chance to drop the Nature's Reprisal, a tribrid weapon capable of using all 3 combat styles. And what I love about this weapon the most is that even the melee option is a projectile, allowing you to slap on your best suit of armor and attack with melee from a distance. Now, you will need to charge Nature's Reprisal with 1 Nature Rune and 5 Earth Runes per charge, but you'll be rewarded with its incredibly versatile stats. These are absolutely no joke, and I'm expecting total chaos from this item. Grab your tree trunks, we're going to the Chambers of Xeric with this one. The final stop on our tour today takes us to the Shining Kingdom of Varlamore, the newest region in Leagues 5 with so many fun pieces of content to try out if you haven't already managed to do so. If you've been here before, then you'll know where I'm stood right now. The Fortis Colosseum, one of old school RuneScape's toughest challenges, and who better to test your League prowess than an Echo version of Sol Heredit himself. Now, you'll be glad to know that this works a little differently to the other bosses, and that by beating all of the Colosseum waves and Sol Heredit, you will guarantee yourself the Varlamore Echo Orb drop. This will allow you to skip the Colosseum waves to take on the Echo variant of Sol whenever you want. This fight will take you to your absolute limits, but if you have what it takes to defeat Echo Sol, then you will have earned a chance to take the Titan's items for yourself. Introducing the Sunlight Spear and the Sunlit Bracers. The Sunlight Spear is a 2-handed weapon, boasting some generous defensive stats and an insane amount of melee strength for those big numbers we all know and love. But there is so much more to this weapon. Attacking with the Sunlight Spear grants you a stack of sunlight, up to a maximum of 20 stacks. And this is where the weapon's special attack comes in. Using the special attack will consume 7 sunlight stacks, releasing the built-up energy and hitting every target around you within a 3-tile radius. What's even more impressive about this special attack is that the damage is increased per point of prayer bonus that you have. Good job the Colosseum might just give you something to help with boosting that. The Sunlight Bracers provide powerful utility through their strong stats, but more importantly, their passive ability, which increases all healing you receive by 100%. Sharks go from healing 20 to 40, and just one Ceradamin brew can heal as much as 128 hit points. And there are a ton of other ways to heal in old school RuneScape. This item incredibly
that opens up a lot of
regions you're thinking of going for.
things, right? Within your effective HP with a given inventory is
and that concludes our tour of the Echo bosses for Leagues 5 Echoes. And I hope this hasn't thrown your current plans into absolute confusion. I'm sure absolutely no one out there.
Alright, this video's done. Watching this one
so far, but that's about to change, and we are starting here today. Man, it feels good to be able to talk about this finally. Here we go. Today we're going to summarize the Echo bosses and their rewards. Just a quick reminder that if you're not subscribed, I'm going to be covering a lot of Leagues 5 content and Leagues 5 gameplay when it comes around, so double check if you are subscribed already. We're just going to do this in order of the video, and the first one I covered off was the desert. So we knew the Echo boss here was going to be the Cowfight Queen. The difficulty is set as elite, and the difficulty for all of these Echo bosses goes elite, master, and grandmaster. That's it. So there's no real like easy, medium. They're all going to be quite difficult, but to actually tackle these Echo bosses, you need to get the Echo Orb, and there's 2 different mechanics for how you can get those. So for the Cowfight Queen and for some of the bosses, it's going to be like any other drop. You've got a chance to get the orb for that region, which will let you fight the Echo variant. But there are some bosses that give you a guaranteed Echo Orb for that region, being Hespori and Sol Heredit. We'll get onto those later. We're starting with the Cowfight Queen. When Double Shine and I first had a chat and like kind of theorized what the rewards would be from these Echo bosses, I think this is the only one that we actually came close to hitting. So the Drygore Blowpipe is the desert's Echo boss reward. So the Drygore Blowpipe is just straight up better than the Toxic Blowpipe stats-wise. It does lack the Venom capability and a special attack, but it makes up for that in my opinion, because it's essentially a ranged version of the Fang. The special effect of the Drygore Blowpipe rolls for accuracy twice, takes the highest result. Long story short, it's super, super accurate. And because of that, I can see it being useful pretty much everywhere, albeit with like reduced effectiveness. You know, it's not gonna have crazy max hit.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Like a full set of range strength armor, like Missouri or something like that. So I think it's quite obvious this is something you'll want to get to maybe even before tackling the Tombs of a Massacre, because it's going to be really useful for getting through that. It's a big win for the desert because this is the region that unlocks the ability to put darts together in the first place, so they go hand in hand, which is really, really nice. And there's not really much more to say on this one. It is making up for the desert's obvious lack of ranged weapons until you can get to the Tombs of a Massacre and maybe get lucky with a Twisted Bow from there or some of the Missouri armor. That's all there really is to it. Let's move on to Asgarnia. I think at first people weren't sure whether Jagex would make Slayer bosses an Echo boss, because obviously they've got a bit of a steeper requirement to get into, but they have, because Cerberus is the Echo boss for Asgarnia, so you'll need 91 Slayer, a Hellhound task at first, but once you get the Echo Orb from Cerberus, you won't need a Slayer task anymore. And that is the same for any other Slayer boss that comes up in this video. Once you get the Orb, you can skip the Slayer task. You just jump straight into the action, which is amazing. So Cerberus is listed as Master difficulty, which is quite interesting. I wonder what they'll do with that. Oh, and I didn't ask them any details about what the bosses do mechanics-wise, because I would like to keep an element of kind of surprise and excitement for myself when I come around to playing it, so I'm not holding any cards here. This is everything. Beating Cerberus might reward you with its Echo reward, which is the Dog Sword. I genuinely love that that's what they went for this region. So the Dog Sword is a combination of all of the God Swords, and this has a very obvious case use, right? It's a special attacking weapon, and the actual special attack is pretty devastating. You're going to freeze the target. The initial hit is going to benefit from the accuracy of the Armadillo God Sword and the increased damage of that. The damage from that is going to reduce the target's defense from the Bandos God Sword. You're going to heal from the Sarah God Sword effect straight away. You'll also get a delayed heal from the Ancient God Sword, which also freezes, so it's like a 2-in-1 freeze there. So it's kind of crazy, but I suppose the trade-off there is quite obvious that if you can't freeze your target, it loses some of its functionality. And there are bosses that you can't freeze. But even that aside, I think generally speaking, for anyone wanting to go down a special attacking route this year, this weapon is going to be crazy. Now, what I genuinely love is this does cut out a massive grind for people who do want to go down a kind of Godsword route. Even with boosted drop rates, getting all those Godsword shards and getting the hilts can be a pain, so this just kind of bypasses all of that. And you could make an argument to say that there'll be league tasks behind each one of the God Wars bosses anyway, so what difference does it make? But trust me when I say, you can go so incredibly dry here that it's just a slog, okay? So this is fantastic. Wilderness is the next one, and people love to bash the Wilderness. I mean, I did rank it pretty low on my kind of list of overall region rankings, but this region's Echo items definitely changes that. The KBD is the Echo boss here, which is exciting. I mean, the boss was pretty much AFK, right? I think an Echo variant here is pretty welcome. The Echo version of the KBD is listed as elite difficulty, so again, on the easier side of these Echo bosses. And we get 2 Echo items, the Thunder Kopesh and the Thousand Dragon Ward. So the Kopesh is a really strong standalone weapon. It's actually just a better Blade of Seldor as a slashing weapon, which is insane on its own, but it also has a special effect that has a 20% chance to summon lightning in a 3x3 area of your target. The single target damage is good, but this is even better on top of it. You know, you'll get through bosses quickly, you'll shred through the Slayer tasks even quicker. I think this is just a great all-round weapon. And I say that because it's also got a special attack on top of all those other things. It costs 50% energy, and you will quickly hit twice. If either of those hits are successful, you will summon a lightning bolt. And this lightning bolt is a bit different from the other one because the other one on your standard attack deals, I think, half of your main hit, whereas on your special attack, it will deal the same damage that you hit. So this is just absolutely going to nuke things. And it's the only Echo reward that's a one-handed weapon, so you've actually got some opportunity to build around this and play with some other items to pair with it. The obvious choice being the second Wilderness item, the Thousand Dragon Ward. Defensively, it's really strong against all styles, and offensively, it's got more strength than an Avernic Defender. That's just looking at the stats at face value. It's also got a special effect that gives you status effect immunity. This was built into the melee relic in League 4, and now it's built into the shield, so places this ward is going to be good in, obviously against Dragonfire first of all. It hasn't got any negative range or magic stats, so you'll be able to pair a staff or crossbow with this really nicely for things like the Phantom Musper, as it should also prevent the corruption status effect there. It means you don't need boots in the Cruel Slayer dungeon, there's no more stat drain before going into the God Wars dungeon, and of course anti-poison and venom has a ton of application across the entire game. Another win for the Wilderness, I think. This is an incredible item. Now, I won't get into too much detail in this video about Echo item builds, or builds centered around combinations of Echo items, because that is a video I already have planned. If it's out already, it'll be linked to the top, and if it's not, then keep your eyes peeled for that, because it will be coming very soon, and it's a banger. So let's move on to Mauritania now. Here, the Echo boss is going to be the Grotesque Guardian, so again, another Slayer boss, and while the difficulty is considered as elite, the reward here is pretty insane, in my opinion. The Gloves of the Damned is what you get from these guys, and I think this is the most, if not one of the most high-value Echo items in League 5, because there's so much you can do with it. And just let me explain what it does first. It's going to double every piece of Barrow's set effects, and it's going to double the additional set effect you get when wearing an Amulet of the Damned, and you won't need to wear an Amulet of the Damned because the gloves already act as if you have one on. Now, Barrows is really easy to tackle as soon as you have some overhead prayers, and honestly, you can do it with an air staff and some very early air spells because of the elemental weakness. So getting a full set of Barrows, RNG pending, is going to be very easy this year, and the boost that these gloves give to each set is crazy. And it kind of changes the way you look at some of these Barrow sets. When you look at Darox, for example, everyone always sees this low health Berserker hitting really, really hard but risking their life at the same time. This was made even better in League 4 with the Berserker relic, but in this league, the Gloves of the Damned actually give the Darox set a new lease on life, a totally different way of playing with it. Because the Gloves of the Damned will give the Darox set a 50% chance to recoil 30% of your damage taken. And this stacks with things like Ring of Suffering or Ring of Recoil, Echo Boots, Vengeance, things like that. So this is the new absolute unit relic from League 3, and I think this really moves Mauritania up in my standards. I mentioned it in the video, but the Gloves of the Damned make the Aaron set have a chance for spells to hit really hard. It gives the Carol set a 50% chance to essentially just hit twice, which is also really good for shredding through tasks. It's almost like a Mauritania blowpipe, slight exaggeration. But like I say, I'm not going to get into the builds too much because I'm going to get into that in way more detail and talk about what regions you compare with these and what items you compare with them to really take it to another level. Fremi is up next, and this has always been the underdog region, right? Like, everyone has always said Fremi's been mid and just never really took one of the top spots for best regions. I think that's going to change this year. The Dagonoth Kings are the Echo boss here, and that's another master difficulty boss, so I imagine the added mechanics here might trip people up at first, but you do get access to the best jewelry in Leagues 5, the Amulet of the Monarchs and the Emperor Ring. These are insane, and I glazed them plenty in the official video, but hey, a little more glazing won't hurt. Take a look at those stats though. Honestly, they are literally best in slot for every style, and I think this is going to change the region picking meta entirely. I can see Fennick being maybe the most popular, second picked region, purely for the jewelry. This is the new Kandarin, by the way. In League 4, when people were doing Magic, it was like, oh, I have to pick Kandarin for the Occult Necklace and the Tormented Bracelet. Now it's Fremi, because these jewelry pieces they're better than all of those other ones. Speaking about Kandarin, let's move on to that. The Echo boss here is the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, so another Slayer boss, 93 Slayer and a Smoke Devil task needed to get in there. A pretty steep Slayer requirement, but worth it, because this magic item, I think, is going to redefine what people consider the magic meta for League 5. So the Echo item here is the Devil's Element, and the item itself counts as an infinite amount of elemental runes, so you'll never run out and have that annoying moment where you have to go to your rune shop, buy loads of runes, or, go through a whole runecrafting slog just to top them up. But the stats are also pretty good on this thing. The magic attack bonus is huge, the magic strength bonus is very nice, and for its special effect, I think we all saw this coming, right? This year, we had Project Rebalance and redefining weaknesses, elemental weaknesses coming in, and that is what this thing does. It doubles the effectiveness of elemental weaknesses, and that's really impressive. Now, there's a whole formula for how this damage is calculated, but essentially what you need to know is the doubling of the elemental effectiveness is going to lead to some pretty crazy numbers. And in this footage, you can see that the Water Wave spell here just casually slaps a Fire Giant for 64 damage. That's just with an Occult Necklace and the Devil's Element. That's only magic damage boosting stuff in that kit, and you can imagine that the numbers would be way higher with something like Aaron Set, Virtus Robes, Ancestral, a staff that gives magic damage, and obviously the Phrenic jewelry as well. I'll be honest, I haven't ran the numbers. I wouldn't even know how to. This isn't built into any DPS calculators yet, I don't think. But someone would run this, and I'm really interested to know if, when you're fighting something with a pretty prominent elemental weakness, does this combination of items with elemental weakness do more damage than Atomic and Shadow? Because I honestly think it will. And on the other hand, that is the trade-off, isn't it? If you're fighting something that doesn't have an elemental weakness, you're kind of missing out on all of that damage. So that can feel quite bad. But I do really think this is a strong item. I did magic in the last league, so I'm trying to avoid it this time, but I might do a playthrough with this. I just hope if someone is watching this and you're thinking of doing like a max elemental magic build, then please let me know how it goes. All right, we've got Taranwin, and whenever I think of this region, I think of Mod Husky, Taranwin's biggest fan, doing whatever he can to plug the Taranwin propaganda and sell it to you as a good region. I think that the Echo item has some really strong application in this league, so let's get into it. The Echo boss is the Hunlef, and you'll only be able to get the Echo Orb from doing the Corrupted.
6 levels to go.
You have to take those training wheels off, get into the Corrupted Gauntlet, and you'll have a chance to get the Echo Orb. This one's not. And the reward is the Crystal Blessing, which allows you to use the Crystal Armor with any other melee weapon in the game. Now, I I do think it's a shame that this isn't just a straight net transfer for, magic weapons and ranged weapons as well. It would really bring some, weapons that don't see much love back in as slightly more viable maybe. Even with the restriction of it just applying to melee weapons though, there are some heavy hitters that really benefit from this. The Soul Reaper Axe, the Scythe, and the one that I think won't take long for people to connect the dots here is the Thunder Kopesh from the Wilderness. So because the Thunder Kopesh has a 20% chance to summon lightning on successful hit, you're going to want to increase your accuracy as much as possible, and the damage of those lightning bolts is like a percentage of your first hit, so you're going to want to try and increase your base damage as much as possible. With that, Crystal Armor, Thunder Kopesh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be such a good combination. So I think if people didn't think about pairing it with something like the Thunder Kopesh, or maybe looking at this a bit differently, you might have considered this a weak Echo reward, but the other thing to remember is that the Gauntlet is really accessible. You only really need some prayer levels and some combat stats, and you can jump straight into it. Kind of an easy one to go for early. So I think some people are going to sleep on it, but I definitely see its application being pretty wild in some cases. All right, Koren is next, and this one genuinely excites me a little bit because I don't think many people saw this coming, that the Echo boss here was going to be Hespori. Luckily, the Echo Orb is a guaranteed drop from Hespori, so there's no, planting seeds, getting unlucky and having to wait for a seed to grow again. You'll get it. As long as you can beat Hespori, you'll get the Echo Orb. And the item you'll get from Hespori is the Nature's Reprisal. This works like a salamander, being able to attack with all three styles, magic, ranged, and melee. And I really hope people saw the potential of this item because I think it quickly became my second favorite Echo item altogether. The stats are kind of crazy for all different attack styles, and the fact that melee can hit from a 7-tile distance is kind of wild, honestly. So one of the builds that I will be going into more detail in my Echo items build video is just like a full melee range build with this. You've got a full set of like Bandos or Torva with the Nature's Reprisal and some really good jewelry from Fremenic, and all of a sudden you're hitting ridiculous numbers with melee from a distance. And this is really good because fewer monsters around the game are kind of immune to melee. Melee is widely accessible in PvM. But I think either way you look at this, it's a very flexible item, strong in all styles. You don't have to carry around lots of extra gear for any off styles if we are, going down the route of locking in a combat style, that is. For all we know, Leagues 5 is the year where all combat styles are strong. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Don't look at me. I don't know. But I can see this being maybe one of the first Echo items that's obtained because like the Gauntlet, access to Hespori comes pretty quickly. So I think with that in mind as well, this could easily be the item that snowballs you into the late game. You get the Nature's Reprisal. You can use it everywhere. You can jump straight into raids with it if your stats are good enough. I suppose the main drawback is the fact that you have to charge this thing with Nature and Earth runes, but I feel like in Leagues that's quickly going to become irrelevant anyway. I just love everything about this item, but let's move on to Valimor. It's no secret I'm a big Valimor fan, and this one is going to be tough because not only will you have to complete the Colosseum first, which, yes, if you're experienced in the Colosseum, this is going to be a breeze with the League's power, but I think given how new this content is in the grand scheme of things, there's going to be a lot of people that haven't got into the Colosseum yet, and the mechanics are going to trip them up. So you have to beat all 12 waves of the Colosseum. You will get a guaranteed Echo Orb if you can beat Sol Heredit, which, by the way, when I found out Sol Heredit was going to be the Echo boss, I was just like, in a good way. It was a crazy reveal. But yeah, you'll guaranteed Echo Orb if you can beat all 12 waves of the Colosseum, and then you'll have a chance to beat the Echo version of Sol Heredit, which is the only Echo boss listed at Grandmaster level difficulty. I'm not sure what to expect for this one, honestly, for the Grandmaster difficulty, because the fight in the main game with Sol Heredit in of itself is quite chaotic. There's a lot going on, so throwing more mechanics into the mix, I think this is going to challenge even some really talented players. The rewards look insane though, so Sol Heredit will give you a chance at 2 Echo items as well. The Sunlight Spear is a really strong two-handed weapon, really strong stats just on its own defensively, offensively. The special attack is what it's all about though, so attacking with the Sunlight Spear will grant you a Sunlight stack. You can build up a maximum of 20 stacks, and you'll use 7 stacks at a time for your special attack. And this is like a big AoE slam dealing damage in a 3x3 area around you. The neat thing about this is that the damage from this special attack is increased per point of prayer bonus. So my favorite Echo item build is actually all centered around this item and this special attack. Just picking Valimor by itself now gives you a lot of prayer bonus that goes really well with the Sunlight Spear. You'll see the build for that soon. It's definitely worth the wait if it's not out already. This weapon and the special attack are kind of like the Kopesh, going to be really good for just getting through Slayer tasks really quick. In the clip, it's demonstrated at Dust Devil, so just an example of where it can be used. The second reward here, I think, might actually just be the best Echo item hands down. Like all round flexibility for all regions, the Sunlit Braces. These increase the healing from all sources by 100%, so they double the healing. And I did flash up some examples in the video, so things like a Phoenix Necklace, Redemption might be pretty crazy actually. You could flick that on, and I think at 99 prayer, Redemption heals about 24 HP, so that would be 48 HP healed using your prayer. We know we can get the prayer regeneration potion from the Herblore activity in Valimor, so with your prayer slowly ticking up, you could quite consistently use Redemption to just heal like 50 HP at a time. And there are loads of other options. If you go down a magic route and you use Ancients, then you could just camp Blood Barrage and heal tons of HP. If you're going ranged and you've got Onyx Bolts, then you can heal from those as well. Or even something like the Blowpipe special attack or Saragod sword special attack, or using the Dog Sword with this, you could pull off some really insane heals. And of course it goes the other way, all the way down to the very basics. Food healing double is crazy. We've got the Hunter's Food in Valimor now, so the Moonlight Meat already heals quite a lot. It's the highest single piece healing food. Did that make sense? You know what I mean? So now that's going to be doubled. Anyway, granted, both of these items, the Sunlight Spear and the Sunlit Braces, they are locked behind, a Grandmaster difficulty, Sol Heredit, so I don't think that this is something that you're going to want to try and rush because the amount of attempts it might take, you might just be better spent, delving into your other regions a little bit. And that rounds up all of the Echo bosses and items. I'm not going to try and rank them all because there is a way you can build around pretty much all of the items, make them all quite exceptional. But I would say that the Drygore Blowpipe is probably intentionally the weakest reward. It's a great mid-game item, it's going to make up for the desert's weakness, and that's what it's there for. And I would say that the Dog Sword being pretty reliant on a special attack relic almost guarantees that we're going to see one, right? But yeah, coming back to the video I did on the official old school channel, I think it's the most fun I had while making the video. I think, Leagues is always quite an exciting time, and seeing all of those reveals got me really excited, and I have no one to talk to about it other than who.
Okay.
Rather than simply tell you my opinion on the Echo Boss rewards, I've been running all the information through various DPS checkers to see how good they actually are, and you'd be surprised.
Okay.
Now I did want to use Gearscape as they've added all new weapons and armor into them, but unfortunately that DPS checker wasn't working properly, so I'll run through a few different ones to get the best results possible. And if you've ever used a DPS checker, you'll know they're not completely accurate, but pretty accurate. So starting off with a relatively simple one, the new desert weapon, the Drygore Blowpipe, which is essentially a more accurate blowpipe. It's got 20 more attack accuracy, plus it rolls its attack twice and takes the highest number, very similar to the Fang, essentially making it far more accurate. Since it has no range strength bonus, it will have the exact same strength as the blowpipe, which it takes from the darts. And that may not sound amazing, but the blowpipe has one of the highest DPS in the entire game when a creature has low defense. And these are the current best in slot setups, and I put them against bosses weak to their combat style, plus I've artificially lowered the defense of all of them to 0 in the DPS calculator. The Shadow can achieve around 11 damage per second, the T-Bow on creatures with high magic is 13.67, the Scythe is 14.24, and in comparison, the Blowpipe can achieve 12.86, and is one of the highest hitting items in the game when defense isn't that much of an issue. In fact, the Drygore is ahead of the T-Bow with the extra accuracy a lot of the time when I run this through various calculators. However, that's in max range, and because of the way Leagues works, we're going to be missing at least 2 or 3 items from close second to the TiVo, and also amazing at any boss that doesn't have a high magic level, where the TiVo generally isn't that good. However, without a decent range gear set, all we get is a slightly better blowpipe. But if we get a relic or masteries and increase our range accuracy, this could end up being absolutely amazing. A god sword that has every special attack of the others combined into one, but first it needs 91 Slayer in order to get it. So straight away, it's likely to be a long time before you actually unlock this one. It's also all about the special attack. Since the stats are exactly the same as a god sword, it's highly likely that you won't be using it for any other purpose. So the damage you will do from the special attack is 25 from the ancient god sword, 37.5% higher hits. It doesn't say whether that stacks or not. Lower their defense by the amount hit and restore some hit points and prayer. So that's going to be around 60 damage on average when you hit, plus all the other benefits, which makes it very competitive with declaws and the void weight on damage, but just much better all round. I think this could be very, very good in God War's dungeon and similar bosses with low health. If either we can home and
Take a
teleport
look.
for our special attack after each kill, and then use something like last recall to get back to the boss and keep repeating it, or if one of the combat relics we get restore special attack at a much higher rate. My biggest gripe with this one though is that Slayer is one of the slower skills, and depending on the points that we get for Slayer, it may mean getting slower points that you can get.
But you need
So
all these
to
things,
get
or?
any use out of this weapon, you're gonna need to pick a Slayer relic if we get one, be given or choose last recall, and also pick combat masteries that restore special attacks faster. It is possible this could be really amazing, but that window of
Alright.
opportunity is incredibly small. The Wilderness has two items, starting out with a Kopesh, which is quite complicated to work out, but we do have a fairly good comparison to the Fang core, since it's
You will
specifically
also need
most weapons have their damage half.
whatever.
It also has a stab attack style, and I presume it's specifically in there just for this boss. The weapon has less accuracy.
I don't care about that.
However, it's a 4-tick weapon, whereas the Fang is a 5-tick weapon
Grease.
without any relics and a couple of Dragon Warhammer or Elder Maul specs to lower corpse defense. The DPS between the two is very similar. However, every league we have had a relic that increases our accuracy, and if we do get one, or even more special attack,
Oh, that's sick.
if we hit almost every time on Corp, Kopesh could be up to 20% more DPS here. On Slash, it's also plus 16 attack, plus 11 strength over the Blade of Saldor, making it one of the best one-handed slash weapons in the entire game. Now, it's really hard for me to
Oh, that's cool.
calculate it, but comparing the Blade of Saldor to the Scythe against various creatures, the 16 attack and 11 strength isn't going to make
That's cool. Log basket.
It will, though, be the best weapon for Slayer tasks, if not the best.
5,000.
Areas where you can't barrage or chin, because its passive effect that hits multiple creatures in a 3x3 radius and procs 20% of the time, does up to 50% of your max damage against each different creature. And
Okay.
that's absolutely insane for leveling up your strength, your defense, your attack, and your hit points. Although, disclaimer on the next part until it's confirmed. According to the wiki, it hits every target in a 3x3 radius. But I'm a little bit worried about the fact that in Skritic's video, it procced and it didn't hit one of the jellies. Either way, though, it's going to be great for Slayer in a similar way to the Venator bow. It'll also let you AFK and keep aggro a lot of the time. And in spots like the Maniacal Monkeys, it'll give you the best melee XP in the game. The only minor downside with the weapon is just that it's mainly slash, and if you get the sight, it's not going to be as good against most of the bosses in different areas that are weak to it. And that is usually where we get most of our league points. But that is not the only echo item in the region, because we also get an incredible offhand. Compared to the Avernic, it has 4 more strength and a little bit more accuracy. Surprisingly, it's also got plus 13 accuracy over the Odium Ward, although the ward has plus 4 strength, which is probably more desirable in leagues. And it also has 3 more mage accuracy over the Malediction, but again 2% less magic strength. But it is the best melee offhand in the game in just one region, and better than the next best that requires both Ascania and Mauritania in order to be able to get it. Its passive effect also reduces all damage from absolutely everything that is not direct, such as poison, ice, dragonfire, and so on, making it extremely useful for people trying out new content that haven't done it before. Although I will say, that anyone getting it for that reason will probably hope that it was in any other region other than the Wilderness if they're trying to lay the game. Now, is that enough for people to take the Wilderness? Maybe not. We'll throw in a few Wilderness-specific combat masteries, and we could be talking. What's becoming apparent though with the Echo bosses is that it's entirely possible to not pick a raid region and still have a completely badass setup. In Mauritania, we have the Gloves of the Damned, which is absolutely amazing for this region, even just from the stats alone. This region is probably the most complete one in leagues, giving you a whole set for every combat style from Barrows, Scythe, Full Inquisitors, Rapier, Blood Fury, and so on. And this really completes it and allows you to pick absolutely any 2 regions that you want with it. But the fun part starts when you start adding the set effects. So this is the DPS with Arms and Ancestrals without the extra set effect. As you can see, Ancestrals is better. I know, what a shocker. But if we add in the 30% extra damage that the Gloves do, Arms is now 8.5 damage per second, only just over 1 damage less per second than the Shadow. And this set you can get really quickly at the start of leagues. That also goes for Dyreks as well, which once you add in an extra 50% damage the Gloves gives you, it's 6.88 DPS compared to the site's 8.26 damage at the Duke. Now obviously, you would use Dyreks to that boss because it does chip damage. It's just to test out the numbers, plus your gear in leagues will be slightly different. Gorillas doesn't quite benefit as much though, and you probably won't use a full set of any other armor unless you wanted to maybe use Guttons to restore health somewhere. But even still, the Gloves have definitely made one of the best areas even better. And given all of the starter gear here, a pretty healthy boost.
I need to be zoomed out so I can see if an event pops over here.
Other items, but of course I will. The ring gives plus 3 damage and plus 15 accuracy over the Mage's ring, and the Amulet is 5% more damage and 18 more accuracy over the Occult, which is 33 more accuracy and 8% more damage combined. But don't forget, the Shadow's triple magic effect means that you get 24% more damage. Anyone for a mage build this year? What a massive upgrade that is, and I'm not even including the defensive bonuses. They also give a ridiculous amount of range, strength, and accuracy over the usual best in slot items, and for the first time, we can see how powerful the combinations of echoes can be from different regions. Because with the Desert and the Drygore Blowpipe, this will massively benefit from the accuracy and the strength bonuses that these 2 items bring. Needless to say that melee is the same, plus 13 accuracy to each combat style over the Altar Ring, which doesn't give any accuracy, and 3 more strength, plus another 3 for the Amulet and 5 accuracy over the Rancor. And of course, you don't need multiple regions for these items now either, plus there's a healthy prayer bonus too. Running that through a DPS calculator seems to work out to be about 0.6 to 0.7 more DPS in the melee build by using those 2 items. So far, this is the region I've seen and thought I really want these items, and paired with Dyreks for extra damage, we could again be seeing a ridiculous max hit in leagues. Next up, let's give Kandran a chance, because it was probably the least compelling when I first watched it, and it's been taking a ton of heat in the Discord for how much is double elemental damage weakness. Is it better than the Shadow, worse than the Shadow, or about the same? Now I've deliberately selected a non-fire style with the best magic setup where you can use a Tome of Fire against Zulrah, and then done another DPS calculator with Fire Surge instead, to test just how much extra DPS we're getting from the 50% bonus, and that works out to be about 1.88 damage per second. So in theory, if we add that on again for the additional 50% that we're going to get from the Amulet, it makes the DPS about 10.89, compared to the Shadow, which gives us 9.77. And it appears that despite it taking an absolute battering off a lot of people, it is better than the Shadow at anything that has an elemental weakness. So all of these bosses have a 50 or 60% weakness unless stated, and that is Barrows, Zulrah, the Giant Mole, Briara, although it's only 30% armor, so the Shadow is probably very potent DPS there. Goril, which is again 30%, the Huey, Thingy Bobby, HBD, Moxley Owl has 30%, Aspori has 100%, which will be absolute carnage, Cerberus is 40%, Araxor, Respula, and the Portal as well, plus Kefri is 35%, but not that you would mage there anyway. So every one of these bosses with organized staff is going to be better than the Shadow, and I've not included the 6% damage boost and the 12 accuracy that the Devil's Element has over the different tomes that you can use. However, there are a few big downsides to the Echo item here. Only the the Harmonized Staff or the Dragon Hunter wand against bosses weak to it will out-DPS the Shadow against these bosses, meaning if that's your goal, you're going to be forced to pick Mauritania with this region. The other problem is that, ironically, the two bosses in this region, the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil and the Kraken, don't have an elemental weakness, and looking through the list, that seems to be a common problem. There isn't a region I can see, and I could be wrong, but no region appears to have almost all bosses weak to elemental spells to make this really worth your time. And with Forensic Jury being better than the Occult, there's less reason than ever to pick this region. It will, though, be a very nice added bonus for anyone that's picking this area with Mauritania anyway. Next up, to round win, and the first part of this, I'm not going to get tricked by. It's not happening, Jagex. The ability to go straight to the boss is amazing, and we'll save a ton of time in all of those corrupted gauntlet tasks if we have the same amount to do. But if Jagex gives us this, and then we only get points for, say, 1,000 corrupted gauntlets, Will 302 is going to be calling me. That being said, it will be an amazing way to get a ton of supplies, since you'll be able to farm the boss, and kills with masteries will probably only be a couple of minutes long. For the next part, we have a slightly better void set, giving 15% extra damage to any melee weapon when wearing full crystal, and 30% accuracy on top. So this is the DPS calculator for the Scythe with max melee, including Torva, versus the Scythe with void, and then if we simply add on an extra 5% damage, we get almost as much DPS. But that isn't including the 30% accuracy or the glove slot, meaning this is going to be better DPS than Torva in this setup, but far worse in defense. We very rarely need defense in leagues though, unless you're laning a boss that you haven't done before, so it definitely makes this region more interesting, and Torva not being necessary makes Ascani just that little bit less appealing. Boren's got a brand new weapon, and trying to figure this out is somewhat messy, but I'll try to compare it to items as closely as possible to gauge the DPS. First off, it has an absolutely insane accuracy of 155, but the range damage is 92. There's nothing really close to that, so I'm going to put that next to a Zarai crossbow, which has 110 accuracy, and Diamond Dragon Bolts give it 122 strength. But the crossbow is 5 tick, and the reprisal is 4 ticks. So if we don't factor in the bolt procs, it appears that the reprisal is more DPS. However, against high health bosses, it's likely Ruby Bolts would make this a pretty good contest between the two. It's harder to get closer than that on range because it's so much more accurate than any other normal bows, but to me anyway, it appears this will be a good range weapon, but just behind a T-bow in terms of DPS and very similar to a crossbow. The melee aspect of the weapon is a little bit underwhelming compared to that. It's the same strength as the Fang, but with less accuracy, and it doesn't have the double roll that the Fang has. Both of these are 5 tick weapons too, so whilst it's still a decent weapon, its stats are a little bit below its Zombie Axe, but in stab rather than in slash. Lastly is magic, and the calculation that comes with it lays the max hit with the weapon is 31, and it's a 5 tick weapon. So again, it feels a little bit underwhelming, and it has less DPS than the Trident of the Seas. However, I don't want to beat this weapon up too much, because it's a very good starter weapon to get you going in every combat style, which is really useful in core end. It's probably the one thing that the region that has almost everything is actually missing, but equally, it probably wouldn't make me more likely to pick the area, because I can get starter weapons from other areas. Now I'm going to have a little bit of a bone over the Varlamore items, just because of the missed opportunity that I feel that they had here. The Sunlight Braces double all healing received, from food, from brews, to blood fury, guttons, and so on, which would be an absolutely amazing item for all of those players that want to try and learn new content in leagues that they haven't done before. However, the items are locked behind Soul Heritage, and most players that want to learn a bunch of new content in leagues will struggle to complete the Colosseum, let alone the Echo variant, which is being classed as a Grandmaster. For those that can do it, well, if you're good enough at this game, you really need food or defensive items in leagues. So what could have been an absolutely amazing item for a lot of players looks like it's going to be simply a quality of life one for anyone wanting to knock bankers off at a hard-hitting boss. Now, the Sunlight Spear unfortunately doesn't have all of the information up yet, and again, I tried the Gearscape site, which has added the new items, but it's not working correctly currently. But by comparing it directly to the Zombie Axe, we can see that it's considerably better. In fact, even compared to the Fang, it has a little bit more strength and a little bit more accuracy. Now, once we add in a double roll mechanic for the Fang, chances are that these two items are very close. The Fang will probably be better against high defense creatures, and the Spear against low defense ones, but that's not including the special attack, and this is currently the Great Unknown. All it tells us is you build up stacks and you get 1 for every hit, and you can use up to 7 at a time. So every 7 hits you get a special attack, but we just don't know how powerful it is. But it's very much looking like that this is going to be better than the Fang, especially in leagues where accuracy is generally not as important. It also has a ton of defense, which is very unusual for any kind of weapon, and it very much comes across that this weapon is better than the Fang, a very good all-round weapon, good for defense, and whilst the 75 slash it has isn't going to compete with the Scythe, it is going to be best in slot for stab.
Okay. What I want is
Back to day number 5 of Raging Reveals, where every single day we're going to be
somebody to sell me on doing it.
on November 27th. Now, in the last couple of days, we've
Not just give me.
God, Grimoire, we've seen all the Echo bosses and all the Echo rewards. Today's announcement is a quality of life feature coming to Leagues 5, where all multi-region boss items are now just dropped in full. This means that items like the new Amulet of Rancor from Mauritania, which required an Amulet of Torture to actually upgrade, now it's just going to drop as the Amulet of Rancor from Araxor. This really increases the value of certain items for bosses that normally required you to kind of plan around and get other regions, and then you couldn't even use the item. I think Dragon Hunter Lance is the perfect example, as it's required Ascarnia for the Zamorakian Spear, and Kandarin for the Zamorakian Hasta, and then you go to Zaya and get the Dragon Hunter Lance. Now you just pick Alchemical Hydra, and you will get the Dragon Hunter Lance as a drop. And then you can go to Fremenic and then actually use that against Warcath. So the possibilities really are opening up here. Luckily, they've also given us this updated drop table, basically going over all of the boss uniques from every single region and highlighting the ones that are affected by this change. So I think the best way is to just get into it and break it down region by region. Now, for the starter areas, you wouldn't expect anything too crazy, but there's actually a pretty cool revelation here, and that's that Tormented Demons will be coming to Leagues 5. We had no idea what region these would end up being a part of, and it looks like this is now just a part of the starter regions. I don't know if this means that while Gothic Sleeps is just auto-completed for everybody, but I guess that has to be the case in order for you to access Tormented Demons. And in addition, they've highlighted the Emberlight here, which would usually require the Desert for the Dark Light, and then you have to go to Zaya to get the Arc Light. So everybody will have default access to all of the Demon Bane weapons from the Tormented Demons, as well as the Emberlight, which I think is going to be really cool for regions that have, demonic enemies, maybe for example Cerberus or the Echo variant of Cerberus. And before you get some of those stronger Echo weapons, I think it's probably going to be one of the better options that you have available to you. Next up, we got the Desert. You can see here that the new Echo boss variants are kind of highlighted in that blue, along with like the Drygor Blowpipe to show you that you will get that now from the Desert. Now, we already knew that a big change coming to Leagues 5 is that every single raid will give you access to all 3 Mega Rares. So Tombs of Amasciat will not only drop the Shadow, it will also give you the Scythe and the Twisted Bow. Now, we don't know the specifics on like drop rates and stuff, but I'm going to assume that it's not going to be like any worse to get the Mega Rare that you actually want. You just have like a bonus chance at getting one of the other 2 Mega Rares that are available in the pool. This makes having one raid region really valuable in Leagues 5 because you'll have access to all 3 Mega Rares, and it really opens up a lot of avenues for you to do a raid and still get your preferred combat style Mega Rare without having to go for the specific region that drops it. And don't forget that in Tombs of Amasciat and in Theater of Blood now, they are opening up the restriction on only one person getting a purple when you get to like the hard 500 difficulty or whatever. So you're not going to run into the same problem of grouping up with other players and then cutting your chances at getting a purple. I think the new system in place is going to be a lot more generous and a lot more encouraging of group play. In addition, last year in Leagues, we saw that the Soul Reaper axe, which requires all 4 components from the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, now you can get all 4 of those just off any one boss. And that's confirmed coming back. I don't think anybody's too surprised there, but yeah, Soul Reaper axe will be available to you if you have any of the 4 Desert Treasure 2 boss regions. But there's also new news, and that's that the Desert Treasure 2 rings will also drop in their full form now as well. So you won't actually need access to Fremenic to get that ring if you have access. And remember, you won't even need access to the desert anymore as long as your region has a Desert Treasure 2 boss. So that's Leviathan will still be in the desert, Whisper over in Ascarnia, Duke Succulus will be in Fremenic, and remember that Vardorvis has now been moved to Varlamore, so Varlamore will be getting like the Ultor ring and the Soul Reaper axe as an option. Okay, Mortania is one of the biggest winners from this change. First off, Guardians will have access to the Guardian boots just as a drop. You won't need to get Bandos boots from Ascarnia to have this pretty solid like boot option for melee, or have to worry about getting like the 1 in 10 million drop from Clues. You just have Guardian boots, a pretty solid melee boot slot option. Already talked about how the new Rancor amulet from Araxor is the best slot melee amulet in the main game, and that no longer requires you to go to Kandarin to get the Amulet of Torture. So yes, another indirect nerf to Kandarin, and if you voted against the upgrade portion of this in the original poll, congratulations, alright, you're vindicated now. And just like in Tombs of a Masket, Theater of Blood will also offer the Twisted Bow and the Shadow on top of the Scythe. And if you were curious about using the Scythe in other regions, they have also confirmed that it will not require any Vials of Blood. It will just be charged with Blood Runes now. So it's not going to be a situation where you get the Scythe from like Chambers of Xeric, but then you don't have the Vials of Blood to even charge it without Theater of Blood. It will just require Blood Runes. And in addition, Theater of Blood is also getting the Avernic Defender to drop. It's not going to be the Avernic Hilt, you're just getting the Defender. I love this change because anybody that's done Mortania in the past knows how annoying it is having like 20 Avernic Hilts just rusting in your bank and you can't do anything with them unless you went and got Ascarnia as well. And I think this really splits apart the dependency that Mortania kind of had with Ascarnia. Now that you have some really solid armor options, you're also getting the boots, and this also means that having a strong melee offhand slot, so either the Dragon Defender, the Avernic Defender, or now from the Wilderness, you can get the shield. There's actually 3 regions that provide that, and you're not relying on Ascarnia anymore for that strong offhand. Obviously, the Dragon Defender is a lot easier to get than the Avernic Defender, but it's still nice to have that option. Next up, let's talk about Zaya or Korend. I mentioned the Dragon Hunter Lance now dropping from the Alchemical Hydra. It will no longer require Kandarin or require Ascarnia to actually get that. So I think this is already a pretty massive buff to Korend, now that you'll be able to actually use the Dragon Hunter Lance against the Alchemical Hydra as well as against Ulm in the Chambers of Xeric. And it really opens up possibilities as to what other regions you go to that have strong dragon bosses such as Vorkath and Fremenic. Now, speaking of Fremenic, you might actually want to ignore that now that you'll be getting the Ferocious Gloves as a base drop from the Alchemical Hydra as well. So you won't actually need access to Lithgren to go ahead and craft those. And you'll be getting the Bone Crusher Necklace, so a pretty substantial bonus to the Alchemical Hydra here. Over in Chambers of Xeric, you'll be getting the Scythe and the Shadow on top of the Twisted Bow. I want to make a note here that in previous leagues, the Twisted Bow has taken substantially longer time to obtain than the Scythe and the Shadow. And without knowing anything about the drop rates of, the additional mega rares, I am a little concerned that this might be the case where Chambers of Xeric ends up being the longest grind to get them compared to the other 2 raids. So I think Shadow, for example, was like twice as fast to get if you went to Tombs of a Masket, and I wonder if putting the Shadow in the Chambers of Xeric brings it up to how much longer it took to get the Twisted Bow. But again, I don't really have the information there. That's just a concern of mine, and I think something that's devaluing Korend as a region for me compared to going to the desert or Mortania for those respective raids, just because they kind of pump out more like purples per hour basically. Now in addition, you'll also be getting the Kodai wand. You won't require the desert or Mage Training Arena to get the Master Wand to upgrade it. This really adds a ton of mage power to Chambers of Xeric when you're getting full ancestral, you're getting the Kodai wand, you're getting the Shadow, you're getting Augury. Let's talk about Tyrannwyn. This is mostly a self-contained region, so nothing too crazy, but you will be getting the Toxic Trident now from Zulrah. So you won't actually require the Trident from Kraken over in Kandarin as well. So that's 3 less items that you need Kandarin for. Dear God, I hope they're cooking something. And I just want to add real quick, I actually really love this change. I think a lot of people have been wanting a kind of mage weapon from Tyrannwyn so that it kind of completes the support style of giving you the Bofa, the Blade of Saildor, the Blowpipe, and now you're also getting the Toxic Trident as well without requiring Kandarin. I really feel like Tyrannwyn right now is kind of becoming one of my favorite support regions because of how much it offers and a lot of really strong weapons to complement everything else that you're doing. All right, the Wilderness. There's a ton of loot drops here, but no changes that are actually relevant to this quality of life update. Now, one question I saw some people asking is if the like component item quality of life change applies to things such as the Void Waker, and it does not seem to be the case. So the component factor only applies for things that require multiple regions. If you can kind of complete the thing within its own region, then you will just have to go and get them all. And again, I really love that change because it keeps every single region sort of self-contained a bit more. You won't rely on other regions as much to actually get the value of certain.
All right,
items.
5
And
levels.
about how every single region now should also be self-contained in terms of its tasks as well. It seems there's a big push this league to make sure that every single region has a fairly even amount of points. Obviously, some are going to be a little bit higher and some are going to be a bit lower, but that delta should be a lot lower now. And you won't be missing certain tasks because you didn't get a certain region, and now you just like can't unlock a certain item. You should be able to 100% complete all of the tasks in your region without requiring any other region. And also, just as a reminder, if you have not unlocked a region, you can't actually complete the tasks for that region. I know some people were asking about this with the Grimoire Relic, like, oh, will I be able to get desert tasks by casting ancient magics even if I haven't unlocked the desert? That's not the case. You can only get points for tasks that you've actually unlocked. Now, Fremnic's kind of the odd one here because yes, you will get the Magus Ring from Duke Succulus without requiring like the Mage Ring from Dagannoth Kings, but that's already in Fremnic anyways. So really not a huge change here. And if you're going for Fremnic, really the big draw are those 2 insane pieces of jewelry, the Emperor Ring and the Necklace of the Monarchs now. I still think those 2 pieces of jewelry are absolutely insane and it's really going to draw a lot of people to Fremnic, but not requiring Desert to do Desert Treasure 2 bosses, and now not even requiring Fremnic to get the rings from those Desert Treasure 2 bosses. I think at the very least this gives you some other options to explore from your regions so that not everybody's running around with like an Amulet of Fury and I don't know, like a Ring of Dueling or Ring of Shadows or something like that. I think especially with Mortania having access to the Rancor, you're probably a lot more, I guess, willing to pass up on the Amulet, and you could probably choose to go for like Varlamore or something, get the Ultor Ring there instead. I have a whole video planned literally just talking about these 2 jewelry pieces, so I'll save it for there, but I still think they're going to be really, really strong. I don't think that this really takes away much from Fremnic being a powerhouse region this season. Kandarin is so depressing, I don't even really want to talk about it. Yeah. Okay, so Ascarnia has a ton of drops, most of which are largely unchanged as far as God Wars Dungeon goes. So Cerberus will be dropping the Eternal Boots now, and they have actually been buffed, I think like 2% magic damage, so you won't need Desert and go do Mage Training Arena to get the Infinity Boots. Pegation Crystal and Primordial Crystal are unchanged though, as you can get Ranger Boots just by doing Clue Scrolls, and you can get Dragon Boots through God Wars Dungeon killing Spiritual Mages. And also looks like Smoldering Stone is also getting untouched. You will have to actually get all of the Dragon Tool variants if you want the Infernal Tools, so they're not just going to drop as like a baseline. Now, one question some people might have is like Fortified Masori, will you be getting that right away from the desert? And right now it seems like you're just going to be getting the
Okay, maybe I should
you would have to go to Ascarnia and grab the pieces from Kriar to upgrade it. I guess like one thing that Kandarin kind of shows is that items don't like
be going to Maple.
Getting a Trident from Kraken doesn't magically upgrade like the Toxic Trident, and here like getting Armadillo pieces, it's not like it magically upgrades to like Masori Fortified. It's only the like top component that requires like a lower component, then it upgrades up basically. Same with the Rancor and Mortania, it's not like Torture upgrades to become the Rancor. And on top of that, Whisper Whisper gives you the full Soul Reaper axe and the Bellator ring. I believe this is a largely accuracy focus with a little bit of melee string. Asgardian's a pretty strong melee region, so I think getting a melee ring there is kind of nice. Okay, and our final region, Varlamore. Very thematically, the Echo boots will no longer require the Guardian boots to actually get them anymore. So this actually adds a boot slot to Varlamore, which is pretty good. I think Asgardia has sort of been like the boot slot and the like melee defender slot for a while now, so it's kind of nice that you don't really require that anymore. And once again, Vardorvis has been moved from Zaya to Varlamore to kind of add another boss there. So you'll be getting the Soul Reaper axe as well as the Ultor ring from Varlamore. I know a lot of people are really excited about Varlamore as a region. I think it has a lot of fantastic melee options, and of course, the Colosseum with Soul is, you know, you're probably gonna be doing that with melee a lot easier than any other combat style. So I think this is gonna really solidify this region as a choice for a lot of people without feeling like you need to go Fremnik for the ring necessarily. So that basically covers all of the changes coming to the regions. There's actually 3 more that I missed. Adamant Dragons will drop the Dragon Kite Shield. You won't need Kandarin for the slice. Rune Dragons will drop the Dragon Plate Body, so you won't need the Chain Body either from the desert or from Kandarin. And the Broken Dragon Hosta from the Brimstone chest will now just drop as a regular Dragon Hosta. You won't need Kandarin. I hope someone's counting how many times I said you won't need Kandarin in this video. I know people love the flashy relics that are really fun to experiment with, but I really think that simple changes like this are what makes Leagues a lot of fun for me and really opens up possibilities and variety of what kind of regions you can explore without necessarily sacrificing some of the major gear that you're getting from that region. I think the Dragon Hunter Lance is going to be a lot of fun to use. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with that item before in Leagues, and I'm really happy there's a lot more cool jewelry options that you can get around the world now, so people still have something to chase for in those slots if you're not going for Freminic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really feel like this change should make you think about your regions a bit more, and even if it doesn't, I think almost every single region is getting something new to play around with. Now, there will still be some tasks that are in the general category that require multiple regions. Combat achievements are a great example of this. Some regions just don't have that many combat achievements, so you're gated out of some of the higher tiers of the combat diary. But I think that this is something applicable to such a few amount of players that it's just not something you should really concern about. And feeling like you can really complete your region without that one task staring you down that requires, you know, 2 other regions, I think everybody can agree that that's just going to be a really nice feeling and that this is a very, very good change for.
Uh. Here's what we're gonna do.
So Leagues 5 has a bit of a problem. If you've seen any of the announcement recently, you've probably heard a lot of discussion about how Kandarin is dead. Nobody should pick it. It's basically lost all of its value, and you would be a complete idiot to go to like the worst region ever for Leagues. And don't get me wrong, I probably agree it's looking like the worst region right now. But I want to talk a little bit about Kandarin just because it has been one of my favorite regions in the past. I played it in Leagues 2, played it in Leagues 4. And I guess I want to talk about why Kandarin is feeling so weak right now and what its big strengths have been in the past that have made it such a popular pick. So let's kind of go through the timeline of Kandarin's rise and fall. You still got Mistlin and Karumja, but there were only 7 more zones for you to pick from, and you got 3 options. Zaya had been released by now, but the very first league, Twisted League, was centered around you're completely isolated to just Zaya. So of these regions, Wilderness had very little content at the time. Fremnik was also seen as a pretty boring region. I think there was really only Vorkath and like Dagnauth Kings. Tyrannwyn didn't even have Bofa yet, but the Blowpipe in its unnerfed state was like a really big draw for a lot of people. However, having to supply the darts made the desert feel kind of required, and the desert was down horrendous. There was like nothing to do there, no Temporos, no Tombs of a Masket, like there were barely any tasks at all. You were like just killing the Caltech Queen, okay? It was really bad. And so I think naturally everybody kind of gravitated to this setup of Kandarin, Asgardia, and Morytania. Morytania had the only raid available, and with the Scythe being the only mega rare available, kind of made sense that everybody would focus on a melee setup that used the power of Kandarin and Asgardia to fuel the engine. And it absolutely showed in the numbers. You can see here, Kandarin, Asgardia, and Morytania well above any of the other regions, and Kandarin had almost twice the amount of people as second place. Like it was by far the most popular region, bar none. Now in Leagues 4, when they returned to the Trailblazer format, the desert had just released the Tombs of Maskin, so I think a lot of people were naturally drawn there. Getting to use a juiced up shadow was really appealing, and the numbers kind of showed for it. And in a similar fashion, Kandarin became a great supporting region for
Time to top off on the Benjamin.
At 5% just felt too good to pass up for most people. And again, the popularity speaks for itself. Kandarin even beat out Zaya, which was making its first appearance in the Trailblazer format. So what is happening, and why are people just doomsaying about Kandarin so hard this year? Well, for one, there were already changes just made to Runescape as a whole that just made the region worse, mainly in the form of hitting the occult necklace from 10% to 5%. And there were other changes, like the Dwarf Cannon being auto-completed, so now Asgardia just had access to the Dwarf Cannon. You didn't also need Kandarin there as well. While I think it's been a great support region for the last 2 weeks, I feel like a lot of people were just getting kind of sick of it. It really lacks any kind of interesting content as you get further into the league, and it's also had some of the worst tasks in leagues, like doing 2,000 monkey laps at Apatol Agility Course. But I really feel like people were just sick of Kandarin, and at this point looking for like any reason not to pick Kandarin. And oh boy, did we get some this season. The Echo item announcement really shook up the meta in a lot of zones, and while many people were speculating that Kandarin would receive a Tri-Braid necklace because it does give you the Anguish, the Torment, and the Occult necklace, it's actually Fremnik that got not only the Tri-Braid amulet, but also the Tri-Braid ring, and it is significantly better than any other options in the game. So now why even bother going to Kandarin just to get Zenites when these items are so much better? Next, we saw the Grimoire Relic announced, which actually gives you all of the prayers regardless of your area choices, and just like with Ruinous powers before, this made it so that Kandarin is no longer required to get the effect of Piety. And just this morning we saw combo item drops change, so the Amulet of Rancor from Morytania no longer needs a Torture, Temple Hydra drops Dragon Hunterlands, you don't need Kandarin anymore, and even Zulrah will drop an uncharged Toxic Trident. You don't actually need a Trident anymore from the Kraken. There's already just not a lot of uniques in Kandarin, and I feel like just looking at this, like it feels pretty bad. Now they did leave out like the Zenites and stuff like that, but again, if you want Zenites, why not just go to Freminic and just get the better jewelry anyways? Maybe the Echo item will say Kandarin. Oh no, it's completely garbage. Everybody thinks this thing is awful. It's the worst one. Why would you ever pick an elemental weakness one when like half the monsters, even in that zone, don't have an elemental weakness, right? Like who cares? And so I think a lot of people are writing off Kandarin and waiting for some magic revelation that will somehow save this region. And like, I know I called this video coping about Kandarin, but guys, I don't feel like people understand the value that Kandarin has outside of those items, and a really big reason of why it was so beneficial in previous leagues. And that's just because Kandarin is not really that dense and challenging content, which makes it one of the best regions for points, and also one of the easiest regions to choose first and kind of get your start going. Just take a look at some of these quests that you'll have access to if Kandarin's your first region. Waterfall Quest, Monk's Friend, Sea Slug, Fight Arena, Fishing Contest, Elemental Workshop. These are all quests that people do very early on in their accounts to absolutely skyrocket through the early levels. And I know what you're thinking, okay, it's 8 times experience. Who cares about doing Waterfall and getting to level 50 attack and strength? Like, 8 times experience is still 8 times experience for the quest reward. It's still saving you a lot of time and really accelerating you early. Remember that you can be in your first region within like the first hour of starting leagues. So instead of grinding skill, you can just be knocking these out and just getting insane amounts of experience. And even later on, quests like the Path of Bluffrey, this thing gives an insane experience, very, very good quest, and that all gets multiplied by, you know, your XP multiplier at the time. It's also just got like some of the easiest tasks in the entire game. Most of these have you questing, which you're gonna want to do anyways, or just have very low requirements, if any requirements at all. And Kandarin especially has a big emphasis towards skilling early on, whereas some of the other regions have like a lot more Now, do I think like completing Sins of the Father or like raiding the shortcut, like are these like super hard tasks? Not really. But I mean, like, compare them to Kandarin, where you have to like kill a Kraken, complete Path of Bluffrey, do the Seer's course. I mean, like half of these take you less than 5 minutes, honestly. If you have the skill requirements, they're really not that hard at all. Okay, well, isn't the problem with Kandarin that all of its really hard tasks suck? I mean, not really. These are very easy as well. 150 red chins is really not that hard. Kandarin has a lot of hotspots for Hunter and Magic, so it naturally will go really well with Animal Wrangler. And I know last year, people with Trickster were able to get a lot of these early agility-based tasks completed, and a lot of the thieving-based tasks as well, which is like a lot easier than like growing your own redwood or chopping 500 redwood logs. Like, that's gonna take you a little bit longer, you know? Now listen, monkey laps suck, but that's already being changed. Same thing with Chompies. Those tasks are being diminished because, yeah, they take way too long. But even ignoring that, like, how many people are actually doing Grandmaster tasks in their region? Like, let's be honest, okay? 10% of people equip all Zenite jewelry, which is really not that hard to do if you're killing demonic gorillas anyways. But then we go to Zaya and like, look at this. 5% of people got a Twisted Bow, 2% got an Ancestral Set, and like 0.1% did all the combat achievements, okay? Like, I mean, come on, yeah, monkey laps suck, but like, who is actually doing all the Chambers of Zera combat achievements? At least you could grind this out if you really wanted to. Like, I could never complete the Sepulchre in 6.5 minutes because there's no relic that helps me get better at doing that course. Like, you can see Tyrannwin, always considered a pretty weak region, and look at that, its Grandmaster tasks have really high completion rates. I'm not saying that you should only care about points, but like, that is a pretty big part of leagues, is actually acquiring points and progressing through the game. And you know, some of these bad zones are often the best for points. Like, do you really want to burn yourself out by picking a whole bunch of raids and then just never getting any of the tasks done because they take so much longer to grind out? And if you hate the content in Kandarin, I totally get it. Like, you should pick regions that you find fun, but having that early game engine of a zone is just really helpful for the rest of your leagues, and you can spend more time doing the content that you actually do want to do. You don't have to, you know, spend a lot of time in Kandarin. And I feel like if there weren't so many people who went with Kandarin in previous leagues and are looking for any reason to not go there, this would still be seen as like a very nice support region, especially for somebody who might not have a lot of time, might not have a ton of PVM experience, and just wants like a more chill zone to supplement their other choices. So where does that leave us with actually creating a build? How can we make the Devil's Element work? Like, a lot of people have been exploring what kind of magic options can we do? How can we exploit elemental weaknesses to do a bunch of damage? So I said, fuck it, let's go melee. And I mean that quite literally, FKT. Why melee? That's because it's really easy right now to imagine yourself picking Grimoire and not imagine passing up on what Grimoire is up against. We have no idea what the other options in that tier are, and Piety is a pretty significant upgrade to your melee damage. And that's what I think the Devil's Element actually shines at. I don't think that it's intended to be built around, but rather to supplement what other stuff you're doing. Melee has always struggled with being able to deal with bosses that are immune to melee, and that's a big reason why Tyrannwin has always been seen as a really bad zone for melee, because you can't hit Zulrah. Well, guess what? Zulrah has fire weakness. Does it really matter if magic isn't your preferred style, if, you know, you'll just be able to use the Devil's Element to shred through your Zulrah kills anyways? And like Corrupted Gauntlet, you don't even bring in any weapons anyways, it's just stats. So as long as you have the skills, like, you can start doing Corrupted Gauntlet. You're not going to be gated by requiring any kind of gear. Crystal armor paired with Blade of Saildor and a Bofa, that should be more than enough to cover you if you want to go to Fremenic and start doing the Dagonoth Kings. After all, even though Kandarin is giving you Zenites, you can still just choose Fremenic anyways and get that better jewelry. It's going to take you a lot longer to kill the Echo Dagonoths than to kill demonic.
Yo, what's up?
Now that Duke Succulus no longer requires the desert,
Connor. Oh, you're the one who just DM'd me. What up?
so you'll be able to nuke the Duke using that Demon Bane weapon. That will grant you the Soul Reaper Axe, which is a perfectly fine melee weapon if you're going
Everyone.
combine that with Crystal Armor effect, and like, you're doing pretty damn good. Are you gonna do as much damage as a Mega? No, probably not. But none of the content in the game is going to require it. So like, does it really matter at the end of the day? Don't like Fremenic because the content there sucks too? Alright, skip it and go to Varlamore instead. You'll still have the Amulet of Torture available from
I've been playing Runescape
so at least you have something there. And again, you'll get the Soul Reaper Axe by doing Vardorvis. Pretty much
off and on for like 15, 20 years, dude.
Amoxicladdle and Huicotl are also weak to the elements. So another good use of your Devil's Element there to kind of shore up some of your weak spots. Okay, screw it. You don't want to go melee. If you're going to go Kandarin, you're going to go magic because Devil's Element is magic. I understand. Well, here's the thing.
That's
Kandarin
whack.
is still one of the best regions for magic. That's right. You guys thought you could get away with it this year. Nope. It is still technically in like the best regions for optimal magic damage. Obviously, things can change as we find out more with combat masteries, but theoretically, that's where it's at. Even though the jewelry in Fremenic is insanely good and it definitely beats the Occult Necklace, there is no glove slot in the entire game that comes close to the Tormented Bracelet at 5% magic damage. And even something like picking Zaya and getting Ancestrals, that's only 3% upgrade over Virtus, which triples with the Shadow to 9% compared to 15% from the Tormented Bracelet. And even Augury, that's just a bonus 2%. That doesn't get the Shadow effect, so 11% versus 15%. Now sure, you probably want to get a raid region so you can get your Shadow, so go to like the desert instead, and now you can still get the Shadow from the raid, but you also have access to Ancient Magics, and you'll also get the Fang and
pushing through quests.
that really help a lot when that's not something you're spending a lot of time and focusing a lot of your region choices, is actually having very accurate weapons in the other combat styles. Hate the desert? Alright, well, let's just go Mauritania then instead. Pick
About to do Fremen.
So you can help out with Nilos at Theater of Blood. Araxor and the Barrows brothers are also weak to elements, so that Devil's Element will come in handy there again. So do you see what I mean? The flexibility here is almost endless. Like, we can kind of keep going around. And obviously, if you want to go for all 3 raids and spend all your time doing PvM, that's perfectly fine. I'm never gonna, you know, argue against that. But it is a lot of dense content that I do.
Yeah.
Wow, so I think having a supplemental region like Kandarin is always a good option.
Yeah, no doubt.
Completely counted out, but hey, maybe I am completely coping and this region's actually garbage, and you really are an idiot if you pick it. Or maybe there's still something cooking that we just don't know about yet that's going to change people's opinion. I guess that's part of the beauty of league season, and I guess we'll have to wait and see. Until then, I think it's perfectly fine to say farewell to Kandarin for now.
The dungeons are empty, the streets are bare, echoes of battles that no longer care. With Kandarin, where light once shone,
Lost to RS3.
your legacy fades as we walk away.
leaving behind what Jagex could not see.
Alright, oh, it's gonna autoplay some shit. No.
So Leagues 5 has a bit of a problem.
Okay. Sorry, this fucked with a bunch of shit. Misclicks and whatnot. I killed the rat man. Okay, we need a video. Let's see.
Hello, everybody, and
Jesus, dude. I don't know about going down this rabbit hole.
There is a reason why the rank 1 spot goes to the same players every time.
Did I miss a PM?
Same techniques no matter what, and it works all the freaking time. But guess what? The best part about these techniques is that anyone can do it. All it takes is some brainstorming and a few tips and tricks that you, me, and your mom can complete.
Yeah, no doubt.
I want to show you the methods that the best players in leagues use, and maybe by the end of this video we can figure out the very optimal.
All from quests, really.
It is time to get another one. Let's start working on League 5. Here we go. Now, I don't want you to get your hopes up. I hate to break this to you, but you're not going to be rank 1. We all know Solo Mission sacrifices 9 virgins to Gothic, Saradomin, and Samarak before every league starts to get that sweet rank 1 spot.
That and some crabs here and there.
What's the first thing to look out for? Well, let's talk about the point system itself. I genuinely don't think it's even remotely balanced for certain aspects of the game. Now, everything mentioned in this video is just information we have from the previous leagues, and it mostly involves the task list we already know. But since the structure of leagues is almost the same as the last one, we can make some logical conclusions. There are bound to be some changes this time around, but the reality is that there are over 1,000 tasks in leagues, and usually only about 100 of them will be swapped out. So let's talk about the task list. Random example here. Let's take a look at clue scrolls. Every single league since the first one, clue scrolls have been absolutely broken. You get points for just opening up caskets. Easy, medium, hard, elite, master, all have their own points to unlock. You get points for all the unique items you get from clues. You also get points for wearing those unique items. So let's say you unlock ranger boots. That gives you 80 points for getting them and 80 points for wearing them. So that's 160 points.
Following a quest order. Quest order list.
Can be worth almost 400 points. And just to put into perspective how powerful clue scrolls are, the collection log has slightly over 1,500 items.
That's basically it.
So what you will see is a unique almost every single casket you open, which means points for every single casket you open. And we're not done yet. Firstly, Jagex has made a permanent feature where all clue scrolls are stackable in leagues, and you can get multiple at the same time. So you're not forced to complete them as soon as you get one. You can freely stack them up in your bank.
Oh, that's sick with clues.
Clue steps in your own region. So if you have 3 to 4 regions unlocked, you are guaranteed to repeat the same clue steps over and over again. Finally, if you look at last year's clue scroll relic, number 1, the drop rate of clue scrolls is increased by 10x. So if a medium clue used to be 1 in 100, now it's 1 in a 10. Number 2, the clue scrolls have lowest amount of steps to complete. So for example, again, medium clues will only take 3 steps to get the casket always. Number 3, the caskets always give you the maximum amount of reward rolls. And finally, after you open a casket, you have a chance to get another casket from that casket.
shows how much value you can get from this. Now, there are some caveats here, like getting the full kill that is still a very rare task, but you get the idea. It's basically points on top of points on top of points. A single item might look like 40 or 80 points on the task list, but in reality, you're basically doing dozens and dozens of different tasks at the same time, and all of them work by you just opening up a few caskets. Now, I don't expect you to get 7,000 points from Clue Scrolls, even though you can, but let's say the values of relic unlocks stay roughly the same. Maybe you really want to get those few thousand points to unlock tier 4, 5, 6, and get those sweet combat relics so you can start BBMing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Way to get that. And it's not only just Clue Scrolls that have this effect. Combat achievements work exactly the same way. You get points for
It's
task in the game. You get points for having combat
on
achievements.
the very loose list,
A single tier of combat achievements. So easy, medium, hard, elite, and so on. On top of
along with
specific combat achievements don't task. Completing Gauntlet CAs in Cryptiness, that's 400 points. Completing Fire Cape CAs for Ground Jump, another 400 points, and so on. Point after point after point. And since you have extremely powerful relics that basically carry you through any PvM scenario, it's very easy to stack up thousands of points at certain bosses. You can the same design here, right? Oh, by the way, side note, I'm planning to upload multiple different Leagues 5 guides in the next few weeks. So if you don't have the time to research yourself and want to get up-to-date information, consider hitting that subscribe button to not miss out on those videos. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's pretty much how top players think. They never go for a single task. Usually every task they complete, there's some underlying task beneath that. You want to get a Fire Cape? Make sure you do it on a Slayer task, so you get points for increasing your Slayer level, you get points for equipping Fire Cape, you get points for speedrun tasks, because let's be honest, your relics are so powerful. And then you can get points for CAs, like the one where you have to tank your chat heads. And you also get points for sacrificing that Fire Cape if you ever want to get Infernal Cape. You go to Salra, same thing. You have 4 unique drops that all give points. You have speed CAs, normal CAs, green logging the CAs, everything gives points. Now I'll stop you right there. There is a big caveat about combat achievements I want to quickly mention. In the League's Discord server, there's a document, and I'll leave this down in the description as well, so you can take a look at it yourself. But basically, it showcases all the combat achievement points by regions. So if you take a look at this point distribution, Mauritania, and by quite a lot, you can get over 500 combat achievement points in that region, while the second place has only 300 points. Does that mean you should immediately go for Mauritania? Probably not. I mean, a lot of these points are stuck behind Theater of Blood and things like that.
I just switch it there.
So far into the late game that it feels like a trap. On the other hand, there are also options like Grotesque Guardians, which I think have the most amount of combat achievement points of any boss in the game if we don't count raids. And since their kill counts include as a task and their drops include as a task, we get back to the same point again, which is that you're doing multiple things at once: training combat, training Slayer, getting CAs, getting speed tasks, getting drops, getting kill count, and so on. I think I made my point now, but enough about PvM and Clue Scrolls. Let's talk about early game. When you don't have access to PvM yet,
yeah. The real thing is now when to push for.
Sometimes even an entire plan laid out for the first few days. Everywhere you go, there's a step laid out for you. You should never visit a single place for just one purpose. I'll leave another link in the description, and it's basically a template where you can plan out your route for Leagues 5. I used this in the previous leagues, and it's a very quick and easy way to go.
Imagine
I saw this a lot in the last leagues.
most is
just get fixated on a single task, which is a massive waste of time. Like in the first hour, the most common one was cutting down a tree into potato field. But the problem was that only one player gets the task per tree, while 10 other players just keep failing over and over again. The easiest thing would have been to just leave it and come back on day 2. But I got so fixated on this tree that I ended up wasting like 20 minutes in the potato field doing nothing. And then I realized it's only 10 points and it doesn't really matter. I should just leave. Another example, I went for the 10k in Stronghold of Security, and turns out a level 3 with no food is not a very good strategy. I spawned back in Lumbee, wasted 10 minutes, I had to slightly change my route, and then I realized I didn't even need the money, but it was just an impulse thing. I always go for the 10k in Stronghold no matter what, even though most of the time it doesn't even matter. So when we're talking about getting fast points, it's all about thinking if you actually need it or can you do it later on and still be fine. Because the worst thing you can do is just run around like a headless chicken. Case in point, Kribos in Leagues 4. Now, if you have 9 kids, 3 wives, 2 dogs, and a pet rat, and you don't have time to make up a plan yourself, once again the League's Discord usually has a few people who do not pay one plan, and they are more than happy to share.
What do you do with those?
People like Bodhi and Four share their plans for day 1, and they have a very good understanding of the game. So if you're busy until 27th of November when League starts, you can just find
boss or
as well. And before we end the video, I want to quickly mention skilling as well. From my experience, the best way to drain any skill is always minigames. There is almost no point using normal training methods in leagues. Good example of that is Guardians of the Rift.
oh, that's Gauntlet, right? The Gauntlet thing, right?
Is still the same. Basically, all the rewards you get from that minigame are included as tasks. The full rune crafting outfit, Ring of the Elements, Colossal Pouch, Abyssal Lantern, even the skilling pad you get is an elite task. And you also need all the talismans because like half of them are needed to access specific altars, which all of them are tasks once again. And you need to do all of this while training your rune crafting up. So again, we're just casually completing about 25 different tasks while playing a single minigame. And this goes for all skilling minigames: Temporos, Winter God, Forestry, Mastering Mixology, and so on. Also, something to keep in mind is that minigame points are amplified by 8 times. So for example, if you earn 5 points in Best Control, now you earn 40 points in leagues, and this goes for every minigame. But besides that, my experience has been that the fastest way to get points is by completing the easiest tasks early on until you have at least 2 extra regions unlocked.
Almost got another level.
Tasks you complete rather than the amount of points you have. You can just rush through easiest tasks really fast in Misthalin, and you only need to complete approximately 60 tasks before you unlock another region. The reason it's so good is because you have a different region
bird.
to complete, so you never feel like you're running out of things to do. Overall, yeah. Points, you need to come up with a good plan, and it so happens that I'm going to upload my entire plan to this YouTube.
I just watched.
Consider clicking that subscribe button. I thank you very much for
Oh
watching.
man, get it. Or was it?
This is Gary Gilbert, a RuneScape character that is permanently new at the game.
Okay, what's going on here?
RuneScape social interaction. Previously, Gary ran into a player that taught him.
There is a reason why there
I'll put 5 in. So. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. Alright, man. Yeah, I don't know. How do I close that, bro? To enter. I gotta find my quest order list. Oh yeah, this is literally the last one we do. But it's only a few away. To be fair. I think we got like 20 quests. I think I'm like 20 quests away from it. The order. See. Oh shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know what I'm doing. Sapling. What sapling are we? Oh my god, dude. Okay, I get it. I get it. Onto. There we go. And then that's how you crack it. And then once you crack it, you go at it. Yeah, that took us way too long. But we're learning all these events for the first time. We're gonna have to finish this event before we respond to homeboy. Oh, this one's giving us farming, huh? That's kinda cool. I lost my mouse. There it is. Good XP too. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to private. Okay, how do I enter? No, but I think I'm really close to getting there. Oh, 117. That's just the plan, dude. Alright, guess we'll listen to music again. Yeah. What's it cost? That shit's so good, dude. Where we at? 52. 4 more levels. Okay, before we get into this,
Forestry has changed the way we train woodcutting. So here's a quick guide that shows you.
okay, it says to stay here until 60. I just looked at the little sectionals, the video. I read it said 0 to 60. Wait, but what if? Okay, there's a chance it was saying. So it said 30 to 60. This is talking about forestry world in general. Nope. Willow trees until 60. Now we're vibing for sure. For each stream. Each stream. Let's just watch the video. I got a vid on it bookmarked. I'll give it a rewatch here in a minute. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it, so whenever I leave another tree. Or that ain't bad. There. There. Should go bank these seeds, but whatever. The fuck is going on here? Yeah, it sucks out there. Came straight back in. Fuck up. You can't even handle a beer without whining like a bitch. I don't want to hear it. You're fucking squeaking. Alright. That's that shit. Pretty good. Just, and it's and the vibe. Some drama, but that's always. How much XP do we get for these disarms? 82. What's the next one? Oh. Give me the fucking disarm, dude. What else you got? You bark pretty quick, I think. I don't like this event though. Best event? Oh hell no. don't feel like typing. Oh shit. Let's be haters. No, that's not a report because, like, he's breaking the rules. It's like, nah. No. 0 points for style, dude. At that point, you know, you gotta send the wake-up call. It's like forcing it, you know? It's a real issue. Alright, dude. 3 away, pretty much. I don't know why we switched trees there. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, something's off. We gotta try something else first then. 1, 2. Oh, fuck off. I don't see what the pattern is. Maybe it's this. Okay, it's gonna tell me something. No, bro. Something went wrong here. We add it. It seems to like it. Something's off. We must have misclicked when we did the test runs. Oh, whatever, dude. Droppings? Whatever, dude. Fuck that event, bro. Six, 6. Alright. 3 levels to go. Okay, what happened? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Why is this in the list? We're out. We tried. We're clicking. I thought I had something I wanted to watch, and then now I can't think of it. Watch. It's RuneScape 3, did you?
This is going to be your master guide on building your OSRS account from scratch. This will not only help
4
newcomers,
months
but
ago.
also already have established accounts and want pointers on where to take their adventures next in order to progress the game. Whether you want to raid or max your account into AFK at the GE and max gear, this guide should help you achieve and educate you on the new paths of building an account on OSRS and progressing into PVM. Now, this guide is mostly going to be for mains. I don't play Iron Man. I did on RS3, but I don't know most beginner methods on starting Iron Man game mode accounts. Sorry if that's you. There will still be useful information here for you when it comes to raiding and whatnot, but probably best to look up someone who mains Iron for that. Starting off an account is the most overwhelming thing. There's about 100 things you need to do or are tempted to look at and get distracted by. My point of view is from someone who enjoys endgame content and raiding, so that's how I'm going to lead you through this. I can't tell you what's going to be the most fun, only what is the fastest way to the end game. Before we take a deep dive into our ultimate account building guide and talk about questing, I want to talk about the sponsor of the video, HelloFresh. We've all heard of HelloFresh before, and as you all know, I work crazy hours. Sometimes streams go very late into the night. Sometimes let's get back to our next account building task, questing and diaries. I highly recommend doing every single quest as quickly as possible and training along the way to achieve said quest requirements. More recent quests also help you learn PVM mechanics like Desert Treasure 2 and hold your hand into coming into raiding, etc. Diaries are another thing players should look at completing. The most important ones to note are Western Provinces Hard, Sears Hard, and Lumbridge Elite. Ideally, you complete all of these as your account progresses, but I understand that 75% of these are major chores and boring as hell. The ones mentioned get you Elite Void for raiding, Ruby Bolt proc chance increase, and easy teleports with extra Slayer block slot for faster grinding. The wiki has a guide on efficient questing, and there is Quest Helper plugin, which basically takes all the chore work out of questing if you're someone who despises quests. In this footage, you can see Hedron, who is notoriously known for never doing her quests and diaries. She has to run from barrows to get her salves imbued because of teleporting there with ease, and she pays the boatman to do hard mode Hob because she didn't do her Night at the Theater quest. If you see Hedron, shame. Shame! She also uses a C pod to teleport to the GE instead of diary perks. Don't be Hedron. If you're someone who has never played OSRS, then my advice is to max out your combat stats as quickly as possible through questing or Nightmare Zone. People often ask me, can I do X with Y stats? But the answer is always just get 99. Stats are too good for your damage to be leaving below max. There are other methods to training things faster, like Lily Slayer and different methods for Iron Man specifically, but I would rather just AFK a couple weeks with Nightmare Zone and get it over with. I find Slayer incredibly tedious and inefficient, but I understand Iron Man needs supplies for Slayer monsters. Nightmare Zone is AFK, and the bosses you kill have XP multipliers, making it the best option always. For non-melee stats, completing Monkey Madness 2 and Chaining / Barraging are going to give you the fastest results. Each stat increase is equal to about 2% DPS. Going from the worst gear to the best gear often is less beneficial than gaining your last 10 levels in a stat. It is the freest way to progress your account and increase the range of things you're able to do. Don't try cutting cheese with a butter knife. Those who have multiple accounts or are familiar with the game in general could start raiding once their stats are 85 plus. In my opinion, you're shooting yourself in the foot by not grinding for max stats before starting any major PVM grinds in raids. Get a free T-Bow's worth of damage by just leveling your stats. Don't make your teammates carry you. This goes into money making. Gaining GP is the next most important thing when building your account. You need money to do everything, of course. Now people swear by Slayer that is the best early at money making. It is not. Effective Slayer grinding costs money, and by the time you are grinding on Slayer properly, you are just breaking even trying to get the XP and get out. Having max stats helps you grind for money and progress your account much faster and spend less on supplies. You want the fastest tasks and high XP. You aren't there to get money. You won't be doing boss tasks unless you want to sidetrack and go pet hunting, which is fine, but no, this can be extremely slow and just halts you from progression. If pet hunting is your end goal, I highly recommend returning to these bosses later with max gear. In my Discord, there is a spreadsheet of a Slayer block list for maximum XP an hour. There are two options to making very early money. There is purchase herb runs and buying bonds, of course. I don't advocate buying bonds, but that's your prerogative. I play the game to play the game, not buy my way through it. Herbs make you easily 2 mil an hour, and in a week you'll have your gear set up to start grinds like Warcath, Corrupted Gauntlet, Muspah, or if comfortable, Desert Treasure 2 bosses. These will be your main moneymakers until you hit the 200 mil GP bracket. The next moneymaker and account progression I swear by is gearing up for Nex. Nex has low gear requirements, and in learner teams of 3 to 5 man, you make the best money in the game. You as a newer player can make as much money as I do as someone who has a 25 bill bank. Now for those of you who aren't new, I can hear you groaning, Nex is so boring, dude. At Nex's highest scaling duo, you can easily make 20 mil an hour and have all the gear you want for every raid in a few months of grinding. Nex also has excellent return in drop rates, 1 out of 43 to CA purple, worth a split of anywhere from 100 to 250 mil. It's tremendously faster than any other method. Faster drop rates means you can progressively buy upgrades as you go instead of using awful gear until you get a shadow drop, for example. Nex is difficult and complex with a ton to master. The complex switches that you pull off will prepare you for raids like Cobb. It's far more challenging than people give it credit for. Once you have everything, you can go do whatever is fun for you and do it in max stats and max gear from all the money you just made going forward at Nex. I've made several videos on learner setups and max budget setups for those with established banks. Our Discord has a Nex Finder channel with FAQ, gear setups, and anything else you need to start your next grind once you hit the stage. My duo, Fasper/Hedron, started with a 700 mil bank with Carol's and ZCB. Now she's in full Torva, Tivo ZCB, literal max Nex gear. It took her about 6 months of a few times a week grinding for an hour or two. Now that she has the money she wants for gear, she does solo cox and other things she actually enjoys instead of being completely locked in at Nex. Whatever excuse it is that you don't want to go do Nex, then your next best option is Tombstone Masket. Toa is notorious for shitting out purples to the point they have dropped 90% in value, except for the money stick, Command and Shadow. In the average player's 300 expert Toa, you have a 4.2% chance for a purple.
What's
and
going
a
on,
6%
dude?
So that means you can expect to see a shadow every 565 deathless at 300 raids. I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, that's low. Yeah. The higher in those you go, the more chance you get. The story holds some value still, and Toa is a very entry-level raid to learn. Toa is excellent money, but only once you actually go find that shadow. Until then, the average purple value is next to nothing. Tob and Cox are fun and great raids, but their overall purple chance is less than half of those at Toa, which is why everybody is doing Toa. Tob is a 9% purple chance split amongst your entire team, with the average purple being worth far less than Toa. Now, some people don't like team content or have troubles making friends. Toa is the best solo raid for money. A 500 invo Toa is approximately 20 to 25 mil an hour. Tob and Cox typically cap out around 10 mil an hour. The final best moneymaker on the higher end of skill for those already playing would be Coliseum. Not only will you get your best in slot Runescape, you'll make about 12 to 15 mil an hour solid from Splinter/Quiver trade-ins and sprinkle in some 10 mil uniques here and there. I would not suggest this unless you are max with the BIS Coliseum setups or just really comfortable with Coliseum. Trying to grind this can chunk your supplies in a 500k death fee every time you fail. This is for people more so returning to the game after a break, or those who've done Inferno want to make some money, not really so much for new players. Now, there are more obscure and possibly more fun things out there for you to grind if you want, but that's your decision how you want to balance fun and the fastest way to max gear. These are what I suggest everyone who comes in my chat. I don't advocate for wasting time doing grinds that are less painful and less money overall. Grind the shitty grinds and then be free and do whatever you want in 1/4 the time. The ridiculous moneymakers in the 20 mil region blow things like Zulrah out of the water, being 10 times higher. Getting into rating overall once you've got a grip on your GP situation is up to you. People ask me what mega rare I would buy first, if they should do rebuilds, etc. Along the way, you're bound to ask about upgrades. When do I upgrade X? What is best for this boss? Do I get X or Y first? I get these questions a lot, and without knowing everyone's interest in the game, skill level, bank value, etc., it's hard to give constant advice on upgrades in depth. I am going to teach you what I know about gear in Runescape and how to figure this all out yourself. I am going to lay out some generic knowledge I have about gear that tells me what is useful as a gut feeling. A lot of this you might already know, but a lot of it isn't really common knowledge unless you deep dive the wiki and formulas on things. But first, we need to talk about something. How damage rolls. The majority of you out there don't understand this whatsoever, but it is actually incredibly simple. When I swing my rune scimitar at Scurious the Rat, the game checks several stats to see what happens. First, it checks to see if I even hit Scurious. It first takes my current stats, which is attack for this part. If it's boosted with a potion, my current prayer, and my attack style, which is slash in this case, and rolls for a random number based on those stats. It then takes this number and rolls against Scurious's defense. His defense levels multiplied by his slash defense. If my number is bigger than his number, bada bing, bada boom, I hit the boss. If not, it's a big fat 0. The next thing it checks is what number I'm hitting. This is literally just 1 to the max hit rolled randomly. If my max hit is 3, then it's rolling between 1 and 3. Each additional max hit is an additional pip on your die. This is why things that increase max hit are usually more important than accuracy. A bigger die when you land accuracy matters a lot more than a 1% increased chance to roll said die. Magic and range work the same way, and this did get bogged down a little bit by weakness changes, but ignore that for now. Range checks the monster's defense level and range defense, but magic checks the monster's mage level and magic defense for blocking attacks. So this is also why you see people barraging in melee gear often. If something has 1 magic, you basically never slash. Combat styles are really important as well. These choose which accuracy of your gear to choose and roll against the opponent. The type of attack also matters as these boost different stats in the background. So if your rune simi is on block, it is increasing your defense level by 3 in the background. If it's on slash, it's boosting strength by 3 levels. So you basically always want your weapon on aggressive, as it's an extra +3 strength levels. So magic never has increased max hit from style, so it matters much less. Ranged on rapid is a tick faster for all weapons, which outweighs even potential max hits of accurate every single time. Last thing to keep in mind is that special attacks are always the same style, no matter what. If you put your claws on stab, you will roll that lower stab bonus against the enemy's slash defense, which just makes your accuracy even lower if they're weak to stab. And without further ado, welcome to Common Gear Misconceptions. Starting with the Fang. So this is a good weapon to start with. This is useful almost everywhere and costs 13 mil currently. Everyone has this, and I see so many people misuse it. Fang has a low max hit, but rolls accuracy twice, making it extremely accurate. It is amazing on high defense bosses, weakest to melee, which is most Toa bosses. It is bad on anything under 50 defense, which is basically all Slayer mobs, and it does not benefit as much from strength bonus as most weapons. The Light Bearer doubles your spec regen, but does not have any stats. How does this compare to DPS rings? It is also amazing on high defense bosses, weakest to melee, due to allowing you to use highly accurate special attacks. Next for ZCB or Toa bosses, as a good example. Pairs extremely well with the Fang, where strength bonus matters less, and it's good for killing tanky bosses. It's also good for bosses with downtime, like Soded Seg Mazes or Duke. Mixed Hide. This is ranged melee hybrid armor with low requirements and cost. It has stab and strength bonus. It is equal to Bandos roughly when paired with a Fang. It's slightly worse than Black D Hide when used with ranged gear. Can save inventory slots. It's bad for tanking anything like God Wars Dungeon. Blow Pipe. This is high DPS and a fast attacking weapon. It is very bad on tanky targets over 150 defense, and it's the best DPS on low defense targets. Everything drained in Tob and Slayer. Offhands. The only useful offhands are DPS boosting ones. Shields are not useful outside of rare tanking situations like Inferno, or rare useful boss interactions like the Spectral Shield at Serb. The BIS for any melee activity is a defender. The BIS for any ranged activity is a butler, and the BIS for any mage activity is the ward, where a Book of the Dead is actually a good inventory saving offhand. The boss dying faster means it hits you less. Often camping an Ellie will make you take more damage overall than just camping a defender. Arceus Spellbook. This is not gear, but it's a similar choice of gear. Thralls add a flat 0.625 DPS at any location. This is more DPS than most gear additions. That DPS number sounds small, but it is typically 5 to 10% of your total DPS. You use a small amount of prayer points to summon these thralls, and you waste an inventory slot on the Book of the Dead. Even with all of these downsides, you use less overall resources using thralls than using something like Blood Barrage at almost every location. Boots. Boots are typically not worth using as switches as they are tiny boosts to DPS. Melee boots are far greater than the other styles, as they give a lot of strength bonus, and that is an important stat. Pegasian boots typically are almost completely useless everywhere, and they're not worth purchasing until you have nearly everything else in the game. These never see use in raids. Rings. For the most part, Light Bearer is the king of the slot. Melee rings are excellent for things that need it, which is all non-Fang melee weapons, and Magus lower tier versions of these rings are completely utterly useless. Void. So melee and mage Void have far lower max hits than the alternatives and are nearly useless. Void ranged, however, gives a large damage boost, and it is powerful when not on task. Void range is terrible accuracy. It's only good on literally 0 defense. Sang and Trident. Sang is 1 max hit over Trident usually. It heals for 1/6 of the damage dealt. It is an amazing tool for getting into raids for the sustain. It's expensive. It's worth getting a bit later than some other upgrades. The Shadow, the ultra powerful magic weapon. This triples accuracy and damage bonuses on gear, and within Toa, this is quadruple. The base max hit increases with magic level boost, which is overload and self boosting it further. It's extremely weak without powerful magic gear equipped, and it punches through magic defense. It's decent in some unconventional places like Zabak. The Scythe, the ultra powerful melee weapon. This rolls 3 times against larger targets with descending damage hit flats. This weapon benefits from strength bonus more than most melee weapons. It's better on lower defense targets as it rolls accuracy 3 times. It has weird damage breakpoints where certain max hits give bonus hits. It's less used than the other super weapons as its use case is less broad. The Tivo, the ultra powerful ranged weapon. Its max hit and accuracy increases as opponent magic level increases, and the cap for it is higher in cost. It's useless on things with low magic level. It has weird damage breakpoints where certain max hits give bonus hits, and it's better on targets with lower defense, but is capable of punching through a decent amount of defense. Bofa, the powerful mid-game range set, is useless without crystal armor. It boosts accuracy and max hit per piece. This punches through defense quite well, and it is very long range, which can be more useful over a pipe in some situations. ZCB, this is a powerful crossbow that makes Ruby bolts hit for 110. It's typically the most powerful spec weapon for DPS, assuming the target has 500 HP or more. It's useful as a main hand weapon if the target is extremely tanky with lots of HP, like at Nex, and it's usually similar DPS to Bofa if paired with the sword. The Venator bow, this is the best DPS in game for multi-target. It's good against multiple small but very healthy targets like Slayer. It beats other options by around 50%, which is massive. It's useless on single target. The Saturated Heart boosts magic by 13 levels and doesn't decay. This is not useful in places with boosts already, things like salts and overload. You can pre-pot with Forgotten Brew to similar effect where you need it. It's only useful for mage camp bosses like Whisper, and it's typically only worth buying late into an account. And Ancestral, this mage robes, is extremely overinflated in value due to benefit with Shadow. It's not even close to worth the money without a Shadow. It's 1 max over Virtus for the entire set and 2 over Aram's for the entire set. Buying this before Shadow is simply trolling. The Accursed Scepter, the wilderness weapon with magic level draining special attack. It only works for 1 spec from 1 person. It's typically useless in PBM, including Toa. The BGS, very accurate defense drain / special attack, drains exactly the amount of levels that it hits. It's great for when boss is currently at a lower defense level of around 100. It's great for when a small amount of levels need to be drained like in Toa, and it's fairly useless when a target has a ton of defense compared to other options. The Elder Maul, this is a crush spec that drains 35% of target's current defense. It is directly better than Warhammer except for its max hit. It's amazing when target is very high defense, over 100. It's useless when the target is low defense, under 100, and it's less effective per special attack landed. The Toenails of Ralos, they drain a flat amount of defense levels based on magic level of target. It's useless nearly everywhere compared to other options. It's a solid option for Maiden, and your best option for draining her, and its high price is kind of baffling. Claws are extremely accurate / special attack. They're great if the target is weak to slash or low defense, and these do lower damage the higher the opponent's defense is. Voidwaker is a guaranteed accurate special attack, lower max hit than Claws. These are amazing on extremely tanky targets like Kefri. They are worse than other options like ZCB or Claws on low defense. It does similar damage to Whip as a main hand weapon, which is useful in some cases. Chally is an extremely slow but powerful hitting special attack weapon. It's great for when boss is about to have downtime, blow or grotesque guardians. It is terrible as a generic DPS spec. Even DDS is superior. Lastly, just touching some base on rebuilds, since nowadays is a little different than before Toa released. Rebuild was something you did when Tivo was the only used mega rare and Biss everywhere, and you'd sell your whole bank and rebuild with a big shiny stick. Yeah, you don't do this anymore. There's too much variety and content with different Biss equipment and nuance that you will lose more money than you gain and burn yourself out. If you thought grinding Nex for a month was awful, then you aren't going to want to be locked at Toa 300 for 6 months just to get your gear back after dumping your bank for a Shadow. There is a new website called Gearscape.net. You can easily plug in all of your gear and compare DPS with certain items to see what would be the best upgrade for you and the bosses you are trying to fight. If you have no clue, you can have the website suggest what to bring based on best DPS, but also set limits on the GP. If you have 500 mil, you can limit the gear it chooses from and best optimize within that budget. This tool is how I did all of my wiki guide videos and is infinitely more useful than any wiki setup. This tool is beyond powerful and they're constantly updating it, so be your best friend, bookmark for when you start PVMing in OSRS. The most dynamic tool in Gearscape is best setup. So this gives you an optimal setup for literally any boss based on an amount of GP you currently have, items you own as an Iron Man, which can actually be imported, or an amount of risk when entering the wilderness. So I'm gonna go over this in depth. Yes, it does have 4,000 different buttons, knobs, and switches, but I promise it's very simple to use once you get the hang of it, and even I use this for everyday content. So the top left has all of your in-game stats. These can be imported by inputting your in-game name with the Wise Old Man plugin in Runelight. Bada bing bada boom. Mining level is used for damage on guardians, and that last HP icon down here is for HP while derewalking. And below this is all the more random effects from items around game. Are you in task? Are you in the wilderness? Do you have the hard sears done? Are you using sunfire runes, etc., etc. You can also toggle off entire styles from being used, like Crusher ranged. If something seems off with your setup, you probably want to look here for something you've toggled incorrectly. So the next block is boss input. What boss are you fighting and what variant? If it's a raid boss, slap in Kefri here, it might have some team size or difficulty modifiers which you can change. This also includes all of the boss's stats, weaknesses, and tags, including what type of enemy it is. Here Kefri is a Toa boss, so Shadow and Fang are multiplied against it, and it is a Cal fight, so Kyrus is also boosted. You can also input a custom monster with whatever stats you'd like, good for testing future content or any odd calc you might be making. Below this is any weakening modifiers you're using against the boss. Things like defense drain, special attacks, or casting vulnerability. These will change the setup the tool chooses, as it may make certain styles better or worse. Maybe in this case I wanted to do 20 BGS damage against Kefri for optimized damage. Here we have what's probably the most important tab, exclude and include. Exclude tells the tool things you don't have or aren't going to use. I tell the tool to exclude any untradeable items I don't have. Good examples are Infernal Capes or Quivers, and they'll appear right up here. It's also good to tell it to exclude Zamarakian Brews from use, as these can boost your attack level slightly higher, but nobody really uses these. You can also exclude prayers you don't have unlocked, like Rigor or Augury, and you can just add those in here if you don't have them. Include on the other hand is going to be for you Iron Man out there for the most part. Adding items here tells the tool that you own that item and it can be used in a setup. Just add to Mech and Shadow. I told the tool, hey, I own a 2 Mech and Shadow. If you're a main, you want this toggle to mark free, as it is here, so that the tool assumes you just own this and aren't reselling. If you're an Iron, you want this toggle to only include, as you won't be using GP to buy any items, and these are what you have. Your entire bank can be imported using the bank memory plugin in Runelight. You would save your bank using bank memory plugin, right click it in the plugin, copy it, and then hit import in here. So that's what I've done with my own bank, and everything I own is now in here. Meaning, if you're an Iron Man, you can import your bank, and the tool can still tell you what you should use based on that. You can also simply import a bank tag tab if you want only specific items. I'm just gonna trash my items, so I don't own anything. Below is our GP and content modifier. If you are a main, this is tremendously useful. You input an amount of GP, and the setup tells you the best you can do for that amount. So let's say I have 200 mil for Kefri, we'll go off that. Gearscape decides what is best based on maximizing DPS by default. So we'll try to maximize attack bonus with extra slots when it can't get you a max hit. You can also adjust this for the wilderness. The left is the amount of expensive items that you're willing to risk, and the right is a value you consider expensive. By default for woolly stuff, you typically will set this to 4 expensive items, and input some amount you're willing to risk per item on the right side. If it's set to 11, which is every gear slot, it is assuming risk is not a worry, and you aren't in the wilderness. Finally, after all this, when you hit a fine setup, the calc will run and output your optimized setup. It will tell you your DPS, max hit, instead setup, accuracy, average hit, total cost of your setup, and allow you to create a name and import that setup back into Runelight. And I know this looks like a very weird setup, but I'm telling you, for the money that I have input, this is the absolute best possible option for Kefri. You can also import said created setup into the DPS calculator to mess with it if you want to see some other items. So if I get this Kefri calc and I hit save here, boom, it's saved, so I can go mess with that in the calculator on the other page. It even tells you your style, prayer, and potion it is assuming. So we have Ground Lunge, Reason Piety, Reason is for combat. There's some cases where you don't simply want max DPS for the slot. Good examples are Lightbearer or Blood Fury. So I know that I'm gonna be using a So we're actually going to clear the slot. There's not a model for that, so we're just locking it as no ring. And then let's say I want to use a Blood Fury. We're going to go in, type in any little Blood Fury, and lock that. To lock these in, you right-click the slot, hit lock, search for the item we want there instead. You can also right-click exclude these items. If I don't have a fire cape, I can exclude it, but I do. We're good. And then we just bring it over, rerun, and it'll have these slots locked with those items, and it'll now input in Infernal Cape, and it'll make some changes based on the strength bonus. In this case, it's used mixed tide is slightly better DPS. This tool has limitations. The biggest thing is raids. All this tool does is tell you the best possible setup on a boss, but cannot determine what switch to use for multiple bosses for maximum DPS. Maybe deeper in the future, they'll add something like this, but for now, we're on our own for full raid setups. For raids, we will need a calculator and some thought. Okay, talking about DPS calculators. So before we get into this, I want to lay out ground rules for raids. These are very complicated, and there's tons of nuance based on scale, difficulty, etc. So if you're looking to get into raiding, jumping into a calculator and calculating every single style and boss is going to be overwhelming and not helpful. I'd highly recommend checking out my or someone else's raid. Learning raids can be daunting. Even after you are sure you have all your gear set up, the GP in the bank, stats properly leveled, learning will take time. A lot of people ask me how I got so good at the game, how long I've played, etc. Would you believe I wasn't actually born this way? There's plenty of old footage of me with a whip and Sir Palm and Tob dying to a soap maze or failing tightrope skips. I used to get made fun of on stream relentlessly for not knowing how to do crabs and talks properly. If you want to learn, take the time to learn. There are many guides out there, mine included. They're dedicated to helping people learn all kinds of content from any skill level. Some things just take practice. A huge one people ask is how to do Red X Baba or Butterfly Octo. You just go into a 0-invo raid and don't come out until you mastered it. There's no cost here but time. If you get frustrated or don't understand why you died or it's not clicking for you, don't be afraid to record yourself and review your mistakes or ask others to look at it. You can take the time to learn something with enough practice, or you can be those people who have played for 15 years and haven't stepped foot into a raid. People massively underestimate themselves and the OSR's community when it comes to what they're capable of. Do not sell yourself short. I have lost millions of GP on deaths and supplies. Look at how many purple sweets I use per speedrun. I guarantee I have died more times than you, the person watching. Dying is valuable in teaching you something for the next attempt. The reason raids are so lucrative is because of this complexity and difficulty. When I wipe, I don't hit the thumbs down and log out. I say damn, and I re-gear and I jump back in. Many people die and give up. If you keep going, there's plenty of GP to be earned. You don't need a specific amount of experience with different content to do raids. Killing your 500th Dagnov King won't prepare you for solo chambers of Derek. The only way to learn content is by doing that content and failing until it clicks. If you ever have questions, my Discord is always open. There's a lot of experienced players in there that can give input. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the channel, think about joining the members here on YouTube or subscribe on Twitch. We have just recently launched a new merch store. I'm actually a huge fan of all these designs. Hedron, my editor, is also a very, very talented artist, and she's constantly adding new designs to the store. The quality is really, really solid, and I'm a very big fan. The mouse pad, which I'm owner of, and this shirt. So if you want some, check it out. In the link in the description below. And again, big thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Leave a like if you liked it, and or subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Meh.
If you looked at your bank account recently, or your Runescape bank account anyway, most likely it's gone down, and that's because there's no doubt we are in the midst of a pretty notable market crash in Runescape. There's a few different reasons as to why this is happening, some very long-term trends, but also something that's happening this month that I think triggered the crash. And let's have a look at some of the top-end items first, because that is often what people will sell off in fear. Things like the Twisted Bow, the Scythe, the Tunic Shadow, or other expensive items. Now we can see earlier in the month the Twisted Bow is holding pretty steady at about 1.7 bill, but in early November it crashed by nearly 200 mil, and has since rebounded a little bit, but still lost over 100 mil value in like a week.
I don't really care about this shit.
For the first time in a long time, the most expensive mega rare for about an hour of one day to crashing 200 mil down to as low as 14.5 mil, and now it's once again been overtaken by the Twisted Bow. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that 1 minute of sunshine. Now the Shadow crash is a bit less extreme, but still down about 50 mil this week. Now beyond the mega rares, pretty much anything you look at has crashed in price this week, some more than others. For example, Ancestral is down a lot and is continuing a pretty steady downward trend. This month alone, though, it's dropped by about 50 mil for the entire set. Dragon Claws just straight trajectory downwards, down another 10 mil this month, continuing a pretty long downward trend. The Tormented Synapse, this dropped a lot this week. I've literally got so many as drops, and each one I got, I know this was like worth 3 or 4 mil less than the last. The Synapse dropped about 30% just in November so far. Granted, this is a bit of a newer item, so the price may not have settled from the release even. Same thing with Burning Claws, dropped a lot, 26 mil to 15 mil. That's nearly a 50% price drop. Honestly, there's so many items to look at. The Soul Reaper Axe, this is down quite a lot this month as well, going from 430 mil down to 380. Corva is down this month and continuing an even longer 3-month or so downward trajectory. Like, we can literally just look at random items here. Haven't looked at it at all. Legend, yeah, Legend's down. Look at the highest margin items. Missouri crashed a fair bit this week. The Dragon Crossbow, that crashed about 10% this week as well. Saturated Heart, yeah, once again dropped about 10 mil. Anyway, you get the idea. Pretty much the entire economy, barring a few outliers, has pretty significantly crashed in November. And let's talk about what most people are talking about, and that is the upcoming League. Now, the Raging Echoes League is coming out November 27th, which is in just about 2 weeks. Now, does Leagues cause item prices to go down? Kinda, yes, but also no. Now, the basis behind the crash is that people sell their items off before Leagues because they're not going to be using them, and they'd rather hold cash, something liquid, something stable. However, more than anything, I think it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy, because everyone has got it in their head that Leagues cause market crash, more people sell off their items leading up to Leagues, causing an even more significant decrease in prices, which causes more people to sell off, and hence why we get these pretty large downturns leading up to Leagues. But with that said, looking at a lot of these items, it's not just this month. They've been actually crashing, a lot of them, since the summer, so much longer than, the League hype. And I think it's just indicative of a general softening in the old school RuneScape PvM market. Through much of 2024 and late 2023, the RuneScape market was actually at all-time highs in so many different items, with the reworking of Chambers of Zarek, the Colosseum, new Varlamore updates. We had a lot of PvM changes or new updates coming in pretty short succession. Old items were giving new leases on life, and all those updates are really increasing the price of PvM items in particular. But now looking into the near future, we don't have any higher level or larger pieces of content coming probably until mid next year or even later. So because of that, it seems like the market is kind of retracting a bit. But as for this more acute crash due to Leagues, I wouldn't worry about it too much at all. You can see things like the Twisted Bow already bouncing back pretty quickly. This is more of a panic crash, and I would expect things to bounce back during Leagues or at least near the end of them. This cute fellow here looks pretty relaxed, and that's because he's listening to the pure sound of some Raycon Everyday Earbuds, today's video sponsor. Raycon earbuds rival the quality of some of the biggest names in premium audio, but at half the price. And now they're even more affordable with Black Friday deals offering up to 30% off. As everyone knows, capybaras really care about audio fidelity, and Raycon offers refined sound no matter what type of music you like to listen to. They offer a very ergonomic design that fits a wide range of ears, even these big honkers. And my favorite part is Raycons just work. Within seconds of opening them up, I have the earbuds connected to my phone, no issues, and I'm comfortably listening to music. I use my Raycons all the time while I'm AFKing something in RuneScape, as I can do some chores, roam around the house, but I still hear the audio cues for when I need to go back, click once, and then repeat. It's honestly just peak efficiency. I also love that you can pick your own case. We went for an oceany color, and it even even supports wireless charging. Right now is an amazing time to pick up a pair of Raycons, and I'd highly recommend checking them out, as Black Friday is coming up fast. Go to buyraycon.com/flipping to get up to 30% off site-wide. That's up to 30% off everything on the Raycon website.
I'm out of here.
Hello everyone, Chaos here, and welcome to another old school Runescape video. At the time of writing the script, my previous bossing ladder is almost 2 years old, and just like the revamp to 1 to 99 guides, with great content coming into the game these past few years, especially Desperate Treasure 2, I think it's the perfect time to revamp to this guide for you to know what to aspire to in terms of bossing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the updated 2023 bossing ladder for old school Runescape. The very first thing I want to do is give a huge shout out to my friends Steinsgate and Runescape, as well as the Crown to Master of Discord. Without their input, the bossing ladder you're about to see would have been pretty different. Also, all the animations you see in this video are done by my friend Falco AJ, so make sure to hit him up if you want insane clips to spice up your Runescape videos. And last but not least, a massive thank you to Kuji OSRS for letting me use his Awaken the Bosses footage, as I have yet to grind my own log tutorial. In order to start the juicy parts of the video, I have a few ground rules so we can all be on the same page. Make sure to pause to check them out, and let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments below. Boys and girls, let's begin the 2023 bossing ladder for old school Runescape after a word from today's sponsor. You know, as a Mexican, I may know a thing or two about lawnmowers, but Manscaped's lawnmower 4.0 exceeded my expectations, and it's all you need to keep those monkey nuts nice and clean. Manscaped was kind enough to send me their performance.
Yeah, about an hour. About an hour.
I have never used a product like this for my intimate parts out of fear of damaging my brown balls, but thanks to their ceramic
Even for 56, our XP per level is tripled.
excess hair in your nose and the ears. You can recharge both of them, which removes the need for batteries. Finish off the session with their ball deodorant and the ball toner spray to give your balls some much needed love after hours and hours of playing old school Runescape. To top it all off, you will receive a nice and comfy pair of boxers and a travel bag, which I will definitely be using when storing all of my personal hygiene items when I am on the go. If you like anything you have heard so far, scan the QR code on screen or visit manscaped.com/cows for 20% off as well as free international shipping. I guarantee you will love their products. Once again, thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video, and let's continue. The video starts with the Kraken in the easy tier, which is the only boss in the entire game that requires an astounding 2 clicks throughout the entire fight. Thanks to a quality of life update, you are able to click on the fishing explosive, use it on the whirlpool in the room, and let your character attack the Kraken once it emerges from the water. Despite needing 87 Slayer, this is by far the easiest and the most AFKable boss in RuneScape as of the time of making this video. And to be honest, it's pretty decent loot for such a chill experience. The giant mole can be found under Valor Park, and if we're ranking the bosses on how annoying they are to kill, this would definitely be higher up in the ranking. The most difficult part of this boss is getting to it until it digs again to a random spot in the cave. If you have a Valor Shield 3 or 4, it will let you know where the mole is located. Some people opt to kill it with their rocks, both a crystal armor, or even a powerful twisted bow. With a cannon near the spawn location, this will surely be one of the easiest yet most annoying bosses to face. What was once the most powerful monster in the entire game, of course going back to 2002, is now something you can pretty much AFK with the right setup. The King Black Dragon is found in the wilderness, and as long as you play melee with boosting potions active, you only have to eat a few pieces of food in between kills. Be advised that this is not going to teach you a lot in terms of skill, since you typically camp this for the Black Dragon Slayer task and of course for the KD pet. It doesn't drop anything spectacular, but if you're a noob looking to start your PvM journey, this would be a great place to begin as well. Would you believe that a free-to-play boss is harder than a level 87 Slayer boss? Well, it's a reality, because Bryalfida has more mechanics than the previous bosses on the list. After getting a Mossy Key from Moss Giants, players are able to fight the seemingly challenging boss if you are a free-to-play champion. She has a mechanic where little saplings need to be killed in order to continue the fight, for which you have to use an axe on them. She can also poison you, which can be easily taken care of with a cheap potion, or just finish her quickly. In the same realm, we have the Hill Giant boss Obor. For this one, you need a giant key obtained from Hill Giants, which you will then have to use in the Hill Giant section of the Edgeville dungeon. Obor is slightly more dangerous than Bryalfida because of the slam attack, which will knock you back. If you're away from him, he can attack with ranged, so it's always advised to go up to him with protect from melee enabled to minimize damage. You may also freeze him or entangle him to fight from a distance, so overall more threatening than Bryalfida. Yet another boss for which we need a special item to fight is the Mimic. Go to Watson's house and talk to the chest upstairs to activate the option to be able to get Mimic caskets from Elite and the Master Clues. The fight is pretty simple, but it can get pretty chaotic rather quickly. It will chase after you and eventually vomit purple sweets, which will turn into animated 30 armor for each combat style. It's always a good idea to open up with your special attacks and then run away from it as you deal damage with ranged or magic. This is also known as a gatekeeper for the music cave. The Bearers brothers are next, and technically we are fighting 6 bosses instead of 1, but quite frankly they sit in the easiest category because all of them have one mechanic: pray against them and attack. The only quote-unquote threatening part about this is Barak, which can hit through prayer, and the Derek, because if you go in there with 0 prayer, I think we all know what can happen. I would even say the dungeon is harder than each of the Bearers brothers, but with a strange lockpick from the Hallowed Sepulchre, you can bypass this mechanic entirely, making this activity a pretty easy one. The last boss in this category is the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. Now you might be like, well, why is a level 93 boss ranked in the easiest difficulty? Well, the one mechanic you have to worry about is the Tideless attack, which can hit between 0 and 8. You can kill it with melee using the redemption method, for which you just have to walk under it to minimize damage, or freeze it in place to attack with magic and refreeze when it wears off. Definitely one of the highest level requirements for a monster that isn't difficult to deal with. We are now going to Fossil Island to face the ranged archaeologist. This is honestly something you might only do for some combat achievements, but a great way to practice something that will be crucial later on, and that is movement. This is the first instance for which you have to move away in order to avoid tons of damage. The difference between this and the Mimic, which share the same projectile mechanic, is that the archaeologist can hit upwards of 56 if you can't avoid the attack. And then the books that fall on the ground can split up for even more damage, so if you don't move away, you're as good as dead. The crazy archaeologist is basically a copy-paste from the ranged archaeologist, and it's placed the higher on the list because it is in the wilderness. Luckily, you can teleport out quickly if PKers come your way. His max hit is 24 if you don't move away from the book explosions, and just like the previous one, said book can also split up when it touches the ground, which can also share even more damage. The good thing about it is that you can drop mini splice, so you can last longer if you're looking for the shards or even the fedora. Milady. Something that's even deeper in the wilderness is the Chaos Magic. Pray magic and avoid green special attack to do the trick. This is a lot easier said than done because we are also at the mercy of PKers. This is worse this time around because of the proximity to the Chaos Altar, which is a common hotspot for people to attack other players. There's a cool method for you to place a cannon near the wilderness obelisk to lure it towards you, and you can either wait for the cannon to do the trick or flinch the fanatic until it reaches 0 HP. Keeping the theme of the wildy bosses, Scorpia is next on the list. By far the most dangerous thing about this boss is that it is the absolute farthest place in the entire wilderness, and it's also in multi-combat. Safe to say, if you're caught here, you are not in a good spot. In order to efficiently defeat this boss, you will need to freeze her in place, and after she reaches about 50% HP, little scorpion simps will spawn to heal their queen. Freeze them in place to then lure Scorpia away from them, and finish the kill safe and sound. For the amount of risk snares you and runs to the corner of the room. She will also summon little spiders to aid her in battle, which can mostly be ignored to close out the fight. The first three reworkable bosses are Calvarion and the Velion. I will give them their own separate rank because, like we said before, Velion being deeper into the wilderness and in a multi-combat area makes it even more dangerous to fight solo. Other than the bigger health bar and max hit, both skeletons share the same mechanics. I would highly recommend you practice like Calvarion, and if you're feeling brave, you could definitely try the big boy version of the boss in Deep Willy for higher chances at all of their shared unique items. A fight that I think gets out of hand quite quickly is Svizo. You need a dark totem assembled from totem pieces dropped by monsters in the catacombs of Corinth. Once obtained, you may enter the arena. It starts simple enough with you having to deal damage and then going to each altar to quickly dispose of the ice that spawns sporadically. If you don't do so, Svizo will gain increased defense, and you won't even be able to damage him if all four are active at once. You also have the purple demons to worry about, but if you move quick enough, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. The Dagon of Kings are next for two reasons. One, the way to get there is beyond ridiculous. Jagex, please give us a way to get there faster. The second one is that they are a bit more reliant on levels and gear. Once inside, you have to deal with 2 or all 3 of them at once, which will be our first instance of prayers leaking multiple monsters. Once under control, the rotation will depend on how fast you can dispose of each of the Dagon of Kings. If you're on a Slayer task, you don't have to worry too much about it, but for these, I recommend waiting until you have higher level gear or levels. The Catholic Queen was released in Runescape Classic when the only mechanic they could implement was deal damage, and this remains true to this day. The Catholic Queen is not inherently difficult, but the fact that it's basically a food-eating simulator makes it more annoying to deal with. You can do all our fancy things to maximize efficiency, but if you're going for casual kills, prepare to run around a lot and spend an obscene amount of food on your Slayer task or your quest for the highly sought-after Calcite head. The Corporeal Beast is one of the strongest monsters in the entire game, but with our Dragon Warhammer, Arclight, and BGS, we can lower its stats enough to make it what people call a 2000 HP chicken. Recent additions in the game like the Awesome Tang have made it so the Corporeal Beast is not as annoying to kill. But realistically speaking, even without cheesing it, we don't have to deal with a lot of mechanics. All you need is having your special attack weapons, as well as a lot of patience, since you won't be getting many kills per hour if doing it solo. Up next we have Artio and Callisto. This definitely gives me anxiety due to all the traps that can be placed around the arena if you don't finish the boss quick enough. People typically face them with ranged and bring Ice Barrage stacks to freeze the bears in place whenever they are moving towards you, since it's a lot better to deal with. There was a recent update to make their magic defense lower to give us the option to kill it with magic, but judging by how bold the changes have been released in recent months, I've literally counted on it being in the game soon. Just know that the meta could change in the future. To finish up the reworkable bosses and the medium tier, we have Spindle and Venenatis. Just like the skeleton and the bear, the difference between these spiders are the stats, as mechanics won't really change according to which version you decide to count. This one is more flexible because both melee and ranged work pretty well here, and they have 2 mechanics to watch out for. The sticky web, which will rapidly damage you if you're inside it, and little spiderlings, which you will have to kill quickly, otherwise they will rain prayer and increase Venenatis and Spindle to do more damage. We start the hard category with Jad and the Fire Caves. Now, the entire challenge might be more difficult than some of the bosses coming up, but if you want to step it up, it would be a good idea to have a Fire Cave at this point. Jad is still giving people a hard time even in 2023, so it's not like it's an easy encounter by any means. This is the first time where players might experience getting one-shot if they make a single mistake by incorrectly praying against Jad's attacks, and it's guaranteed to get the blood pumping for a few minutes. Zeliana is the first God Wars dungeon boss of the video, and whether you're using a crossbow, a bofa, or the insane twisted bow,
Hungry.
even if you catch a few melee hits, it's not going to be as punishing as the other bosses, so make sure to stack on stamina potions when you decide it's time to get a taste of the iconic God Wars dungeon. And speaking of, we have Next in Mass Worlds. The newest God Wars dungeon general has a lot of mechanics to worry about, but from experience, I can personally tell you that doing Next in a big enough group is one of the most brain-dead activities in the entire game. All you do is click on her a few times, click the menus whenever they're active, and to move away from her dash, Ice Person, and Wrath Prayer at the end of the kill. Even with a rune crossbow and booty bolts, you can do a bit of damage to gain kill participation and to try your luck at one of her expensive drops. Grardor is next on the list, and this one can be quite punishing even if you do things correctly by standing under him to trade hits, since the ranged attack can be pretty deadly. More recently, there have been a bunch of discoveries to safely camp it with a bofa, and then do some nifty movement where he won't even be able to touch you. The only drawback is that if you mess up, you can end up in Lubberge very quickly. This is even easier if you own Tunic and Shadow, but if you have one of them, chances are you don't even need this video. Very similar to Grardor, we have the Zamorak general Krill Susaroth. Or Dusarov? I don't know. You know how RuneScape names can be. I say this very similar because you can either stand under him to attack with melee and the trade hits, or take care of them with a nice 6-0 method for which you won't take any damage if done correctly. But again, just a few mistakes may cost you dearly. This is definitely the least profitable of all the God Wars dungeon bosses, as all of his uniques pale in comparison to Bandus, Armadillo, and Serotonin items. The last of the God Wars dungeon generals is Briara. This thing is so tanky that even a Twisted Bow will have some trouble carrying through its HP. I have this one up here because the method to do it in a relatively safe way is to learn the Chinchompa method, which is both pretty accurate and click intensive. This is not difficult, but it will certainly take a while for you to get used to the timing. Even when you nail it, you will still have to deal with Briara until the melee minion responds, so this is definitely the most annoying of the bunch. One boss, or bosses, I hate with a passion are the Grota's Guardians. If you look me up at any point, you will most likely see my KC at 200, because I already have the pet, and I do not plan on going back there anytime soon. This is where gear starts to play a bigger role for a DPS check, and where your movement and prayer switches will start to be put to the test. Having to deal with 2 monsters at once can be a little overwhelming when you start out, but a Slayer boss you should definitely try out for a few kills if you want to get better at the game. Another Slayer boss is the Abyssal Sire, and even though I personally don't like it too much, it's definitely not as bad as the Grota's Guardians. The annoying part about this boss is definitely the beginning of the kill, where you have to defeat all respiratory vents, and even with best in slot magic gear, you might fail to do so in one cycle. Once it starts going after you, the only hard part is moving away from the poison tools and avoiding a big explosion at the end of the kill. Out of the bosses we have seen so far, Cerberus definitely has higher kill potential, making it a more threatening foe on the list. Even with budget gear, it's not going to be that intimidating, but until you get used to the ghost and the pools of lava, you can say goodbye to your HP in a matter of seconds. You have a whopping 2 ticks to react to the ghosts, but it gets more difficult when you have to juggle them together. As a personal tip, I suggest praying correctly against the ghost first, and then moving to a safe tile until the big red dog is defeated. The final Slayer boss is the Alchemical Hydra. Having done so many of these looking for the pets, I can say it's easier than Cerberus, but this one has more mechanics and it's definitely a lot more punishing to mistakes, especially during the final phase, which can kill you in 2 hits. Gear check is not as harsh for this boss, as I remember doing a few tasks with a blowpipe and dragon darts. As long as you remember to drag the Hydras to the fountains and to watch out for the jet face at the end, you will get used to it pretty quickly. Vorka comes next, and it's one of my favorite bosses to autopilot during a Blue Dragon Slayer task or a live stream. The Undead Dragon can be pretty easy once you get used to the mechanics, but that acid base can be pretty weird when you start practicing the melee wood swap. The one thing that puts this boss higher up in the ranking is the big fireball, which, like we stated before, is extremely punishing to mistakes because it will kill you in a single hit if you are not paying attention. Definitely a great boss to camp if you want to get better and make a fair bit of profit. A boss that took me years to build up the courage to start is Zulrah. Even with a Twisted Bow, I was still pretty scared of this boss because my beam brain could not get a hold of the rotations. With a Zulrah helper plugin though, you only need to move around and pray accordingly. What makes this boss hard is that if you don't have a T-bow and or a Tunic and Shadow, you will have to deal with the Jab face at the end, which will definitely sit you down a few times when you start learning the Money Snake. A new addition to the list is the Phantom Muspa, which was the first boss added in 2023 thanks to Secrets of the North. The Money Slug is also where gear starts to be an issue, because a Bofa with crystal armor and even higher end magic gear will still struggle against it. If you fail to avoid the magic attack start the expert tier with a normal Tombstone Mascot, which means you'll be doing anywhere between 150 and the 295 invocation level. Ideally, anything below 250 will start feeling like a whole different level. All the boss mechanics stay the same and then some, but you will want to start activating some final boss invocations which will definitely dial things up in terms of punishing mistakes. This also assumes you'll be doing it in the group to start learning, so it's not terrible to begin. The first Desert Treasure 2 boss featured on this new list is Duke Succulus. But cows, that's not how you pronounce it. This encounter consists of two phases, preparation and then the actual fight. Although Duke is the easiest of the bunch, we put him in this category because he has two mechanics that can either one-shot you or bring your HP dangerously low. If you mess up the safe spot, the spikes underneath it will definitely hurt. Once you have the hang of it, with proper levels and gear, the fight itself will be even shorter than the preparation phase. The Whisper is up next, and the bad thing about it is that without a 2 in shadow, the fight will go on for quite a long time. This obviously means that the longer you take to defeat it, the more room for easily avoidable mistakes. I like this fight a lot because if you do everything correctly, this is the only Desert Treasure 2 boss that you can do without taking a single bit of damage. And even if you do, the souls during one of the specials can heal your HP, prayer, and sanity. Watch out for the final phase as you move around to avoid tentacles. The next raid on the list is solo normal Tombstone Mascot. This is the first time where a solo raid is harder than its group variant, and like we said before, it's simply because you will be the only person in the encounter. And this means that if you wipe, you have to either reset the boss or reset the entire raid if you run out of attempts because of the death invocations. Hardcore run is something you definitely need to get used to in order to start climbing up the ladder for that expert raid. And speaking of raids, this might be a hot take, but I personally find the entering of Theater of Blood harder than normal Tombstone Mascot. Even with the great quality of life changes coming into the sweatiest raid of all the three, all the bosses inside are guaranteed to make your work for that quest completion in case you want to do it yourself. I also recommend trying to do it alone, because it will be one of the best feelings in the game, even if the difficulty is not as high. Of course, you could always try getting someone to carry you and learn a little bit, but it's completely up to you. If you feel confident enough for internal TOD and you want to step it up even further, group chambers should be your next challenge. With proper guidance, all you need to do is follow instructions and do damage, stand at specific spots to avoid griefing the raid, and then let your teachers do the heavy lifting while you get used to the many mechanics in the chambers observed. All the bosses inside are definitely a big challenge, but you have plenty of wiggle room in case you mess up. And even if you do, the team is able to walk in and try again. Doing mechs in small teams is a great source of profit and also great understanding of game mechanics if you want to do it efficiently without messing up. This also requires constant communication with your team if you're starting out, as every phase of the fight will have you standing at specific spots, moving on their next when appropriate, and of course letting your teammates out of the ice prison if felt. This is something I haven't done extensively, but I can tell you it's a lot more specific than the previous bosses we have had so far. We are moving from the ice prison to the red prison, and we are going to the corrupted gauntlet.
That's kind of whack.
If you want to become a better player at zero gear and supply requirements, the corrupted gauntlet is one of the best places in the game to notice improvements. It basically means you have less time to prepare, monsters have increased stats, and you have to deal with one more tornado during the hunt of fight. Once you can do this challenge on command, you can consider yourself a pretty good player. All those mechanics will definitely come in handy for hard Lordis, but this is where things start getting pretty chaotic. The Desert Treasure 2 boss found at the Stranglewood is by far the craziest fight of them all, and it can get out of hand extremely quickly. With precise clicks to dodge the axis, prayer flicks when the head pops out, overall good reaction time is needed to do this boss without much problem. At the time of making this video, I'm fighting him for the axe piece, and I can tell you it's still extremely challenging. However, it's not going to be as challenging as the final Desert Treasure 2 boss, the Leviathan. Some people may disagree, but that's because the fight starts relatively chill, and it ramps up in difficulty after every attack cycle. If you don't position yourself properly during special attacks, it can also mess you up for the final phase, which will have you running next to one orc wall correctly, avoiding falling rocks to stay alive, and overall is the hardest boss encounter of the Fantastic Four. To close out the expert here, we have group and then solo expert Tombstone Mascot. This assumes between 300 and 400 invocation level, since you will most likely be a turbo gamer when you're able to beat this challenge alone or with friends. I'm excluding anything above 450 because for normal people those are only done for your kids and your transmogs. For casual experts, you might already be running full or near full final boss invocations, which are certainly very punishing mistakes. This is one of my favorite activities in the entire game, and once you do them comfortably, it is time to graduate to harder content.
Alright.
The Master tier starts with a Osiris Nightmare. Some notable changes compared to the regular Nightmare are the number of faces, being able to deactivate your prayer, and the DPS check at the end. What makes this encounter more difficult is that in order to camp it at a relatively efficient pace, you need so much gear it's not even funny. Sure, you can try with bandos and a bludgeon and a sanguinary staff, but this will be the first instance of me saying, don't even try this without at least a sight and avoid Waker for the final phase to farm it properly for the uniques for the pets. And speaking of gear, the first Awaken the Desert Treasure 2 boss is the Whisper. This could still be done at 0 damage, but the fight lasts for so long that chances of that are heavily lower than the regular variant. All the special attacks will be more convoluted to deal with, and that final phase can be an absolute shit show if you don't move correctly. If you're looking to get into Awaken the bosses after farming them for a while, this would be a good first candidate. Our next solo raid experience will be the Chambers of Xeric on your own. Group Chambers was placed lower on the list because as long as you have people on your team who know what they're doing, all you have to do is click bosses. This time around, you are the only person you can rely on, and will have to learn all of the little intricacies about every boss. I personally don't do a lot of chambers, but facing all on your own can definitely be one of the scariest challenges in the entire game, where you can get that sweet, sweet arcane prayer scroll. Your next challenge should be the Theater of Blood. Again, assuming you're in a group with people who can guide you through your first couple of kills. The skill ceiling for this raid is exponentially higher than anything we have done so far, as all the TOB enjoyers have had years to dissect this raid to make it as efficiently as possible. Even with Giga Chads on your team, every boss inside Old School Runescape's second raid will definitely be a butt clencher for a long time. The last time we grouped 2 encounters in one will be for challenge mode chambers in a group, and then taking on the challenge on your own. I do this because if you're comfortable with raids at this point, it shouldn't be too difficult taking on every single room and the boss in a row up to Big Olin himself. If you're also comfy with solo regular chambers, and after being familiar with every room, doing it on your own will definitely be a harder challenge, although not as difficult as it sounds. At this point, you should start grinding towards those beautiful ancestral ornament kits to show mastery at rate 1. Awakened Duke Succulus is next on our list, and the harder variant of this big block will definitely make you sweat on your way to that ancient blood ornament kit. solo hard mode Fear of Blood. These will be the pinnacle of PvM achievements in the entire game, and will be for a long time. I didn't include these in the official ranking because doing this on your own doesn't really provide anything special other than bragging rights. Unique chests are the same, bosses are still super powerful, and overall not something any normal player will have to do at any point during their RuneScape journey. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this chunky video. Thank you so much for watching and for making it this far. If you did, I have something special for the longest video on the channel, and it is a 10 bond giveaway. 5 winners will be picked on Falco Square, so make sure to check the link in the description to follow the instructions. The other 5 will be given away in this video, so leave a comment telling me what your favorite...
Almost there. Yeah, this tree just be slapping when we're on it. Like it has more people somehow. Alright. Stretch. Or any music or something? Oh, I missed that. Rip, I missed your message. What It feels like this particular event might actually be slower XP. Like most of the other ones are like you're getting ticks as fast as you can click, you know? Oh. But it gives you a fat 1K at the end. That's sick. 2100, we're halfway to the, well, a little short of halfway, but we're pretty close to the container, which will be nice, but we probably won't hit it before we hit our level. We're aiming for 56. Alright, projected half an hour. That was it.
Welcome to my brand new account, fresh off the boat from Tutorial Island. This account is not completed anything. Level 3 and new to the world of Gilnor. He's about to start his adventure and work his way into becoming a legend. And all legends have humble beginnings. We don't always walk straight out of the womb. We're noobs. We start off scared of dragons, and then we learn to equip anti-fire shields. We're afraid of bosses that might slap the shit out of us. And then we find out that they're just big blue pinatas. I've been there, and I'm here again to start this journey with all of you. My name is Darnik, and I've been playing this game for way too long. Literally decades at this point. I've spent years of my life logged into this world. I've slayed the toughest monsters, completed all the quests, and I've checked off the achievement diaries. Why go back all the way to the beginning? Well, to be honest, I've had a lot of players message me, and they are stuck. And I can kind of see why. RuneScape is a huge game. There's so much content. You might be, if you're a better player and you've completed everything, then yeah, sure, you might get bored. But there's literally thousands of hours worth of content to complete. It's one of the largest games out there, and you can get lost along the way. The early and mid game is especially hard because you might not even know where to go in the vast world. There's quests to complete, bosses to kill, money to make, skills to level, gear to achieve. You should get the idea by now. It's a lot. And there's so many different guides and videos on sweaty, tick perfect money making or skilling methods. And personally, it all just seems super overwhelming. Many people just want to log in after a long day, kick back and relax and get their goals completed. A lot of players don't do the sweaty methods. So in this series, we'll be grinding as a casual RuneScape player. Because like many of you, I'm not a teenager with all the time in the world, and I want to kick back and have some fun and knock out some goals while I'm logged in. Now, while counting ticks and being efficient is fun to some people, a silent majority probably wants to keep their wrists intact and not develop an addiction to Adderall. So we're gonna be taking a different approach. We're gonna be crossing off any super sweaty methods to level up or gain GP. So for all you casual players out there, this will be a roadmap for you to get your account where you want it to be. You can follow along and use the exact methods that I use to progress your account. Now, this series will have 5 main goals. These goals are things that all accounts should be aiming to achieve. They'll take time, dedication, and just a little bit of grinding. Our first main goal that we'll be aiming for is that elusive Quest Cape. The Quest Cape is the best first goal for any account. It requires you to be a well-rounded player. Your stats to be leveled up, you'll need some gear to defeat the bosses, and the rewards will unlock free money For our first adventure, we'll be setting out to achieve the quest cape. But before we can dive headfirst into some quests, we're going to need to make some money. First, we're going to need some starter cash, and the best way to get that is from the Stronghold of Security. And luckily for us, Jagex added a nifty teleport directly to the Stronghold in the Lumbridge Graveyard. Just go talk to Count Check and he can send us there. Now, for securing our account and answering some basic questions that honestly haven't aged well, we'll be rewarded with 10k. But before you hop down that dark tunnel, go ahead and log out and secure your account with the Authenticator. This can be done through the official game website. And now that your account's secure, you're ready to go through the Stronghold. But I know as a brand spanking new player, it can be a little scary, as you'll have some hard-hitting mobs that can lurk around the corners. But there's some food in the Barbarian Village that you can grab so you can get sent right back to Lumbridge. Then you just run through the different floors and collect your reward at the end. On screen now, I have the optimal paths through each floor. Make sure that you're full HP between rooms or you might get knocked the fuck out, especially on the last floor, as you can see behind me just running through it now. Anyways, with our 10k in hand, we're ready to start making some money. Let's head over to the money-making machine that is the Grand Exchange. So a nice long walk over to the GE with our juicy 10k. Now, you might be wondering, what are some of the first things that you need to do on your account? Well, we really need to be questing, right? That is priority numero uno. But we're not going to be able to buy all of the cool shit that we're going to need to be able to complete the quest. We're going to need a lot of staminas. We're going to need some teleport tabs. We're going to need some things to finish the quest. Well, to buy all those things, we're going to need some GP. And listen, 10k is not even going to cut it. Not even close. So what we're going to do here is do a little bit of money making. Now, this is obviously nothing crazy, and we are not allowed to sweat for these methods. But I have a couple up my sleeve that are pretty much going to guarantee you a couple mil after a couple hours of grinding some money, and that's exactly what we need. We're going to make some money, get all the way up to 1 mil cash, and start questing. I forgot to mention, if you're a real Chad, a real baller, go buy some bonds and completely skip this. We're going to spend about 3 to 4 hours making a little bit of GP and just a tiny little bit. You got $7 extra, and your girlfriend doesn't need to get her cappuccino or her latte tomorrow morning. Buy yourself a bond and save yourself a fucking headache. Because money making, when you're a brand new account, it does suck. Like I said in my previous video, it is probably the worst part of Runescape, is finally getting enough GP to do quests and level your account. But this is a roadmap, so for all of you who don't want to spend that $7, we're going to show you how to do it. We need money. But with level 1 in every stat, it's going to be kind of tough to make some real GP. But we have a method up our sleeves that should bring in a few 100k GP per hour. Introducing horns, specifically.
No.
These bad boys can be ground up for a decent profit, and they're crucial herbivore secondaries, so they're always going to be bought up. We'll be buying, grinding, selling, and repeating until we make our first mill. Now, for all you sway ticklers out there, you can do multiple horns per game tick, but we're going to let it auto grind all the horns for us. This will drastically reduce our GP per hour, but we'll be able to kick back and relax. Okay, so our first little bit of money making has bought, and it's going to be the good old pestle and mortar and grinding up herbivore supplies. Now, this one, it can be pretty sweaty, but we're just going to be AFK, and I got a movie in the background, and pretty much what we're going to do, get our pestle and mortar out, get out these, and we're going to let it auto grind. Okay, it's not super slow, but it's not super fast either. Now, this would be obviously the sweaty method, and we are not going to do that. It's actually not that sweaty. As you hear my mouse probably clicking, we don't want to do all that. Okay, we're just going to let it grind. I'm going to watch a movie, and we're going to make a little bit of money. So after grinding for literally, it's been what, 9 hours at this point. We pretty much just grinded straight. We finally have enough money, as you can tell up there, to start buying some items. The margins were getting a little dicey, but I think in the future it will still be viable. It's just going to take a long time, especially without one ticket. We were doing real slow, pretty ticky. But now we're ready to rock and roll. We look all geared out, looking like a fucking beast, and we're ready to go do some quests. So pretty much the ordering we're going to follow. So we're using the optimal quest guide that can be found on the wiki, or it can also be found on RuneLite, the RuneLite plugin, which just allows you to pretty much, I mean, it's super simple. It tells you what quests to do in order, and we have a whole bunch of Lumbridge we need to start and finish. We're going to go ahead and home teleport to Lumbridge and kickstart the questing. So let's talk about the optimal quest guide and why we're doing it this way. If you look over pretty much any of the in-game quests, you'll see some pretty high requirements. 69 Slayer, 70 Hunter, 55 Rune Crafting, the list goes on and on. Your account needs to be pretty stacked to complete all the quests in the game. Now, yeah, we could spend hours scaling to reach those levels, then start questing, but we don't have all day. I want to accomplish my goals as fast as possible while still having some fun. The optimal quest guide just helps with that. It shows you what quests to do and which order to get your stats up from the quest rewards. Now, if you're new to Runescape, then you probably don't know that quests can reward insane XP. Doing one quest at the beginning of your account can jump you from level 1 all the way to level 30, saving you hundreds of hours in the long run. So we'll be following it exactly to the T to make sure our account is beefed up and ready for any quest in our way. Now, you guys can do exactly the same. Just follow along on the quest list with me. Now, I'll have one slight deviation that I'll be adding, but it's really just for my convenience. And you'll know what I mean a little later. We baked cake. Have you been sharing my sheep without permission? I sure fucking have. I got you some balls of wool, my friend, and I'll hand them over. Yeah, you better ping. Got some juicy crafting XP that actually I think gets us to level 2. And we did a before beginner clue scroll. Like, it was super duper easy, but I think it's really just an introduction to clue scrolls, but nonetheless, super easy. And we're supposed to be, we'll go to break another time. We're supposed to be using this lamp on agility. Boom. There we go. 300 agility XP straight to level 4. You're welcome. Thanks for the prayer XP, my friend. That's gonna give us some juicy prayer. We're gonna do a couple more prayer quests, and we're actually gonna go ahead and bang out 43 prayer. Just because it's huge for the account, it makes questing super duper fucking easy having 43 because you can protect from pretty much anything, and no quest boss is really gonna kill us until we get to the higher level ones. So anyways, on to the next one. So while we're here at good old Aubrey's rune shop, we're actually gonna go ahead and buy some pouches of air and mine runes. Now these are gonna be used in the early game to kind of get rid of a lot of bosses. Probably do probably another stack of 5. And then we'll also get some chaos runes. And what this is really gonna allow us to do is kill almost every single boss with absolutely no problem. We had to come here anyways to drop the package off and get his research notes and to get some more stamps. But now we're ready to rock and roll, and we'll finish my quest. Viewed, boom, 325 magic XP, which is going to put us at a juicy level 5. Thank you, Witch. It also gives us a combat level. We're now up to level 6. The levels are flying. All of the dopamine. We have so many more quests to go. Back onto them. Give me a quest. Just give me all the quests. Just stop messing around and give me the quest. Do I have to ask nicely? This is ridiculous. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get your stupid beads. Already have them. Yeah, stolen from your imps. Give me my reward. Okay, I guess. A little magic on the beads. And some more magic XP and an amulet of accuracy. Remember back in the day, this was like the amulet to have because you couldn't afford a power amulet back in the good old free-to-play days. My spacebar is getting a workout, but Rune Master's completed. We now have access to rune crafting. Not that we're not going to be training it for a pretty long time, although the rune crafting update comes out tomorrow, so we may head on over there on this brand new account until we can get. Boom, we solved a murder mystery. This is a little goofy, but it's done nonetheless. We got a gems better. We got some crafting XP all the way up to level 7 now. On to the next one. Boom, we ran all the way around Zaya. It took forever with this agility level, man. It was absolutely brutal. I ran through like 4 or 5 staminas. Do not recommend it. But we're trying to be a little bit efficient the way we're questing. So we're not going to go bang out 70 agility because that's boring as shit. Do all the quest first, bump it up, then we're knock out some agility. But anyways, Client of Corinth is finished. We get 2 juicy antique lamps, and per the optimal quest guide, it says to use both on agility, so that's going to help out a lot. I don't know if it's a lot of XP. Oh, it's a cheeky little 1k XP, which is going to get us all the way to 10 agility, which is huge. And now do rooftops. Obviously, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep questing. On to the next one. Boom. Romeo and Juliet complete. I'll be honest with you boys, I have absolutely no idea what I even did. I just clicked through it while I was watching YouTube video. So, Rops 2 quest helper plugin. God, it has been so long since I've done the Pirates Treasure quest. I feel like this one took forever. It's a free to play quest. It's actually pretty long. But let's see what kind of treasure we get. Gold ring and a cut emerald. Like you probably always get that. But anyways, now we can start doing some real hardcore members quests. Excited for that. We're gonna start banging out the levels, and the dopamine are gonna start flowing. Boom, that is the dwarf cannon quest completed. 750 crafting XP, the ability to use a dwarf multi-cannon. And boys, listen, you can actually die while doing this. So just make sure you're watching your HP when you're repairing little things, because they can actually f you up and kill you. Be careful for that, but this actually is huge for our account and allows the ability to use the dwarf multi-cannon. So boys, it's that time of the account where we try to do a quest for you. Prayer is one of those skills that as a new player seems super complicated. 10% more strength, 5% more accuracy, more hit points restoration. It drains, but you can restore it. Yeah, it can seem like a lot, but prayer is extremely valuable, especially early on in your account, particularly for three main prayers: protect from missiles, protect from magic, and protect from melee. This holy trinity of prayers can negate almost all damage early in the game. It turns super hard-hitting bosses into big AFK dummies. You can do things that would be impossible without it. It's the key to completing most quests early and getting that juicy XP reward to bypass the early levels, but it comes at a pretty steep cost. Typical prayer training is offering expensive bones on an altar for XP. This can get extremely expensive very fast, but we're going to be venturing to the Chaos Altar deep in the wilderness to do our prayer training. For those unfamiliar with the wilderness, it's a lawless land that player killers roam. You have other players actively trying to kill you and take your items. The deeper you go into the wildy, the higher your combat bracket opens, and we're going to be going pretty deep. The Chaos Altar is located in level 38 wilderness, and the reason we're heading so deep and risking so much is because the Chaos Altar has a 50% chance to not use up your expensive bones. So effectively, this turns an extremely costly skill into one that is relatively cheap if you don't get PK'd. So we're taking all of our bones and risking it all to get the fastest and cheapest route to 43 prayer. So a couple little tips while you're sitting here doing your prayer grind. Essentially, kind of what you want to do is have the menu entry swapper on, and you just want to have the use ability on the dragon bones, and we're just going to keep clicking. That's all we're going to do. We're going to try to take these as fast as possible. The levels obviously are flying, and the screen is flashing from all the levels. But then all you want to do is you scroll out, you need a little bit of GP, you just use this on the Elder Druid. You can unnote them for a fee, obviously. So we do exchange all, boom, we have a whole another inventory. Yeah, you you ain't gonna get me today, bitch. That's why we're just bringing all our bones. It, who cares? And no one's gonna be able to kill me because I think it's what, 40 combat, the highest level they can attack me. Obviously, maybe like a low level pure can come here and me up, but what are the chances at 9 AM? Yeah, suck my buddy. Dude, this feels so good. I was doing this on my main account and just getting brutally nonstop over and over again for so long. And now these can't even reach me. Now, if you're them with loot keys, man, this is actually like insane money. This is pretty much it. We're just rolling. We have 60 bones left, and we're just unlocking shit left and right. This is what a new account is about, man. Getting all of this dopamine all at once. It's awesome. Now, we only got 40 bones left to go, so like I said, it's absolutely insane, the XP you get. Highly recommend to do this early on in your account. Boom, 43 prayer. We have some bones left for stay here a little bit longer. Boom, there it is, 44 prayer. Absolutely huge for the account. A couple bones left. We'll use those up. But man, let me tell you, Eagle Eye is going to be crazy. These protect prayers are literally going to change how we play the game and what content that we can do. Let's get the out of the real quick. Check our combat. We are now 13. That is huge as well. We're no longer a level 10 newbie. There we go. This is taking way too long. But as you guys see, that's the actual safe spot. Obviously, I'm going to wait. Prayer pausing. I'm almost out of prayer. I don't know if Jagex fixed it or what. You actually have to kill the other two little minions now before you can actually like speak to him to fight him. So it's super annoying. But let's go ahead and go turn these orbs in and finish up the quest. Boom, a tree gnome village is now completed. Gives a load of attack XP, but it also gives us the spear tree access, which is pretty huge early on in your account. But that puts us all the way to 17 combat, so we're definitely getting up there now, boys. But yeah, now on to the next one. Boom, there we go. A waterfall quest is now complete. I don't know how many times I have done that in my RuneScape career. Probably just an old school RuneScape's time. I've done it at least 15 to 20 times. Just on new accounts here and there, but it's always a great quest to get out of the way because we get juicy strength and attack. Now 36 and 30, so we're looking pretty juicy. A couple more quests to bang out before we do some more money making. Let's go do those. Bro, I can fucking get it. Let's see, wiggling. Month's friends completed. Some juicy woodcutting XP and 8 law runes. That actually gets us to, let's see, level 13 woodcutting, so not too shabby at all. Balloons are all over the monks. Know how to get down. So next we're going on to Hazel's Cult. Boom, a Hazel's Cult completed. Remember doing this on the league zones, absolutely fucking busted. It's only 1500 demon XP, so I don't actually think it's a crazy amount, but it's definitely gonna probably get us a nice little level. Boom, all the way to level 11, which isn't bad. Demon kind of sucks like the first 10 to 15 levels, so this would be a nice little XP drop. Boom, there we go. A plague city is completed. This is huge. It unlocks the Ardonge teleport. I mean, there's a lot of shit over here to do. So I want to bang this one out early, so I'm able to actually teleport over here. And then also now we can go ahead and do the biohazard. And hey, we get some juicy mining XP all the way up to 15, which is a requirement for iron ore, which there's a quest to mine some iron ore. So we're definitely gonna be using that. Boom, biohazard is now complete. 3 quest points, 1250 thieving XP, and access to the west side of Ardonge. Really, this quest just opens up more quests in the L areas, which we're gonna be venturing into a little bit later. Boom, 1400 crafting XP, a little bit of juicy coins, and even better, 3 quest points. That's gonna bump us to 16 crafting. The stats are coming along. Just we gotta keep grinding more and more quests. Boom, the Merlin's Crystal is completed. A juicy 6 quest points and the legendary Excalibur. Boom, there we go. The Holy Grail is now completed. 2 quest points, 11,000 prayer, and 15,000 defense. Absolutely huge for the account. Get a prayer level, and we're gonna get our defense all the way to level 31. This is gonna be massive. We'll be able to get PID unlock that a little bit later on for our account. Any second now, finish up getting our reward. Boom, Prince Isles Rescue is completed. 3 quest points, and obviously the classic no toll on the Alcarid Gate. Boom, Doric's quest is completed. Get some juicy mining XP, and hey, we can come use Doric's samples whenever we want now. Boom, a Druidic Ritual is now completed. This is huge for the account as it unlocks the Herblore skill. You are so welcome, and thank you for the 6,000 hit point XP. That's absolutely huge. It's gonna boost us all the way up to level 25 hit points. Boom, Below Ice Mountain is completed. 1 quest point, 2,000 coins, and access to some stupid runes. But the most important reward is being able to make some steak sandwiches. Boom, there we go. The Black Knight Fortress is now completed. 3 quest points and some coins, but more importantly, this opens up so many Grandmaster quests. It's so nice to get out of the way. And now we can go do recruitment drive and turn into a female. All right, we got our money. We are ready. We are ready to become a female. Let's see how good we look. Oh my god, look at me. I'm stabbing zoom. Boom, look at those biceps. Look at that ass. I need a haircut, but we'll figure that out. Boom, the recruitment drive is finished. 1,000 prayer, 1,000 herb, 1,000 agility, all the XP. Also get the Goat Fowler respawn, and we can wear initiate armor now. Probably never gonna wear. We're gonna go right to proselyte, but this unlocks a whole lot more quests that we're gonna go knock out. Boom, the observatory quest is now completed. 2 quest points and some juicy crafting XP. All right, we return to Kitty, to Gertrude, and we should be able to get our own kitty cat whenever it says quest complete. There we go. Okay, well, we got some cooking XP, and we got our own little kitty cat. Boom, Priest Imperial is now completed. Access to Mortania and some prayer XP. This is absolutely huge. It unlocks so many different quest lines. It's so many different adventures that we're gonna be going on. Boom, a Nature Spirit is completed. 3,000 crafting, 2,000 hit points, and 2,000 defense. This one's absolutely huge as well. Just unlocks more quests that we can complete, but we also get some pretty good level ups from this. 25 crafting. We also should be getting a defense level maybe and a hit points level. Boom, there we go. Fire Renee is completed. 2 quest points, 12,000 attack speed XP, 12,000 XP. We actually get a pretty fat level 40 attack. We can now wield runite weapons. Yeah, on to the next one. Oh, and juicy actually. Boom, we have the Jungle Potion completed. It only gives us 1 quest point and 700 herb lore, but it allows for a couple more quests that'll be pretty crucial for our account. Boom, a Vampire Slayer is finished. Got some juicy attack XP, a couple quest points. Puts us at 41 attack. Nothing crazy, but it's another quest checked off the list. Boom, a Porcupine of Interest is completed. The 1,000 juicy Slayer XP at level 1 is huge. We also get 30 Slayer reward points, which that's not crazy, but it's definitely something. I think it bumps us all the way to level 9. I do not want a new Slayer test from you. Yeah, level 9 Slayer right off the rip, which is huge. So we go. Boom, Death Plateau is finished. Get 1 quest point, 300 attack XP, and the ability to make claws. But even better than that, it's gonna unlock the quest lines to be able to go to the God Warriors dungeon, which is gonna be huge for our account in the future. Goblin Diplomacy is now finished. It gives us 5 quest points, some crafting XP, and a gold bar. But even better than that, it opens up recipe for disaster mini quest, which is something we're gonna need to be able to get those juicy Barrow's gloves. Boom, Ikarad's little helper has been completed. 2 quest points, 4,500 thieving, 4,000 agility, and 4,000 woodcutting. More importantly, an amulet of the cat speak. It's actually pretty huge with unlocks on the account. Gives us a lot of good levels. Agility's now 23, woodcutting 22, straight out the gate. Haven't touched woodcutting at all. bar crawl. Boom, a mountain daughter is now complete. You get 2 quest points, 2,000 prayer XP, double attack XP, but more importantly, the bear head, which is a fucking awesome cosmetic. Look at that, that just looks so fucking sick. But anyways, it also unlocks a load of unlocks in the future with the Frenetic Isles quest, which we will definitely knock down to get that face card. Now we need to go on to the next one. Boom, we have the golem. It's now complete. 1 quest points, some craft, and thieving XP. It unlocks a buttload of future desert content. Go ahead and finish that, and now we're gonna go on to the next one. Beautiful. We are now a certified alcoholic. We went around RuneScape, pretty much getting absolutely shit-faced in every single bar. So pretty sweet. We can now enter agility course, which really in RuneScape 2 is not useful at all, maybe except for like a clue set, but it actually unlocks a quest that we need to do. So we're gonna go ahead and go knock out some more quests. All right, so we ran around, caught a whole bunch of scorpions, got 1 quest point, a juicy 6k strength, which actually should be 4 levels actually, from 30 to 34. So now we can slap the shit out of some motherfuckers, and yeah, we're gonna keep questing. Boom, we have a tribal totem. This is another one of those quests. So I have absolutely no fucking clue what happened. I was just clicking on boxes and looking for the arrows. Boom, a knight sword is completed. This one is absolutely huge for the account. As you see, all that juicy smithing XP. Pretty much get this all the way from level 1 to level 29, almost level 30 smithing, which will be super useful for later grinds. This one ugly motherfucker. Look at him. Look at that face. A mother would love that face. Boom, that was super easy. Pray melee and not even pay attention. The demon slayer is completed, which opens up a whole bunch of quests that we can now complete. Boom, the lost tribe is now finished. It was one of those where we just clicked through with boys. I have no idea what happened. Seemed interesting though. We look like we saved some goblins from being obliterated by the forces of Wondridge, but now yeah, we can go down into the mines, all that great shit. We also got a ring of life and some juicy mining XP. Boom, there we go. Death of Dorgashon is completed. Little thieving, little range XP, and we now get access to Dorgish Con. I think this actually gets a straight up 13 range and 30 thieving. Pretty sick. I'm gonna go ahead and note for you all. I got fucking merch on this set. Like what these pieces right here, not these 4 pieces are like 10k each. I got fucking merched, so don't get merched like me. Boys, this is something I'm gonna point out to all of you all. If you have a main account or something else, you're gonna have to join a clan chat to be able to do the Shield of Rob quest. Now it took me about an hour, but I did find some awesome Iron Man that was willing to trade certificates towards the end of the quest. The clan chat I used was OSRSSOA. Pretty much I just got in here, I was like, yo, someone trade me the cert. He was like, I got the cert, we traded it, now I have the full certificate, and boom, I'm able to go complete the quest. Oh yeah, boys, Shield of Rob. That quest took way too long just looking for somebody, but we got 1 quest point and 600 coins, so pretty sweet. But really what this quest is like a precursor to a whole bunch of other quests that we need to do here around the rock. So that is the dig site completed. This was actually pretty huge, especially early on, because it's 15,000 mining XP, some juicy herblore XP, and of course some gold bars. So that's gonna put us at a 34 mining, 19 herblore. Holy shit, that actually boosted us way up. Speaking of, we're almost out of cash on the account, so I need to make some more money here a little bit. We're gonna be able to bang out some more quests for sure though before we start doing that. All right, a Soul's Bane is completed. We now have access to his rift. I don't really know what's down there. I've never been down there besides for the quest. We also got a little bit of defense and some hit points, and of course 50 coins. It doesn't really unlock much. I think it actually unlocks 1 quest and maybe a diary, but it's just another easy quest down. We've now completed the Sheep Herder quest. We have 4 new quest points and some juicy coins, but also unlocks a couple things that we're gonna need to do later on in the game. All right, boom. We have Elemental Workshop 1 is now completed. 5,000 crafting, 5,000 smithing, and the ability to make elemental shields. Pretty huge. And right out the rip, we now have Elemental Workshop Part 2 is what we're supposed to be doing next. So we're going to jump right into that. That is Elemental Workshop 2 completed. 1 quest point, 7,500 crafting, 7,500 smithing. Now we can make mine equipment as well. We can make a mine shield, which are good for wyverns, but we're not gonna make those for quite a while. This is gonna be huge. 36 smithing and 34 crafting, so that's absolutely awesome. I'll be honest, man. With the quest that we're plugging, this has been so easy to do. I remember back in the day it was absolutely awful, but I mean that was nothing, you know. So boom, there we go. Creature of Frankenstein is complete. It doesn't really give anything. 1,000 thieving XP. The Ring of Charos is pretty good sometimes. Really opens up more quests. Pretty much everything we've been doing just opens up the door to do even more quests. It's just, you know, that's kind of how RuneScape is. You do one thing, it leads to 10 other things. Boom, there we go. Making history is completed. Really just checking around the map is all we're really doing for that one. We get some nice prayer XP and some crafting XP. Nothing too much. Doesn't unlock further quests. Like I said, pretty much that's all we're doing is unlocking more quests. Quests to do more quests. That's pretty much what you're going to be doing in the early stages of any real account. All right, boys and girls, we just completed the Into the Abyss mini quest. I don't know why it's actually a quest. You got to run around and do a lot of shit, but it gets us all the way up to 9 rune crafting, which is huge because you guys have been paying attention to RuneScape at all. The Guardians of the Rift is out. I made that banger of a video on it. But even more importantly than that, I just need 10 rune crafting to start it, and then I can start grinding on this account. Now I'm like 50 hours deep on my main account, so I don't know how much time I'll actually spend here. And honestly, it probably won't be for a while, but it's still exciting to be able to hop in there and get some of that juicy XP. All right, boys, we pretty much got all of these done. This little mini quest to pretty much correct all these panels, as you all saw. Super easy to give some huge XP at the very beginning. We're now going to go straight up to 13 Slayer and 9 Hunter. Even more so now we get a bunch of kudos within the museum, so we're going to go ahead and get some rewards off those. All right, so pretty much since we've been around questing doing some things, we got some info we can help the museum fill out, and he's going to give us a bunch of kudos for these and XP. So you just spam click through it. We're up to the point where we're going to get enough rewards that it's going to be something pretty juicy. We're going to a bunch of lamps. He's going to be our special little genie. Historian is. Yeah, I'll tell you more, buddy. There we go. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's see if we have any more. All right, cool. So we have these 3 lamps. We're using 2 on woodcutting and 1 on agility. This is going to get us to 25 woodcutting. That unlocks another quest. Boom, there we go. This last one is going to be done on agility, which actually will unlock another quest as well. Ooh, it won't. We're so close. Let's go train to get 25 agility, but we're super close. We're almost there. Okay, so another part of getting kudos in here is cleaning up these old dig site specimens. They kind of take a long time depending on your RNG. It really just depends on how lucky you get. You know, you could be here for 10 minutes, you could be here for an hour. Fingers crossed, we're only here for a little bit, but we do need to do this to unlock 50 more kudos. Because overall, what we're going to be able to aim for is 102 kudos up there. This will give us enough once we finish this to be able to unlock Fossil Island, which is absolutely huge for beginner accounts. It unlocks ammonite crabs, unlocks birdhouses, and unlocks a whole bunch of more quests, including Dragon Slayer 2. So pretty much after you get done cleaning a whole bunch of those rocks, you're just going to be running along and putting them in the correct display case. Now, we'll mention before we did mess up for it, but we got extremely lucky and found a clean necklace. That's pretty much going to be vital for your accounts. You can unlock the dig site teleports. You can enchant the dig site teleport. You can mount that at your house. But we'll get a little bit more into that as our account progresses. So yeah, there we go. Just pop the coin into this display case right here, and as you saw, we got 10 kudos for it. So there's 5 items we need to find. Pretty much, we just got to run through and just pop them in. You need to show them to these fuckers over here first. They're the real historians. They can tell you where it goes. All right, the Queen of Thieves is now complete. It gives us 1 quest point, 200 coins, 2,000 thieving XP, and a favor certificate. So pretty good stuff. Why am I still here, man? So we're gonna go ahead and read that. That's gonna give us 10% more favor. Yeah, well, of course I want to read it. Of course, beautiful. And then we can also take this page out and pop it into this memoir. And we got to teleport back to Piscarius. Now, Piscarius is like the first area that you get into, so it's not that good. But the other ones can get pretty good. But what this does is now it allows us to go to the depths of despair. So we're gonna go knock that quest out, and that should actually give us agility level, so we can do the Grand Tree. All right, the depths of despair is finished. We got 1 quest point, 4,000 coins, 1,500.
10 minutes.
Up there, and I went ahead and got 100% through the saltpeter and making the sulfur. We'll read it just in case. But then we can pop this page right.
And
here.
dude, I'm hella tired.
But the whole reason we actually did that quest was actually to get 25 agility. They haven't trained agility at all. We're already level 26, which is huge. But that actually unlocks the next step of our account, which is going to be able to go through the Grand Tree, which starts the Monkey Madness adventure. So we're going to go ahead and do that quest and keep rolling. Okay, boom. The Grand Tree is completed. We got a hefty 5 quest points, 18,000 attack XP, almost 8,000 agility, and a little bit of magic XP. This is absolutely huge. It's going to give us 32 agility, 45 attack, and 27 magic. We now can make some money through my money making method, the Jade Amulets, which we're going to Okay, we got our planks. We're ready to go. We're gonna build this chest, and we're not gonna build the chest. Boom, there we go. Shiloh Village is now completed. Now access to the village, which is pretty okay. We get, they're a daddy, they're Slayer Master, but it unlocks some future quests. So just keep going on that same notion. Just unlocking stuff to unlock stuff. We get a 37 crafting, which is pretty huge. Can't really do anything new, but now we can go do some more quests. So after all of this questing, this is the first time we got to sit down and do some scaling. And it looks like we need to get our woodcutting from 25 to 36 and our fire making from 1 to 17. So I thought, what better place to come than good old Draenor Village. We have the oak trees to get to 30, willows past that, regular trees to just regularly burn the shit out of those logs. We're gonna be here. It's probably not gonna take too long, but we now have 36 woodcutting, and we also did get that 17 fire making. Didn't take too long. I would say maybe 40 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, nothing crazy. But now we have the stats to go ahead and knock out Lost City. And you might be thinking, well, why are we doing Lost City so early? Well, the real reason is obviously not to equip a dragon dagger, but to be able to do the fairy tale quest and to be able to unlock fairy rings. Fairy rings are pretty much everything good in the world. So we need those, and we're gonna go unlock them. Okay, so we almost got fucking whacked out by this bad boy, but we got it, boys. We got 1 prayer, 1 hit points. Now it's time to safe spot. All right, boys, this should be at the final walk. The world shimmers, and we enter the fairylands. We gain access to Zenaris. Now we can go do the fairy tale quest, which is gonna be absolutely huge. But hey, we also have this whole area to explore. Not to do anything crazy good, but it opens up the door to a whole lot more quests. Next episode, we have tons of unlocks coming our way. Stay tuned to see exactly what we get. This is Duke No More, an in-account player pretty much in the world Gilnor. He's still fresh off Turtle Island and has loads of adventures ahead of him. He has goals and achievements that he needs to complete to become a high-level player. And on his journey, he's going to be your guide, a guide to becoming a better player without all the sweaty tickler methods. So if you're ever lost in your journey with no idea where to go, you can look to this journey as a roadmap to accomplish your goals. With no restrictions and no worries in the world other than just playing Runescape, how far can our adventure take us? If you didn't see episode 1, you should probably go take a look at it. It goes over the goals and the basic plan to get there. But I get it, you might not have all day, so let me give you some of the highlights. We took our first steps out of Tutorial Island and went to the Stronghold of Security to claim its prize. From there, we needed even more GP. So we spent the next few hours grinding away until we became a millionaire. After crushing coins for hours, we were ready to purchase everything we needed. And with all the items we needed, we were ready to quest. And quest we did. We gained loads of level ups across our journey. Quests like Waterfall and the Fight Arena just boosted us up like a chat on some juice. But we did run into a problem pretty quickly. We couldn't fight everything without it slapping the shit out of us. So we solved that by getting 44 prayer at the Chaos Altar. From there, we were able to protect against all forms of damage. So nothing could really stand in our way. We then jumped right back into adventuring, taking out spirits and helping those in need. And that's where we left off. In today's episode, we're going to be unlocking new areas and a new way to pretty much make unlimited money. This money-making method will be crucial to reaching the end game for our account. But before we start our adventure, let's go over the current state of our account. First off, we're broke, and I need to fix that. Our bank is barely hanging on with a thread, and it hurts to look at. So we'll be making a few mil to achieve some huge goals later on in the video. Next, our stats are coming along perfectly. We're around a 500 total level, and that's with some scaling for maybe 15 minutes tops. Because of how dope the optimal quest guide is, we're really not going to have to grind skills for a very long time. Now, with all that being said, we have tons of progress to make in this video, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First, let's talk about how to get around in the world Gilnor. I did a pretty piss poor job of it in the last video with detailing how I'm reaching all these faraway places so quickly, and some of you all pointed out in the comments and you were like, how is he doing this? So let's go ahead and talk about World 330 and using other players' houses. Now, if you didn't know, construction is huge for accounts. When you have a max house, you can pretty much have a gateway to every single area in the game. You have teleports, portals, amulets, restoration. It's a massive upgrade and convenience to have a nice house. But having a nice house is very expensive. Just for the construction levels alone, you're spending millions of gold, and then to build what you need, even more money. So you can actually bypass needing all of that by just using other players' homes. In World 330, there are players who just open their homes to others. Now that's kind of crazy, right? Why would they do this? Well, apparently they can make some pretty insane money from players tipping them, so they can benefit too. But first, you're going to want to purchase a home in Remington from any of the estate agents located in major cities. I prefer the one in Falador because he's close to the teleport. So after you've bought your first house, you can then venture to Remington where they teleport to house tab and search on the home list next to the portal. They'll list any houses that are open and what they offer. From there, you just select the house with the portal and a pool, and you're able to adventure all around Gilnor. This is crucial to save money and time while requesting. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right back into the questing where we left off. The first quest up on the chopping block is Fairy Tale Part 1. This quest unlocks some huge things for our account and is vital to our money-making method a little later on in the video. It unlocks the Magic Secateurs, which will grant a 10% yield increase while harvesting plants. It also unlocks the quest Fairy Tale Part 2. That quest is massive as it unlocks fairy rings, which, like I mentioned in my previous video, are a portal to everything good in the world. The fairies knew where all the good shit was and placed nice, convenient rings right next to them for us to use. So, without further ado, let's start the questing grind. One or more of your skill levels are also lower than recommended. Brother, we got it. Don't worry about me, man. We're gonna go ahead and start you. Oh, wow, that's super easy. You just run straight over there. Okay, northwest of Draenor. I'm assuming it'll probably list them all on the map, right? It doesn't. Of course not. And without arrows, man, I'm fucking lost. I've gotten so used to the quest helper plugin telling me exactly where to go. There we are. There's the arrow telling me exactly where to go. Okay, so there's one. Now, technically, she's a farmer, right? I mean, she has some cows, but probably not. So now we need to go to Falador Park. So check, check, check. Now we need Trenzor south of Rock Castle. Now we just need Driven. Hello, Driven. Is this dude like real south? Oh, he's probably right over here, isn't he? No, that's Tarquin. Tarquin. Pretty house. All right, back to Draenor Village we go. Now we need to go see the fairies. Oh, I totally thought they were gonna fuck me up. I mean, they look like pretty spooky dark wizards, and all the other dark wizards like to attack me. All right, let's spacebar through it. All right, let's dig up a skull. I love the text they add to that. Yeah, we just stole somebody's skull, and now we gotta go to that one creepy dude. This dude turned on protect from immediately. This dude literally tried to protect from the random event. I love that. That's such a cute new moment. That's awesome. All right, anyways, back to quests. I used to be so spooked out of these as a kid, man. They were so spooky. They still kind of are, to be honest. You can't attack, you can't do anything, obviously, without the quest item. As a 11-year-old running through the world of Gilnor,
fish, right? Because it's a fishy contest. So this is a good spot, maybe. Okay, who's got to catch the winning fish, right? I guess is this the winning fish? I guess we just need to sit around and wait now. Of course, it's the winning fish. Why wouldn't it be? So now we have the fishing trophy. We'll run back over to the little dwarf and get our reward. Boom, there we go. A fishing contest is complete. 1 quest point. 2, 4, 3, 7 fishing XP, and now we can use this little tunnel. Really, the only reason we did that quest is to be able to do the dwarf section of Recipe for Disaster. All right, now we're gonna use the rocket on this. Mount dwarf is not completed. 1 quest point. 1,000 paladin slayer XP. 6 council members left. We also have 18 cooking and probably 16 slayer. Okay, this quest has taken so long running around killing monsters, and honestly, the part 2 is even worse. So I don't think we have to do that one for quite a while. Really, the only reason we're doing this one so early is for the cooking XP, so we don't have to crank cooking near as much. But that is the next thing we're gonna go do on the account is get level 22 cooking, which shouldn't be too bad. You know, cooking's super fast as it is, so take like 5 to 10 minutes honestly. But it is a little bit more training we have to do, so something we're gonna go through with. But we're just polishing these these nice bones on the fire, and we'll give us this weird fucking dude. Remember in RS3 that there was like a little boss fight afterwards? It was pretty sick to do. You get like a little helmet and all that cool shit. But on old school, there's nothing afterwards. Maybe they could add in the future like a little fight pit over here that you fought his like skeleton thing and it gave like Slayer XP and stuff. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, you do a weekly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Although that was like probably 10 years ago at this point. It's just crazy to think like, man, we played this game that long ago. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and quit messing this up, and we'll see whenever the quest is done. All right, brother, we got some bones for you, you freaky old man. I wonder how they like animate them. We're just like, this is just a creature. But anyways, boom, Rag and Bone Man 1 is completed. 1 quest point, cooking, and 500 prayer. Not too much. Like these quests really don't do anything. Even the part 2 doesn't do much. But we do 19 cooking off that. Don't think we get a prayer level. Yeah, no. But we are now 575 total level, which is huge. But now we need to go over to Mortania, do some quests over there, and then we're gonna start skilling. Okay, so now here's the skilling we need to complete. We need to get to level 22 cooking to be able to make some stupid nettle tea for the Ghost of War's quest. Now our cash tag is obviously pretty low. It's dwindling, right? So we're gonna do this pretty cheap, and I'll be honest, I don't know a better way to really do it, but we're gonna be cooking some trout. All right, we burned the first one. That's not a good sign. We're just gonna be easier with every level we get, right? Boom, 21 cooking, 1 more level to go. Okay, first inventory is done. The first load is finished. We're pretty much right on the money. We burned a bit less than 50% to be honest, so this should be perfect. I think this is gonna be dicey. I got some raw shrimps back. I don't have anything else that's raw, do I? No, this is it. Actually, easy peasy. We didn't even need it, but we're gonna cook all of it anyways because hey, extra XP and press in the space bar anyways. All right, with our newfound cooking level, we are ready to make our tea. Should just be boom. There we go. We need 22 cooking to do that. We need this nettle water, nettle water, and we should just. We fucking. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna go ahead and combine that, and let's see if we can cook it that time. There we go. Beautiful. Our nettle tea is ready. Now we have everything that we need to go do Ghost Ahoy. The next quest on our list is Ghost Ahoy. This one is massive for its reward that we get for completing the quest. The active file allows for unlimited teleports deep into Mortania, as it sends you right to the Ecto Functus. But before we even start the quest, we need to grab some Ecto tokens. Now these bad boys can't be bought or traded, so you'll have to get them yourselves. If you're a new player that's never gotten them before, it can be a little weird. But I have a pretty easy method that I always use when I need some of the tokens. First, you're gonna want to fill your inventory with 9 buckets, 9 pots, and 9 regular bones. You can use high level bones for some more juicy prayer XP, but with us already having 44, it's not really needed. Then just make sure you have your Ghost Speak amulet equipped. And next, we're gonna be traveling to the Ecto Functus located outside Port Phasmatis. Quickest way to get there is use a Finkenstein's Castle teleport tab. Grab one of these bad boys off the Grand Exchange. Then you just run a little east to a creepy glowing altar, and you're there. Once you've arrived, you're gonna need to offer those bones up. But of course, it's not as easy as just using the bones on the altar. We need to grind the bones up in the bone grinder located in the room above. Then you'll need to return and go down the trap door to the basement that's filled with slime. You'll run around the basement until you're at the pool of slime and dip your buckets in. Once your inventory is full of buckets of slime and bone meal, you're ready to worship. Just go ahead and right click on the Ecto Functus to worship and receive your prayer XP. Then talk to any of the spooky ghost disciples to receive your tokens. Now with our tokens in hand, we're ready to begin the quest. So that's how you do it. Pretty straightforward. We need, it says 31 Ecto tokens to do this quest, so thought we did it. I feel like Jack X put this in specifically for people to fuck up. I mean, why else would they give that with the drink option first? If y'all are doing this, make sure you use the cup first, okay? Okay, this is this is a little weird. There's a random old man here with a dead pirate cap. A little strange there, buddy, but it is Mortania, so hey, whatever. Here you go. Here's your toy boat left that your mommy told me about. The captain says yes. Thanks for the key. Let's see. We got another piece of the treasure map. Now we need to go north to get the last piece. I feel like you could probably fail this. I hope not, but if it's like the one, okay, you just randomly get damage. That's okay. We can take damage. Falling at this distance for a RuneScape character probably is gonna be pretty rough. And like the steps over in Barbarian Outpost, those are pretty bad. All right, we got the last piece. We use them all together. Now we have the magical treasure map. Okay, so pretty much we got to gamble. It's like playing 21 against him is how I see it. So we got a 1. He got a 7. We're gonna go all the way there. We're going straight to 21. He's probably gonna bust. Yeah, you're gonna bust. Like this is actually like a cool game whenever you like duel people in the GE. Obviously not for gold. It's like a real way to gamble. All right, so he's gonna sign the longbow. Let me just bring it back over to this dude. We go ahead and get what we need. Yeah, what do y'all know about it? I'm pretty much a ghost. Now we pretty much run around and grab votes. 2 Ecto tokens. Fuck it. Hell yeah, buddy. We're all up for corruption. We can't run. We're so slow. Boom. There we go. We got 10 seconds.
What was
That's
that?
weird. Why does it go on the head slot? That's a little strange. But anyways, let's go ahead and take him down. All right, so we got this cheeky little amulet that's been configured to pretty much control him. Now we don't actually need any Ecto tokens, and we are now.
Oh.
Pretty much we just control this. You know what? I really wish they would dive so much deeper into the lore over there. 'Cause I feel like it's kind of crazy. So now this should be the end of Ghost Ahoy. 2,400 prayer XP, an Ectofile, and free Port Phasmatis entry. Boom, quest completed. Yo, shout out to this dude. He's an absolute legend. Gengar 1000. Without him, this would not have been possible. Just because they automatically attack me, not able to talk to the quest NPC. So thank you so much to him. And of course, this is some super long dialogue. You're the man. Appreciate you, brother. He is the saving grace. And people say the RuneScape community is toxic. The next quest up is a doozy. You can be running all around Gillinor for one small favor. It's essentially a quest where one NPC wants something in return for something else, multiplied by 10. So we're going to trek all across the world and talk to NPCs in every.
One small favor. That quest is great. All right, so. Yo, what up, Blanchy? Oh. Yeah, not really. You ain't vibing with that, my dude. Let's hit it with the good old band. Things are obvious. Somebody says on a Twitch stream to join to add them on Discord when you have a link to your Discord beneath the stream. You know it's a bot. Alright, so we hit 56. Where are we at? Yep. It's time for Fremenic Isles and Olaf's quest. Then we do a bit of an agility grind. Yeah, we're gonna grind agility for a while and do underground pass. Cool. Well, we're gonna call it here though. Yeah, what up, Mikkel? I'm going to sleep is what I'm doing. Okay, hang out, y'all. Have a good night, good day. All that fun jazz. I will. No stream tomorrow unless it's late, but maybe Sunday. Trying to get our sleep schedule fixed now that we got our D&D schedule fixed. We should be fucking up our sleep schedule a lot less. And once that's done, we will aim to have a consistent stream schedule. Until then, we're chilling and winging it. Peace out, y'all.